like him, inside and outside, through his house with the blue little window and a blue Corvette, and everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around, 'cause he ain't got nobody to listen. I'm good, I'll be die, 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 I'll be
Rocco's Reds for the second week running, ladies and gentlemen.
Are we in the fucking twilight zone here? What the fuck? Weren't we just here with this shit? This murder that I just saw? This is a disgrace, man. Again, mate, that is, all I can say is that is weak. One of the weakest performances last week. But what I saw today, they did not learn one thing from last week. Not one thing. The balls from behind, the coast to coast, it didn't change. We went from a bottom side treating us like rubbish to a top four side doing exactly the same thing to us. Mate, what is wrong with it? Fucking finals are on the line. Actually, top four were on the line a few weeks ago. What? Finals are on the line. How do you think we're going to go if we do make the finals if we don't lift for this fucking moment, mate? I'm going to say a few things, right? The rot starts from the top. Now, last year I said it, and a few people were bagging me about this, and I said, when we put in these leaders, are we doing the fucking process properly? Are we doing the process properly? Because just remember something. When you just do the foundations and instead of fucking like 32 slump, which is nice, you do just a slow, you just add water. I'm telling you, the house is going to fall down. And what I've seen in recent times, mate, the leaders at the top have failed at every turn now in selections. In the last few weeks, selections have been terrible. I don't care what anyone says. They've been terrible. The moves have been terrible. And the backpedaling has been enormous. Enormous. Oh, my God.
What was it?
Because beep, 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 beep. That's all I'm fucking hearing, mate. Because now it's preservation by everybody. Everyone's trying to preserve their own positions and their own, like, spot in the team. Another thing I'll tell you, everyone goes, I'm sick of hearing, it's the first year, we've improved. Look, first of all, Brisbane and Carlton, 4 or 5 years ago, were in the same position. In actual fact, we were better. We were better off than them. Now, since then, they've made 4 finals fucking appearances. Have they made preliminaries?
Preliminaries.
They've made preliminaries, and we've done merda since then. We've gone backwards, and we had a better list. That's when we picked up like people like Doherty, we picked up the year before, and they were picking up all these players. They didn't know where they were at. We've gone downhill, they've gone uphill. The other one is Collingwood and Sydney. If you say that you need time, next year's going to be a better year, we'll see. We'll see. Nothing's guaranteed. Collingwood, last year, second last.
16th, yep.
Second last, third last.
Yep.
Now, second on the ladder.
And one.
Second on the ladder. And don't tell me their talent is any better than ours. Definitely not better than ours. Look at Sydney. 1 year they went down. 1 year.
And?
2 years in a row now they're fighting for top 4 again. What does that say? That is all a mindset. Bloody Voss, I'm not saying it's his fault, but seriously, that was your job to put the right people. And if this succeeds, you'll take the credit. But I'm telling you, if this is failed, this is your fault. This is your fault. Just remember something. You were there for the last 9 years while this club was a disgrace. And people might say, yeah, he wasn't in charge. All right, you weren't in charge, but you were part of the board. Why weren't you speaking up? So you didn't speak up. Now you're in charge and you put these people in. Mate, when they were doing well, I said they were doing well. But at the moment now, none of these leaders have stood up. The other thing is the fans now saying, oh, we're doing better, yeah, blah, blah, whatever. I hope we win next week. Ooh, hope. I don't want to hope. I want to win. I want to win. Why haven't we talked about finals? Why haven't once in the last 3 weeks they've said, right, we want to win finals. I want to be Muhammad Ali. I want to go out and say in round 2, you're going down. And if you don't, you eat it. You eat your words. Bad luck.
Like Langdon.
100%, man, you go in hard. And the other thing is today, the presser again. What's wrong with this bloke, man? He again, presser, he said it was good to see we had a response. Important to close out the game the way we did. What is going on here?
What does that mean?
What is that just... What else did he say? It came down to a few centre clearances.
24-8, mind you.
What do you mean it came down to a few centre clearances? Man, we were... I don't want to use the word, but we were raped. Hard. This was like the Vikings when they used to go to England and just rape and pillage. That's what they've done to us in the last few weeks, mate. I'm telling you. And the other thing was about a Pitts. I'm confused. We bring him in and he's the most important player in the fucking league. We need him. We bring him in. He has a bad game, right? Drop him. Now he was sick. What's he sick of? We can't expect him to come in.
But what did he say?
About
Pitternet.
Pitternet. He said, we've been able to gradually build his load over the last few weeks. We feel like he's in a really great spot. And then he said in the press conference, we've asked him, it would have been a big ask, it would have been hard, he's been through a lot. And
Your response?
It's going to be a big ask to go in and play the game you've trained for every single day. He was injured. We built him up. We gave him 2 weeks in the reserves ready. How much more do you need? You know what the problem is? When it doesn't work out, now we need more. If it worked out, it would have been a... Mate, that is a weak response, man. You're bringing in Dow. I'm telling you, he came in... I don't want to be picking on one person. He came in on no form. No fucking form, mate. And he showed it again today. That is a weak... Listen, man.
Why didn't Fogarty play? But we'll get to that.
Why did Fogarty play?
sore.
Oh, these people are sore. I'm sore too every morning when I've got to get up to go and drive a train, you know what I mean? But every morning I get up like a banana and I go to work. No complaints. Mate, I'm telling you, this is a very disappointing year. And if we won't make the finals by the looks of it.
No,
right? And if we do, we only make it by default. Right? But if we don't make finals, this could be one of the worst years we've had in the last 5. I don't care. Even when we finished second last, because the expectations were a lot higher. And that's the other thing. He keeps saying now that they're happy, but I'm telling you, every 4 weeks, man, those goalposts should change, man. And after 8 weeks, man, we were going for top 4. And that's it. You can't go down again. Once your expectations move up and you move to the next level, you can't decide to all of a sudden, now we'll go back down to this level. The level's, it's already risen. The bar has already risen.
You've set the bar.
Right. So
Go
you can't
further.
be doing that. Anyway, you know what? We need coffee. Just to calm down.
Go for it. Make the phone call. Jesus. Not even he can help you.
Nah. Hey. Yeah, man, I can't be bothered. Just give me some coffee, please. I don't want to be rude. Yeah, coffee and biscuits. All right, thank you. Yeah, I know. Paul, you want to give him a job?
Oh, fuck.
No, I think he's already too busy. No, he'll come and get it. All right, done.
Do I have to go
All right.
and get? Yeah.
We're going to get the coffees.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Says me, but yeah, anyway.
And what we'll do is, we'll, yeah, like last week, unfortunately, I didn't want to change
Where are the coffees?
the program.
Normal.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
But we'll go straight into, what do you reckon?
We've done well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good
There
result.
they are.
Good result for the punters.
We'll go straight into this.
We'll go straight into this. You're going to do the Medellin? While you do the Medellin, we'll read the score.
You do it, because
All right, then you read the score.
I read the score. Oh, God. 12-9, 81. I don't care about goal kickers. To 17, 12, 114.
Actually, you know, it's the first time now
Obviously, concede 100
they
points.
concede 100 points, yeah. Everyone was Everyone was hanging their hats on that stat
that
all
stat.
year.
Which
False stat.
That we haven't conceded 100 points.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's out of the window.
There you
Was.
go. Yeah, anyway, yeah.
Don't worry about the goals. It doesn't really matter.
Do you want to go into the journal? We'll
Well-
go straight to the journal, then we'll talk.
Go straight to the journal. We might as well.
Let's do it.
Yeah, cut the ball! Cut the ball! Same shit every week! It's garbage! Blues! Absolute garbage!
Yeah, Paul. Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit. I forgot. I'm kind of in a different time zone at the moment.
I'm telling you, it's a little bit of a.
Yeah, to us
We are to us. That's all we can
Cheers.
and to BA.
do. To the Jumper Punch, BA, and the fans.
I just nicked that.
And just have a listen to the crack of a Red Bull, different to Petty Mac. Petty Mac got a more.
Yeah. Can we do that next week? Can we
Yeah.
do the comparison?
Get me a full, but make sure there are no sugar ones. I can't do sugar. I mean, look at the size of me, but yeah. How can I be saying that? Anyway, journal.
Did you do a journal?
Yeah.
While you were watching it?
Brisbane v Carlton, quarter one. Maloney, I'm nearly there. I'm 5 minutes away. I was watching while I was driving, as you shouldn't be doing, but I did anyway. Get in the door, Ella Macca. Ah, shit, yep, shit. Yep, so Maloney was already starting. This is a whirlwind of shit so far. Crunch, Walsh. Lewis Young is turning back into the old Bulldogs Lewis Young. Hipwood misses to the right, 7-1. How are we not down by 4 to 5 goals here? We've opened up the ground for the first time in 8 weeks. Hallelujah. Oh my God, Setterfield. They list him on the spot. Wiedering, 20-metre kick, missed right over the head. Go cut some fucking oranges. You couldn't even do that right as well. Berry out the back and goals, 15-1. Fucking Doherty caught out again. Frankenstein, McInerney, he just shanks at 17-1. Should be down by 6. Jack Martin, like dead set. I don't like using this on here. I'll use it with my friends, but you're a fucking spastic, an actual dickhead. The Harley Davidson, Charlie Cameron, 23-1. Game over.
That's it.
It was 30-1. Like, are you thinking I'm gonna fucking sit there and write a full
No,
journal?
it's over.
Taking the fucking piss.
No.
I gave up like they gave up.
Yeah. They pretty much gave up after Fisher missed that goal.
Yeah. Yeah. So
First 30 seconds. It was over.
And-
So
we can start with that.
we might as well just start with that. Let's have a look at this. This is how we start the game. Looks promising.
Fisher, snap. That's pretty regulation. What do you think?
All right, so it's regulation, but then you say, listen, all right, he's missed. All right, he had a
whatever.
chance.
Yeah.
All right. Then we have this.
Hodgie said a little bit of wind out there.
Within the space of like 20 seconds, goes down the other end. Probably should have been dropping the ball. Wasn't. Doesn't matter. Zorko, hands, Neil, brilliant finish.
That's how you finish, man. And Fisher's had a good year and blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you, man, I don't want to hear excuses. You have to get those goals, mate.
Yep.
You have to, especially
Away.
away.
And you have the first crack, the first opportunity to silence a crowd up there.
And you miss. And you go, all right, that was tough. But that was tougher.
It went down the other end within 10 seconds. Like every other kicking does.
Oh, what's the next one? Oh,
This
and
is
then we're going to have the typical, what we expect of this bloke in the last.
Well, what I expected when we got him.
As per usual,
Done this for 4 weeks.
Bailey touched off his boot.
Since GWS.
Does Young
Oh.
know it? It's slapped clear anyway.
Dropped it.
Cameron.
McCarthy, he misses. But still, mate, no pressure. I
got
understand there was play on, but mate, take the fuck up. It's just a chest mark. He's, as you said, he dropped that for 4 weeks.
Yeah, you could see it happen in the GWS
Well, this
game.
is
and
the
he hasn't
next one,
recovered
right?
since.
This is what's been happening recently, right? We can't do the basic skills anymore.
Well, let's go. We'll play this before it because this happened
Which one?
before it. the setters.
All right, yeah, all right, play the set
Because
as
this
well.
happened right before this happened.
Doherty Takes a couple of
Oh, you went.
bounces. He's
Oh,
got
you
centre
shortened
field.
it.
Build up here. He's got
Yeah.
space with centre field.
Okay, so what we did.
He can chip it over
Look
the
at
top to
that.
McCall.
I mean, go for
He's
goal.
just a bit telegraphed.
You're 35 out.
Sort of just ambled in, didn't he?
But I thought before that, great play. Opened up the ground, Sauce kicked it into the middle of the ground, and then they went by hand to Doherty. He went to centre
was a
field,
good
it was
centre.
open. Beautiful. That's all we've been screaming for. First quarter, go on attack. Perfect. And you go and serve up that shit.
Now, didn't this happen last week?
What?
Cripps
Yeah.
was going for goal. Did the short pass. He should have gone
Yeah.
for goal. Mate, take responsibility, mate. Take it on, man. Seriously, he's 35 out, man. Why are you trying to kick? And even if he hit him, he would have hit him on the boundary.
Pocket.
Right, what the, just, you're 35 out, man. I guarantee you in training, they do that like 1,000 times.
Well, you've done it your whole life. You train for those moments.
Go for it. The thing about footy, I'm telling you, man, people have to take it on, mate, and take responsibility.
That's right.
You have to take it on and own the fucking moment.
Just
right, but he
frustrated.
didn't. And the problem is, all right, so we highlight that one there. But
And
the
that-
problem is it keeps on happening.
Correct.
So then this one here.
right.
Let's have a look at this one here.
Square it up, finds Wiedering.
I mean, this is 20 fucking metres. How do you miss that? How do you miss a 20-metre target? Right over his head. And then what happens?
It's costly. And look
Over the
at,
top, goal. See you later. Sayonara.
now, how many times did that happen?
Today that happened at least 20 times.
How many times it happened last week?
20 times.
So it doesn't matter if you're
20
bottom four or
times.
top four. People are now, right, doing the turnovers and having a clean run at the goal.
And if somebody comes at me and says that's perceived pressure, you're out of your fucking mind. That's a
well, if
simple
it's
kick.
perceived pressure, it's worse because there was no pressure.
It's a simple kick. It's 20 metres, like riding the
Every
letter
day
I.
of the
It's
week.
clockwork.
That's it. The
Clockwork.
dot. That's the dot.
It's the period. It's a clock. That's it. You got to nail that.
And if people like Wiedering, who we say now our leaders are doing that, we're fucked. We are stuffed.
Well, it happened with Doherty last week, who had 11
he's doing it
turnovers,
again.
and you're happy with that, and it costs you a goal. What do we got next, Rocco? Oh yeah, this is just stupidity.
Oh, this is
Absolute stupidity.
this is Martino.
Zach Williams still for at least another 2 or 3 weeks.
So
he's
he's got
got
him
the
wrapped
tackle.
up, and he comes in and just like. And the thing is when he went to tackle him, he just like that, like go two hands,
So it's not
wrap
even
him
a,
up.
It's not even a proper tackle. That's exactly right.
He just got to
So
smash him.
Your tackles aren't even right anymore. You know what I mean?
Lazy. It's fucking lazy.
He did a few lazy things today.
He was
again.
shit today, and we'll get into that. And the next one.
What do we
Oh,
got?
this is horrible. From our guy as well.
Yeah, this is from our man. So anyway,
I'm not going to go easy on him. This is fucking terrible. This is fucking lazy.
this is lazy. Look how
Look
easy
at that.
it is.
What is that?
Just then he's lazy.
It's fucking lazy. Come on. Look at the score.
And look at the goal.
I mean,
Come on, man.
yeah, that's inexcusable type shit. Look at that. That was 15 metres.
Yeah. He couldn't hit a target at 15.
And he always hits that. That means he's not there. He's mentally not, there.
And if he's
Checked
not
out.
there, he's checked out. That means the team's checked out.
Next one. This is the worst.
Well, this is like
This is like going back to last year. This is last year type shit. This is
basic stuff. You don't even need footy skills for this.
nah. You
This is
you
no
actually
footy
don't.
skills. This is just being
This is
a
just-
mate.
Yeah.
This is just being a mate. Let's have a look at this.
Play on to call. He might have been collected. As he
So Wiedering gets fucking hit in the kidneys. One push, two push.
Look at this little push.
Another push. Push.
And that's it.
Mate, go up to him and fucking smash him.
Where was your team backing you up there, man? They should.
Like the blokes, he's coming from behind. He knows he's not going to get there, right? And he just smashes him in the kidneys in the back. Like, go in there.
and
What are
we'll-
you pushing him for?
And we'll see soon when one of our players do
Correct.
it, what they do.
Yeah, correct. We'll get to that one. Next one's a beautiful
Now
one.
this one here is
This
from
is
our
for-
star recruit, right? Now I'm not
Nah, not a recruit. Draftee.
draftee. He's our star draftee. You know, everyone's been crying for him to come in. this is the kind of stuff he does. Let's have a look at this. And this didn't happen once.
Movement that Carlton hasn't had. Part of that's just being able to string together meaningful chains of possession.
This is sickening, mind you. Watch the play. Look how much time he has. Look, no one within 5 metres. Look at
this.
Shit,
There's
that's
always
look
someone
at that.
there to get the ball.
Look at this. This is just putrid. 3 metre fucking hands.
Oh, look at this.
Over his head. And what happens? McCluggage, time, steady.
Look how much space.
I mean, the work rate for starters from the half forward area around there on that wing, garbage. And then down. It's a 3 metre
How can
handball.
you? And if you're missing those
I mean, you
symbols-
watched that in VFL.
All year I've watched him do
Well,
that.
there you go.
You were saying this, right? You've seen that all
He
year.
doesn't want to take contact.
He
so
doesn't
handballs
want
up.
to take the contact. And this is
Handballs
what
up.
people aren't seeing. This is
And
what
that
people
you get
aren't
away with the up handballs because you have more time at VFL level for your teammate to grab position.
seeing. That time halves in AFL, man.
Even more.
If that.
So, you know what I mean? And anyway.
Paddy
I mean,
Howe.
these are the high pressure moments that you're in, and
But this is
as-
what-
as-
Is
as-
that even high pressure?
as Pommy and I,
Is that even high pressure?
This is what we get paid for, man.
as Pommy and I say, he's the antichrist of pressure.
But this is what you pay for, man. You're paid to deal with this high pressure.
I think they have done him a disservice bringing him in this game at that time.
Wait,
You haven't played him all year,
nah.
right?
Season like legit on the line.
And they actually put him in when he had his worst.
Yeah.
in
He
VFL.
was actually not.
It wasn't
he was
even at
actually
his
not
best.
great.
When he was at his best,
I mean,
they didn't bring
he
him
was
in.
in out of necessity because of your
You
down
say that,
midfielders,
and it was out of necessity, but I still think there's another couple that could have gone in before him.
Yeah,
who
well,
who had better games.
Fogarty could have come in, but he was
And what about
pulled up sore.
our man Hayes?
Yeah, Hayes could have come
He
in.
could have come in. Doesn't he play that position?
Yeah, I mean, I'd prefer him as a midfielder.
And he actually did all right when he came in against Geelong. You know what I mean? He wasn't that
He was
bad.
a winger, but he kind of got sucked in. But I understand what you're trying to say. Yeah. Anyway,
All right, but anyway,
go
that's
next
what do
one.
we know.
Alright,
mate.
and
Alright,
now we'll get to what we were saying before.
All right, so Cribs, you can say goes in hard and he does
Yeah.
what he has to do, and fair enough. Who knows if he's going to go off?
Whatever,
but
who gives a
it's
shit.
what happens afterwards.
Watch this.
And he's not working. Chera to half forward.
So bang.
With the well
Yeah, it's a big hit.
Right? But look at the players. Look at fucking Rich and who was that? What's his name? I forgot the other one. They threw him to the ground, mate. And then after that, they went after him again.
Yeah.
And then when there was a one, they were happy to give away the high in the goal square. They gave him a free cheap goal because
Yeah.
they just wanted to hit him.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Because they saw their mate got hit, and they went after him the whole game, and that was
100%.
in his fucking head the whole
100%.
game.
And
The whole
there's a
game.
difference in going in for your mates, you know what I mean? And we didn't see that with Wheats. They kind of all just walked away, man.
Yeah.
What's
The
that?
fuck's that gonna do?
I'm telling you, they're those little things that count.
And that's what we were asking for last year and the years before that, and it's diminished. We did that at the start of the year. The Bulldogs
The
game,
problem is a lot of things are diminished in this
as the
second
season's
half.
gone on. Correct.
And this is an issue. Why has it diminished?
Oh, this is fucking sickening. This is sickening.
Jeez, how many of these we're going to watch?
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone could fucking watch it.
Oh,
This
well,
is
look at
sickening.
this. This is how easy they bloody cut us apart here. Watch this.
Rayner has it in the back
I don't
pocket.
think I've seen, oh, have I seen this one?
Yeah.
Did I?
One.
Did I see this?
Watch
Oh, it's
this.
4 kicks, isn't it?
Hit to the tit.
Takes it.
2.
Avenue of Gardner.
Nice,
Hit to
look.
the tit.
Now watch what he does, see?
Zorko.
3. Hit to the tit.
Player for Cameron.
Oh, watch this by Paddy Howe.
Starting
Oh.
close attention. That's
Oh,
looking
yeah.
What is it?
That's terrible.
That's 4. Yep. And Lincoln McCarthy grabs it and goes on to kick another goal. I mean, the work rate to be able to man up on your man, like in that whole passage, non-existent.
No, it was not
And
even.
then Paddy Howe,
Wow.
Paddy Howe, does he do it? Like, put your
What was
fucking
that?
self in the hole, mate.
What-
Go back.
What was that?
If you get smashed, you get admirers.
What was that? Was that just? Did he? Did
Called
he?
being weak.
Did he?
Called being weak. He didn't even.
Because he could have reached that.
100%. Look where the ball was marked. It was like there. I don't know. You tell me, the Paddy Howe lovers.
And then we're going to finish off with, right? So,
No, this is my favourite.
so we kick 6 goals. Everyone's jumping.
8. I think it was 8.
No, it was six in a row. right? And then we end up kicking another 2 more
Ah,
goals,
yeah, correct.
right? Because they kicked one in between. We
Yeah,
kicked 6 in a
that's
row,
right,
then we
yes.
kicked another 2, and then we're thinking, oh yeah, we're doing all right here.
Well, I wasn't, but yeah.
Yeah. And then,
Well, the
and
lovers,
then,
the
and
dick
then they do
riders
this
were
within, what, 90 seconds?
40.
All right, let's have a look.
8 of the last 10 goals.
Oh, yeah.
8 of the last
there's Neil
10.
again. Oh, yeah, beautiful handball.
Look at this.
McCluggage. Jared Lyons. They kick a long ball.
Watch
to
this, watch this.
McStay.
Watch how he just pushes it.
Matheson
Hey!
handballs to Hipwood. And he'll kick us fucking sausage.
All right, next one. This is another 20
Lyons
seconds
again
later.
out of the middle. Another centre clearance loss. Apparently a couple of centre clearances cost us the game. And Lockie Neal will go fucking long. Chicha. Who was that? Lewis Young couldn't spoil it properly over the line again. Yep. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
No, never give up. Look.
Look at
Oh!
McCarthy and Matheson will kick it up fucking shit creek. And then we'll go again.
Another 30.
Yep, TDK just bullied again. Yeah. Look at this, mate. Oh, that's the other centre clearance that cost us the game too. And Lewis Young yet again. And he went on to kick another goal. That was three goals in 40 seconds.
About
They
that.
fucking toyed with us.
About
They
that.
pulled our pantsers down. And
So when we kick those six goals or whatever, mate,
what does it mean?
Brisbane had already put the queue in the rack. They were just preserving themselves.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Then what happens is we get a little bit of
Bit of run on,
all
bit of
right.
momentum.
They go, you know what? We better take control. We kick a few more goals. Then they
They
relax
kicked one,
again.
we went again. Didn't matter.
It didn't matter. And in actual fact, that last quarter upset me more than made me happy. Because I wrote you the message, I wrote
Yeah.
in there and I said, where was this in the last 3 quarters?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You haven't talked much.
because I knew it would happen. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, we picked it. We all picked that we're going to lose. I don't think too many people picked a win.
No, fucking
No,
hell.
it was just more the way I sort of broke it down during the week and just looked at it, and I just thought it wasn't based on the form from last week, because I think a game, if you're a strong club, you can rectify a bad game, and rectify it with
I beg to
certain
differ, to be honest.
things that good clubs bounce back from
Yeah.
poor form.
Poor form against Adelaide. It's 5 goals. No worries, bro. 4
Yeah,
flights.
I mean,
sure.
I mean, like it's.
That form tells you everything, Paul. Come on.
Oh, well, Sydney lost to Essendon a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
and what have they done since?
Yeah, no, you're
Bounce
right
back,
about
keep
us
momentum
bouncing back. And we
Sydney's-
have kind of bounced back.
How many times can you lose and bounce back?
Well, 4.
Let me finish.
How many
So
times?
4.
great clubs.
Now it's gone down to...
great clubs respond to a dip in form in a week, and Sydney is a great club, and they lost that game against Essendon, which was a
Yep.
shocking performance. But since then, it has not dropped a game,
They're top 4 now.
and are well and truly on track for a double chance.
Yep.
And I look back at the early part of the year and think, where has it all disappeared to? And whether it's, are the mental scars of bygone errors with regards to Bolton and Teague still lingering? I thought at 8-2 and 10-4 after the Fremantle game, you think, okay, these blokes are over it. Like,
We
it's-
got
they're playing good
hoodwinked a
football.
little bit, like, to me, we got hoodwinked a little bit. Like, we were seeing those performances.
Yeah, I think, you know what, the worrying sign for me, and the red flags are starting to show now with the players and coaches, just with regards to how they've responded to the pressure. And I think, and we, in our personal inboxes, Terry and Pommy and all that, how I sort of broke the week down was I'm looking for something to give me some substance with which to go into the next week
Yep.
and say, okay, well, they took that loss into account and they took
Yep.
responsibility for it, and they're like, okay.
100%.
Because these issues are rectifiable.
They can be, yeah.
It's not like someone's taken a knife to the jugular and slit us.
No.
Well, these issues are rectifiable.
They should be.
Now, the
Well,
problem
where's-
is,
all right, go, tell
you
me.
can't
I
you
know.
can't rectify the issues if you don't put your hand up and notice them, and that's been my issue for the last
And did anyone
couple
do
of
that
weeks.
this week?
No one did it last week though.
That's what I mean.
Oh, yeah,
Last
yeah,
week,
yeah.
coming into this week, did anyone do it?
So I mean, and it's not. I'm not singling out Michael Voss, but he planted the seed early on,
100%.
where after the Adelaide game, he told us what happened. I mean, we knew what happened. We saw it. We saw it with our own eyes. You look at the numbers, you know what happened. We played terribly. The problem is that he hasn't explained why that has happened.
Yep.
Whether or not he's done that internally, I don't know. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it's been done because we saw what happened in the first 3 quarters against Brisbane.
I'm telling you, it was a mirror image.
And the I don't know if this is 100% true, but I'll take his word for it. But the Mail was that Voss was full of praise for Cripps, Walsh, and Doherty after the Adelaide game, which I think is detrimental to the team. Because I'm looking at that game, and Pommy even said this as well. Like, I'm looking at that game last week and thinking, Cripps has had 40, Walsh has had 40, Doherty's had 30. They've had nearly 120 touches between them. Your 3 best, your 3 leaders, really, your football club. And we've been walloped by Adelaide.
Yep.
I don't know why he hasn't walloped Walsh, Cripps, and Doherty and said, he bigged them up after that game. I would have been saying, boys, mate, what the hell are you guys doing? How come Adam Chera hasn't had more of the ball? How come your other midfielders haven't had more of the ball? Why aren't you sharing the ball around? Why have you had 11 turnovers, Sam Doherty? Why aren't you trusting Lockie O'Brien with the kick when you should have given him the handball on the goal line against Adelaide? And then you look back at, the week that's passed with all the media performances and the press conferences, and I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going to happen this Sunday, and that's why I was looking at this weekend, and I'm like, what are these guys talking about after the Adelaide game? Wiedering took no account for the loss.
Nothing.
He told us that we were playing good football. A couple of weeks ago, we'd been a bit patchy, blah, 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 blah. Didn't hear anything about the Adelaide game.
No.
Harry Mackay said he did a few good things in the Adelaide game to Jared Waitley on air.
What did he
Jared
do?
Waitley didn't ask, what good things did you do? I'm still trying to figure it
Didn't
out.
he say he was going to...
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, do you want the quote?
Yeah.
I'll give you the quote. And I've given everyone the quote this week. This is the article, Bringing Back the Spark.
What spark?
Now, my biggest concern with this is that they said that they have become... bring back the spark. So, Michael Voss...
Onto their assholes.
Michael Voss 2 days ago... Hang on. Michael Voss 2 days ago, this is a quote.
Fucking joke.
He said, we've had intensity in our training and we'll have more today.
Oh, fuck the training.
Hold on. Let me just continue on with it. We'd like to think that we've been fairly predictable, reliable and consistent in the way that we've gone about it. Now, whether or not that's in regards to training or the game, I'm not too sure. But
Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss.
they've been consistently inconsistent. That's what they've been. Consistently inconsistent.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Now, Harry Mackay also
this is
went
the
on
best.
and said,
I love this.
I'll quote it, he said, Vossi has a very good ability to inspire. And a few boys, not all, a few boys were looking for a brick wall to run through after the meeting. This is prior to the Brisbane game. One, where was that against Adelaide?
That's the
2,
first
where
one.
was that against Brisbane?
Brick walls.
Why do you need... Well, go.
And okay, now do you agree with this statement? We've done a really good job, especially over the last 4 or 5 weeks, of focusing on process rather than outcomes. What's happened in the last 4 weeks?
But isn't your outcome meant to be winning games?
We've now lost 3 out of the last 4.
3 out of the last 4. Yep.
So
3 out of the last 4.
my biggest
That looks
issue.
worse.
Back, what was it
That looks
again?
worse.
No,
We concentrate
process
on the
rather than
process.
outcomes.
Okay, and that's fair enough.
So they're saying you do the process, the outcome will come.
Yeah, but the problem
Well,
is
it
the
hasn't.
process hasn't happened.
No.
And I think that it is a culmination of things, but I think the mentality
Such a cop out.
in the back end of this year has been so poor from everyone involved.
100%.
And I do believe the goalpost should have changed after we
out.
went 8
8
and 2.
and 2.
And then you look at the Collingwood game, you think, look how far they've gone since then.
100%.
They were 16th or 17th
And don't tell me
last
they're better,
year.
like they weren't better placed. It's not like they've got better talent.
Bro, they got fucking absolutely gaped by Richmond
Yep.
and the Bulldogs.
They lost to West Coast.
Yes, they lost to West
and
Coast.
they're gone on an 11-game win. We started it.
So
We started
my concern with that is that, okay,
Oh, well, it went before
Yeah.
that.
you are
Couple
that,
rounds.
okay,
No,
and
no,
people
it is.
are saying don't compare Carlton to Collingwood. Why?
Why?
Why not? Oh, because now I'm starting to see
That's bullshit.
Now I'm starting to see, and I'm starting to see it creep
Excuses.
in, the age experience, which does count for something. Yes, granted, it does count for something. But we were a kick away from beating Collingwood without Harry Mackay and Jacob Wiedering.
We were in front at our fucking time. We're in front.
Yeah. We'll front, we'll kick
Why
away.
could we not go on with the momentum and some run? And don't use injuries as an excuse.
Not an
because
excuse.
Because
we had
didn't
injuries.
We said we had injuries all year, and we said we've coped with it. So don't use the excuse now
Yep.
when we were coping with it before.
Exactly. And look, that the no excuse mentality has expanded longer this season, which is good. It's a start. It's a start. You need to start somewhere, right? But I'm not. I think it's, if we miss finals, it's an abject failure, in my
It is
opinion.
a failure.
And it is a failure because they've
Because you
publicly
were 8-2.
they publicly went on the record at the start of the season and won a finals, and that's what we're all demanding as a fan base. And there is a school, not a school of thought, but you've got to sort of perceive reality with your expectations and your demands. I don't think demanding top 4 and a good finish towards the back end of the year in finals is an unrealistic expectation given the form we showed
And we
in the start and even in the middle patch of the season. I know the Collingwood game, okay, no Wiedering, no Mackay. Richmond game was, but the thing is that after the Richmond game, look at the way we responded to that Fremantle game was like comprehensive. Comprehensive.
100%.
Thank you, all mate.
And that's where it all started.
And then
Thank
it's a
you.
kill
It
the
started to
can't.
creep in.
You can't fucking...
And the downfall,
you can't.
the
just
downfall
can't.
began last week, clearly.
Yep, 100%.
And it's filtered onto this week because no one took responsibility for
No,
the
last
loss.
week
That's
was...
right.
That's why.
Last week was a full compound of what had been happening for those previous weeks before that. And what's that?
Oh, is that a tag?
No, that's a tag.
They put the tag on the outside.
It's A for asshole.
Ah.
It was a compound of what had happened before that. I mean, like
Yeah.
that St Kilda game, we got fucking
We got
smashed.
smashed that day.
And then West Coast. I mean, even in that game, there was issues lying there. That second quarter, we got belted.
100%.
But we
I understand we rectified.
and it was
in-game
but it
and
was a
went back.
ruthless display
Whatever,
at the back
right?
end of the game.
But then,
It was.
when I hear these fucking excuses come out and say, oh, Geelong, we got smashed, we got toyed with, right? They were in first gear the whole
Yep.
game, right?
Yep.
And then people come out and say, oh, yeah, but they'll probably go on to win the flag. Why can't we beat them? Why? What, we're not allowed to beat them? What did Collingwood do?
But they're
They
excuses.
beat the premiers from last year, who maybe might play in a grand final this year, and they come from behind and they beat them. You go look at the stat sheets in that game and go, how the fuck did Melbourne win? Because Collingwood have the mentality just to go,
So
Collingwood
we're
aren't
better
they?
than you.
well, no one expected them to do what they're doing this year.
No.
Right? No one in the public.
So why aren't we allowed to beat these teams?
And that's what I'm thinking.
is
Well,
mental.
just because a lot of people at the start of the year didn't expect us to do what we're doing doesn't mean that you can't go on with it.
Right.
And for me, that's a mentality thing.
100%.
And I think as a club, as a person, as a father, as a brother, as anyone, if you have an expectation, right, to say, okay, we want to play, we want to do this. This is what we want to achieve. Yeah, it's just, and for Carlton's argument, it's we want to play
Yeah, of
finals.
course. At the start, you're at
We
1%.
want to
At the
play.
start,
We want to play finals this year.
which is realistic for any team
Realistic.
at the
for-
start of the year.
Correct.
Well, let's be honest. Sorry, I'm going to stop you. Just pause you right there. Let's be honest. We're fucking 6 to 7 years into the rebuild. So I think it's about time, is it not?
Yeah.
Is it not?
Yeah.
It's about time to make finals, is it not?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
rebuild.
We're not. No one's entitled to finish first or in the finals, but
And I think it's actually making finals and saying you just want to make. I think it's a little bit of a. It's a expectation. The bar has been raised, but it's like you're doing the high jump and you're going from like 1.87 meters
the
to
next
like
1 centimetre.
190.
Yeah.
So it's not an amazing. It's not a huge. And like to jump from where we were last year to where we are now, it's not a huge. Like the numbers are huge and astronomical, which is a fantastic job and credit to what Voss has done. What's this? What's happened?
I'm just going to pause you there again.
Okay, go.
Jad, big shout out to you. I
Jad.
hate Jack Martin.
Oh no.
Sorry. But yeah,
God.
sorry, keep.
Anyway,
Continue.
We're getting
I'm
messy.
trying to, and the only way we can get through things like this is to understand what is going on, understand why it's happening, and for us all together. Because I don't blame just the players and coaches for the last 2 weeks, and the inconsistent form that we've shown over the last few weeks. I'm everyone. You, me, all of us. It's
All
the
of
whole
yous.
club.
All of you.
All of you. All of you. Bomber Thompson. And I look at it, and then, I had an argument I had a, sort of to and fro on Twitter with some Tottenham supporter. I think his name's Matt. Anyway, I don't take it personally. It's whatever. We had an argument about where he expects the club to be and the realities of it and all that. And I'm saying, look, just because you think opponents might be better than us doesn't mean that you can't demand wins against them.
Of course.
Are Adelaide better than us?
Well,
No. Realistically,
you're right.
realistically, is Adelaide a better football club than us at the moment? Thank you. I mean, we flogged them by 40, 50 points, right? Okay, so that doesn't absolve you from winning against teams, right? My concern is that I look at the whole club as a whole and the fan base, and I think, and we might have seeped into this area as well, is that I think we all got a bit too comfortable.
we probably did.
Think they
Yeah.
did.
And I think internally they're comfortable with where they're at,
Yeah.
because the reality, the expectation they set was just finals. So in their mind,
No, in front.
eighth spot,
No, in
even
front.
if you limp in, technically with the goal you've set, is a tick, and it is, right? It is.
Well, it is at the start,
But
but
I
it's
don't-
not at the end, like
It-
where
and,
we
and,
were.
and this is the problem, right?
Not from where you're
It's
placed.
because I look at it and think when I'm seeing my team play finals, I'm thinking ruthless mentality, holding each other into account, getting into finals and having a good chance at winning it, right? And there's no way known with the form we showed earlier in this year, even at 10-4 after the Freo game, mate, we were in it up to our eyeballs. We were one game off the top.
Right.
Well, people were talking about potential grand final.
Mate, Jared Waitley, David King, and all that. They
People-
all had us up. They all had us in their
Well,
top
they were
four.
saying,
When we
why
got-
can't they win it?
When we got to 10-4, what did I say? I'm like, top 6, and like, I'm happy. That's my bar now. Minimum is top 6, and you're like, all right, fuck, because we're there. We were there on the precipice. Like, you're fucking there,
And you're
man.
playing solid football.
Yeah,
Very good football at the time. At times.
At the
yeah.
time.
at times, and at
Yeah.
the time, 100%.
At the time. Now, for me, and what I'm looking at too is that why is this month period occurring? Why is it happening? Is it maybe they've absolutely been belted with their training loads because Vossi has come in and said these guys are just not up to it, and we have to flog them, even if it might mean in the back end of the year we have some down performances. But this is the issue for me again. Why not come out and just say it to your members who pay up? So we'll be like, oh, geez, maybe this is going to be a long-term thing. Maybe he has to take out and all these ingrained, old habits that have crept into this team. Because let's be honest, the last two coaches that were in there, I mean, Bolton aside, Teague the club went backwards under him, clearly. And the development of that 2-year period has clearly stunted the club. But then you look at the early part of the year at 10-4, you think, fuck, it's all done. They're flying, mate. These boys are running on top of the ground. But then see what happens when a little bit of pressure starts to come on, they fold. And my problem is as well is the response of the coaches and players. That's what's frustrated me the most. It's not me being a negative Nancy and saying, oh, I think we're crap, we're no good. It's just so fixable. Hand up, boys. Mate, our pressure, we were terrible. Come out and say it publicly. Who cares? If you aim high publicly and put it on the record and you fail, so what? So be it. So be it.
But the thing is, the way they're losing too, they're not losing the way that we're playing in the first parts of this year. We're losing like we were losing last year, just long down the line, just safe.
That's
balls.
what's crept in the last 2
that's
weeks.
what I mean.
And that's
It's
what's
old
frustrating
habits
me.
dying
Really
hard.
bad.
But that's in every loss that we've lost this year. Like that happened against St Kilda. That happened against.
Yeah,
it
whatever
actually happened
we-
against Collingwood.
Wouldn't you
Whatever
think-
we lose, we do.
It's
It's,
the
going
same
down
way.
the line.
Wouldn't you think, and
Just-
look, I mean, nothing's linear, but wouldn't you think the further away you go from that and the further you implement all
better
these
you
standards
get.
that you've put in, surely, isn't that surely you just continue to get better and better and better, don't you?
Well, that's what happened at
maybe
Adelaide too.
and maybe it is this physicality thing that I'm hearing from people at the club and all that. But I'm not. I'm not buying
physicality?
into.
What do you mean?
No,
What
I'm saying
physicality?
that they're not. They haven't been hardened up enough, and that's apparently what Voss
Yeah,
said
but
at the
that's
start
bullshit
of the year.
because the first fucking 10 rounds haven't
Flying.
said that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. Like,
Is it hard to hold on to that? I'm not letting them off.
far
This is
out.
not me
It's a
letting
good
them off.
discussion
I'm just
point.
saying I want to know why this has occurred.
But shouldn't you always be like
That's-
always
I was
hardened
just
at
about
the
to
battle?
say, like,
You should always
once-
be hard at the cold face.
once we get to AFL level and we make it into AFL level, isn't that just standard?
You're just hard at it.
And
So why all of a sudden they're making that excuse, or maybe when we're not hardened enough? Well, what do you mean? That should be the first thing.
They are hardened. That's just a cop out.
It is a cop out.
It's a cop out.
If that's what's being said, that's a cop out.
see, and what I don't understand as well
they're
is
false statements. I don't care what
is
anyone
that
this
They're,
bullshit.
preserving
They're preserving their
themselves.
positions,
Mackay has also said we haven't really spoken about the ramifications at the end of the year, but then Wiedering and Voss and whoever have also gone on to say that we're excited for what's ahead in the 3-week period. But you said we haven't really spoken about the ramifications at the
So
end of the year.
now,
So
There's
you-
a lot of contradictory
So you've
stuff
spoken about it or haven't
going
you?
off.
Which way have you gone?
So
Which way have you gone? Have you or haven't
all right,
you?
let's be realistic, right? We're in the change rooms, right? Are we going to be speaking about this?
Speaking about what?
About
finals and all that.
yeah.
Fucking oath you are.
So why were they saying it? What do you mean we haven't spoken about the ramifications? Or
Maybe they haven't.
All right.
Then that's bullshit.
All right. Now,
That's bullshit.
No,
You're trying to say, as a team here, now we go, mate, if we don't put some pressure, man, we're not playing for
Maybe they haven't.
You're fucking,
Well, if they haven't, there's something wrong
You're
there.
telling me at fucking round 15, where you're, what were we, third, fourth? I don't know. What were we, fourth?
I
In the
think
top
at one
four.
stage
Top
we were
four,
like
right?
fourth, yeah.
You're
We
telling
won
me-
that Fremantle game and top 4 was on the
You're
line.
telling me they haven't had a look at the fucking ladder?
100%.
You're fucking lying to yourself if you
100%.
haven't. You're full
They've
of
looked at
shit.
the ladder, they've looked at
You're
the
full of
games
shit.
ahead.
Who doesn't look at the fucking ladder at round 15 and say, all right, fuck, we're in it up to our eyeballs now. Fuck, here we are.
And I'll
We're
give you
here.
back the statement
How?
and this bloke's in there now as one of the bloody coaches, general manager, whatever the fuck he is now, Greg Williams, right?
Yep.
Right? He said in the 95 season, Peter Dean told me, I'm not dropping names, Peter Dean told me, right, when they sat down, right, at round 15, I think it was the same
That's what I
time,
mean.
they said, we should win like 5 and lose 2. And Greg Williams stood up and goes, why do we have to lose any?
That's right.
Where's that mentality?
And mentality. That's what's got that for me. For me, that is the biggest factor in why we've lost our last.
So
two.
who leads that way?
Your leaders.
Well, you
Top.
hope it's Michael Voss, but from what I've seen in the last 2
I don't
weeks
think so,
post game, I'm. Look, the thing is, it's rectifiable, but you got to know it.
Yeah, but it's rectifiable.
he's in
mate.
denial.
It's rectifiable. It's rectifiable. It's rectifiable. No fine.
Been rectifiable for fucking
Rectify
6
it.
weeks.
Rectify it now. That's what I'm telling you now. If I was the president, the CEO, I'd go in there. I'm telling you now, you know, Jack Elliott, he would have gone in there and said, rectify this now, or you're all gone at the end of the day. I'm telling you now, rectify it now. Right? That should be the attitude. I don't want to be hard, but that should be the attitude. We are a football side.
Oh, you're in a
where-
high performance fucking,
and the
environment.
only
That's
objective
open.
in a football club is stuff all the rainbows, stuff everything. I'm telling you, mate, it's about winning the game.
I agree.
That's it. That's it. And why isn't this rectified? Why isn't this rectified?
Well, I mean,
That's weak what we're doing at the moment.
a lot of the supporters, and I mean, Twitter's just such a small. Well,
Twitter's
maybe it's not a small part of it too, and
I think it's a microcosm
even
of
Facebook as well.
It is.
What, it's a
always
microcosm
is.
of what we are, though.
Even
It always
Facebook
is.
as
It
well,
is.
right? We spoke more about what happened with the Adelaide camp
I can't believe it.
than we did about what happened against Adelaide.
But is that like a...
It's a
Pushing it to
deflection.
the side,
Push it to the
deflection,
side.
mate.
It's
a distraction.
And it makes you feel better because then you take it away. Oh, that happened.
Eddie Betts, the way they treat
Oh,
us.
that
Oh,
is-
who gives a shit?
That was
Look at
bad.
our
I understand,
performance.
but it's got nothing to do with us.
No.
But
Nothing.
you continually bringing that up, doesn't that make the loss against Adelaide even worse, if that's the case?
Yeah.
If all this stuff is
It's
going on in
fucking
the background?
frustrating, man.
I feel bad for him and all that, but to tell you the truth,
I don't care. It's not my team.
That's
I don't
At
give
the
a
moment,
shit.
I don't care.
I don't
feel
care.
bad for the human
no,
race.
I
feel bad for everything.
You reckon Stephen May gave a shit when he fucking told the other teammate that you were not good enough to
100%.
play in that premiership team? No. So Jake
100%.
Melton's got up and said, "Oh, you can't say that." And then Stephen May said, "Well, you know what, mate? Fucking bang." And you know why? He went fucking bang because he was good enough. And what happened? They won a fucking flag. And you know what? This year they might get into another flag. Who knows?
They're giving themselves
Who
a
knows?
chance.
Who knows? At least they're hard at it. I don't give a shit though. It's not my team.
No.
I care
So,
about my team.
I look back at what Melbourne
Horrible.
did, and people say,
Fuck,
"Oh,
I'm
you
so
know,
angry.
they don't, you know, mate. Look, do you need the finals experience to be able to get over the
No.
line? Yeah, but these blokes just don't know what it's all about yet.
What's
Who
all
else?
about what?
Yeah, and look, maybe the
Did
tough-
Melbourne?
Yeah, well, look, Melbourne. I mean, the prelim and all that sort of
Whatever.
stuff.
They
But then
got
they
fucking-
dropped away for 2 years.
That's what I mean.
You know.
You know what? I reckon that's a cop out. All
Yeah,
these
probably.
They're all
finals-
bullshit excuses,
Oh, you need
mate.
finals experience. You need to lose it to
No,
get
you
in.
don't.
Fucking bullshit,
No,
man.
you don't.
You know the only people that say that? The ones that lose
Losers.
it.
Losers.
The ones that win it because it's happened before. People have gone in first year and won a grand final, whatever. You know, and people have won it from seventh. All that, it's all happened. Everything's happened, so it means it can happen. To me, it's a cop out. To me, I would want to go in with the attitude, you know what? Not only we can make finals, we can win it. Why can't we bloody win it? Now we can't.
I thought
But
this year was the fucking year.
Why
Look
can't
at-
we
look
win it?
at-
Why do we need finals
Look at
experience? What's the
Richmond-
difference?
Look at
What's the
Richmond.
difference?
Richmond in 2017, they got belted by Sydney in the last game by 120 points.
And during that year too, St Kilda bet them for nearly 100
yeah, it
points
was
in the middle of the
nearly a
year.
10-goal loss. Yeah.
Right. And they come back and won, you know, like... And
Why can't you put a run together? How can we have not put a run together since fucking like the end of round 9?
I
10?
reckon there's got to be some hard love there, man. I'm telling you, I'm not
Yeah,
seeing it, man.
it's you've got to understand what clicks and works for players. Obviously, you know whether it's the whole group.
Ah,
I
yeah,
don't
of
see.
course.
I don't think, and I think the worst thing they could have done is had to rip the players after that game against Adelaide, like just lambast them, and put the big guys up in lights. I think that's the worst thing they could
a
have done.
collective.
And
You're
apparently
a
the
whole.
mail is that's what happened.
But
That they
you're-
were ripped apart.
You're a
They
football
got
team.
hammered after the Adelaide game.
By who?
Coaches, whatever.
They ripped everyone except for those three.
The players, right? So apparently, and look, I don't know
knows,
if this
but
is 100%,
whatever.
but I'll take his word for
No,
it.
let's
right?
do it. Let's do it. Just say it happened. Let's go. What
So
happened?
it was, you know, after the Adelaide game, I mentioned it before. Walsh, Cripps, and Doherty Walsh and Cripps were put up in lights and said, "Oh, you know, look at, you know, they had great games, blah 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 blah." And then everyone else was like, "Mate, boys, why didn't you go to their level?" And but my frame of mind and the way I tick is look at it the opposite way. Go up to Cripper and Walsh, boys. You've had 40. Why'd we lose? You don't have to be. You don't have to be. You don't have to shout at them. You don't have to be. You can be aggressive
don't
and
have
get
to-
your point across.
Of course.
Without going crazy and without ripping shreds off every single
Of course,
player, right?
of course.
Because apparently that didn't work for the players last year.
Nothing ever works apparently when
Anyway,
it doesn't work.
This
Well,
that doesn't work for society, apparently.
Yeah, whatever. My issue is
They would have put up an orange board in the club.
my issue is, and I don't know if does it take 6 to 8 months to embed it? Does it take 2 years to embed it? I don't know. My issue over the last 2 weeks, especially after the Adelaide game, and I just keep using the word mentality, taking and holding yourself into account for the performance. Why did it happen? Why did it happen? Put your hand up. We were not good enough because our mental application in that game was substandard, and our attitude was terrible, and we were shocking.
But then it went into this week.
Exactly, because they didn't say that. No, mate, go back and look at all the press conferences, and this is why I picked us to lose the whole week.
But he's done it again.
That's why my vibe.
He's done it again, Michael Voss. I'm telling you, he's done it again.
and that's
He started
why.
bad,
This is
yeah.
why I've been upset this week.
Yeah.
Done it again,
because
mate.
of
No,
what
you
they've
have
said.
been saying all week it's over.
But he's done it again.
But this
Go
week
watch-
we're not winning.
What about this
I
press
know.
conference?
And I hate saying it,
I know.
but I'm just all
But
I'm
they
doing.
didn't give us confidence.
No, and that's exactly right. I'm saying it, and I'm looking. I'm doing 1 + 1 + 2 and I'm adding that equation up, and then I'm coming up with that answer and saying, well, how the hell can you
that's
win
it.
if this, and this is said, and if that's a microcosm of what's happening inside the club, it's probably bigger than what they're actually saying. It's
Yeah,
probably worse.
100%. If they're
You
saying
know?
that, it's worse. Yeah.
So, look, I do think deep down inside they're not satisfied with what's going on, but you've got to manifest that out into reality.
Of course. The other thing you said, you go, oh, does it take 8?
No.
Whatever. I'm going to give you an example why it doesn't take any time.
Yeah.
Chris Judd. When he came to the club, if you speak to every player, they go, oh, as soon as he came, right, it was a different attitude to everyone, and everyone changed. Everyone changed their training.
Well, apparently that happened with Voss. Apparently.
One person, right?
Apparently that happened with Voss at the start of the year. But that's why I said to you, is it going to be a fucking honeymoon period?
Well,
When does the bubble burst?
Well, I've said this statement before. A true man's worth is not known when things are good. It's when things are tough we're going to see the true worth of these people,
that's
right?
exactly right.
And now things are tough, and who's going to stand up? And
None of them have.
Well, none of them have. And at the moment, the
'Cause it's a
leaders have
team.
to stand up.
It's
and
a
I'm
team.
talking
It's
about
not one person. It's
from
a
the
team.
top,
Yep.
right? They have to stand up. The
course.
coaches have got to stand up, and the leaders of the club. Sometimes I question who's leading on field.
I don't know.
It's hard, and when you're saying that,
I don't
that's
know.
bad. If you're saying you don't know who the leaders are, that's bad.
You know
mate.
what I saw today, right? I saw Patrick Cripps, who is the captain of our club, right? So he smashes Archie, right? Fair enough. You want to smash him, you went for the ball, I don't give a shit, whatever, what way. But after that, he went into his shout. Like he'd done something wrong. Like he admitted that he did something wrong.
I think he went about it a little bit wrong there. He went in hard and then...
Whatever. But if you're going to go again. Why did he stop? Why didn't he do it from the first bounce?
Well, this is the whole
Why
issue.
did it take until, 30 points down or something to do shit like that?
This is the issue.
And then they were celebrating when they were 45 points down. I'm like, bro, that reeked of tea type
There was a
shit.
couple... Look, I don't want to fig, but there was a couple of, laughs and that at the end
Yeah.
of the game. I don't want to play that, but I don't like that, man. I'm telling you.
You know that
I'm not laughing.
30-point loss? That was like 10 to 12 goal loss. Easy. I don't care what anyone says. That last quarter, don't even worry
Brisbane
about
put the cue in
eradicating.
the rack, and they just let us go, and we just kind of ran away for a little bit, and that's all that happened.
And so
Because really, that when it was 83 to 20, that was the real score.
Yeah.
That was the real score. At the end, I'm telling you, that was just that upset me more than the 3 quarters, really.
And then people go, oh, why did it take it for that long? How could they do that? It's all bullshit.
Took the foot off
It's
the
all
pedal.
bullshit, mate. It's all the same thing happened in the fucking Collingwood game. We're down by 4 to 5 goals. 4 goals, 27 points or something shit like that. They took the foot off the gas. It was like 5 minutes left.
Nah, I don't think they took the foot off the gas. Collingwood in that game. No, we fucking served it up to them.
We did serve them up, but
Fuck off.
I've noticed in a lot of games, especially in the last
It's the
9
same.
weeks.
It's the same thing.
It's a
repeat
same
pattern,
deal,
mate.
Same deal.
I think
Repeat pattern.
Even
I
with
think
our
it's-
wins, there's been periods there where we've just let them back into the game.
I think it's also a case of when we were doing what we were doing. You look at teams who get to 8-2 and 10-4 in the past, and you in your mind and in the fan base, and we were part of this, and that's understandable. Your expectations and demands go up a notch, and that's for me
It should.
As it should. As a fan, you get excited.
Doesn't stop.
It shouldn't stop. Whether that means that internal standards at the club remain the same or increase, I don't know.
Shouldn't stop.
For me, it doesn't, because you look at what Michael Voss said, and he said, quote, the narrative has not changed. Why would it change now?
It's
So
momentum.
to
You keep
me,
going.
they are satisfied with what has happened up until this point in time.
But is that preservation of each player and coach?
A little bit, yes.
I reckon it's a lot.
Yeah.
I reckon it's a
Oh,
lot.
you're like, what did
And-
he say? Oh, we look back at the year. We had a great year. No, you haven't. Now you haven't.
Because what
the
should
first
happen
10 round
was
was great. Right now, it's woeful.
Well, we changed
It's right now in the last 10 rounds. It's mediocrity, and you're accepting it.
We changed the goalposts as we did here. We thought, geez, top 4, top
Round
6,
10,
home final,
Sydney game.
premierships, finals.
Sydney.
This is on, like it's
Grand
on.
final.
And that's good
Nah,
though. But that's
top
good.
6.
But that's good.
I said
No.
top 6.
I think it's
There's
good.
nothing wrong with that.
And I think the fact that we haven't reached that expectation is fantastic. as a supporter base. If we can continue to do that, even though we might get frustrated in this short term because we've set that expectation, I think in the long run, that's what serves a club so much better in the long run.
Yeah, but you don't know what's going to happen next year.
And that's the thing, because this year...
You don't know.
We have improved on field.
Yeah,
there's
but
no doubt about
you
that.
don't know what's happening
You
next
can't
year.
doubt that at all.
We've definitely improved
Yes.
a little bit on field.
Yes, we have improved.
Game plan-wise, yeah,
Yes,
we've won.
we have improved. And that's no word of a lie, clearly, because of what's happened. But that doesn't guarantee that next year is going to be any better.
You don't know what's
And that's
gonna
my
happen.
concern, not concern, but that's my frustration on this year, is that
100%.
we had a chance to seize the moment.
And you have to.
Yep.
Not only in the game, in life, you have to seize those moments.
And I hate
right?
comparing it to Collingwood, but they're seizing the
They're
moment.
seizing the moment.
They're 11 games in a row.
And the
for a
more they
fucking
do it,
reason.
and they have throughout the year,
They're
the more
believing it.
they believe it, and they get better and better and better
right.
and better. The confidence
I
starts
think
building.
I personally, I think we drank our own bathwater around 10.
Yeah, we did.
And we baked our own cake and we started eating it as
did.
well by ourselves.
I think we did around 15.
But what should have happened was, because all we can do is support the side, right? Right? I can't go out there and play. We can't coach. We do nothing. But as the team, I believe that by round 10, the goalpost should have changed, right? And you should have adapted to it and moved into the next level. Why can't the leaders, like
the thing
Voss,
is, I think they
like
did that.
Sayers, like all of them that are in charge, they've succeeded in life, right? In that, why didn't the goalposts move? Why didn't they move to that next level and say, right, guys, we're here. Now, I don't know if they have or they haven't, but it doesn't look like they have. They should have said, right, guys, we wanted to achieve this. We reached this. This is the next level now. This is where we have to get to.
like-
If I'm not telling you that as a leader, you're not going to be
It's
doing
like
it.
it's like I play games. Yeah, I love gaming and shit. Right? It's like you're playing a game and you're getting through each boss, right? Each boss stage, and you're getting more powerful and powerful and powerful. That's what Collingwood have done. We've got to a boss at round 15, and then round 16, and just gone, oh, we're just going to shit the bed. I can't be bothered playing this game anymore. Oh, yeah, but then we'll go to West. So we'll go back to an easier round and beat West Coast. But then we're going to try and beat a better boss in Geelong and get our pants pulled down again. Oh, but then we'll go back again and we'll verse the Giants. Are you kidding me or what? And then we stooped to shit in Adelaide.
The other,
And then we got fucking our
No.
pants pulled down tonight.
and the other problem is, like, let's not deny,
It's
man.
actually sickening.
Our
It's sickening.
team, when the
We're
pressure's
bipolar.
on, when the pressure is on, we fail at every
We
turn.
crumble.
And-
Pressure creates diamonds and we don't have them.
My thing is that the argument against the team, like the argument against, they've been pushed so hard in the preseason because the
Nah.
standards were. Hang on.
Yeah, I'll leave
We've
that.
been
Nah.
pushed so hard in the season. We've been pushed so hard in the preseason and throughout the year because our standards weren't up to scratch, and our physicality and our fitness levels and our intensity was not where it had to be at an optimal level to play genuine finals football. But then I look at that Adelaide game and think, hang on a minute, Adelaide battle-hardened and more intense than
That's
what we
right.
are, and they've
How did
gone
they
through-
come to play?
And that's the argument against
Of
that.
course.
How? It's all here.
Of course.
Mind
Of
over
course
matter.
it is.
Mind over
Let's
matter.
be serious.
But
man.
I also think it's mentality, but it's also, and this has been my gripe for 10, 15 years, right, is using the football. Mate, we have some of the worst footballers.
Well, let's be serious. At the most basic level, let's
And when
forget
you're
everything.
losing, it gets exposed even more.
Bad.
But what is frustrating
heightened.
is that up until sort of that round 15,
15.
even rounds into round 17 and round, our efficiency by foot is amongst our disposal efficiency is amongst the best in the league.
But was it the best in those losses?
In which losses?
Any loss?
No, probably.
So does
No, but it was sort of still thereabouts. But then you've sort of got to peel it back and say, okay, well,
Yeah, but how did you use the ball?
Yeah, the green ticks are this, right? So you have a lot of the ball, which is we are a high disposal team, high possession
we
retention
definitely
team.
have a lot more of the ball.
So you're open for more room for error.
Of course.
Right? And the fact that your disposal efficiency is so high is a testament. It's like, geez, you've got more of the ball and you're using it so well, so you should have more opportunities. Granted, that's what we've been able to do to put us in this sort of situation. But then you look back at it and you think, well, hang on, wait, we're handballing a lot, we're short kicking a lot, and obviously the shorter you go, the less prone you are to error.
Yep.
Obviously.
Of course.
So then that sort of equals itself out. But still, I mean, for me, our ball movement this year, I think in our great games and in our patch,
way
probably
better.
up until Fremantle.
Way better.
And even against sort of West Coast as well. I think the Giants it waned away. But that Fremantle game, up until the Fremantle game, I thought our ball movement was just like
At times.
slick. Well, 10 times, 10 wins.
I know, but even within those games, like I know you say it was slick.
Yeah, but
and
the numbers say, well, all I can do is go by numbers.
by numbers, at times we were slick, but I don't know.
Mate, I'm telling you, this is where I look at it, right? And I look at it, as you said, from the
Yeah,
top.
but the game changes when we're
I know.
losing. The game changes when we're losing. We go longer,
Yeah, we definitely revert
and then
back to
teams
that
kill
game.
us on the rebound. Then we
And
we
they
can't
know
be
that.
able to
So,
stop
They put
that.
us under pressure. They know
Correct.
we're just
So
going to
we're
go.
going away from. That's what I've been saying. We're going away from what we've done
Now-
for the first 10 weeks.
This is a ripple effect of not having the mindset when you go into a game. You go in with the mindset, we're happy with what we've done this year. You back off half a metre.
Yep.
The pressure goes up. The opposition's there to hunt you.
Yep.
What happens? Your kicks go astray. Your handballs go astray.
The other
That's
thing
it.
is, and we've seen it a couple of times. For example, today was the Setterfield one. For example, not taking it on and kicking that goal.
Yeah, I mean, and
Or
you can pick a
take it
1,000.
on. I know you can pick 1,000, but isn't that mindset?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That a
it is. Yeah,
player
yeah, yeah,
comes in and
yeah.
instead of like 35, 40 out,
Yeah.
open goal, you think, you know what, I'm going to take this on. You go for the short option that blokes that are running the pocket with a player right up his arse, you know?
The key to elite sports and elite teams is, and Jurgen Klopp's, the guy under him, his assistant, one of his tacticians, he did this awesome piece on Liverpool. And he said,
German guy.
I can't remember what his name is,
I
just
know.
brilliant mastermind of a coach. And he said, the role of the coaches is to instill no doubt in the player's mind when they have possession and when they're playing the game. The moment you have a seed of doubt,
Yep.
kaput.
100%.
It's you
I
getting
agree.
No
you get
doubt.
them ready.
I agree.
But it's you getting him to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Get
your
'em
job.
there.
That's your
it.
job.
That's all you have to
Okay,
do is
so-
getting him to the point. That's
Now-
it.
Now
They
that
can't use it for you.
the emotion's high,
Of
obviously.
course.
And
we're
because we
doing
love
this
the club.
straight after the game.
Because
so-
we love the club, right? Now, can we win one of our last two games?
No.
I think we can.
No.
No,
I
but
think we can.
why?
On what form?
Why are you saying that?
On what form?
Because what
First-
because what
first
they
10
have
round
said in the
form? Yeah,
last 2
maybe.
weeks, it's rectifiable.
I understand, but first
Yeah,
of
but
all,
you saw what he said after the fucking game.
that's what concerns
What did he
me.
say after the game? He was laughing.
You got 5 days.
He was laughing, bro.
we could be losing another midfielder, and we're coming up to a very good midfielder.
Yeah, of course, I know.
And all of a sudden,
They're gonna smash us.
Paddy Dow's number 3.
So they had 24 to 8 centre clearances today. The stoppage clearances were about the same, but they had 24
Yeah.
to 8 today. 24 to 8 centre clearances. Imagine next week
And there was-
with Petrarca, Oliver, and Viney. Good luck.
And even though
Good
they
luck.
lost to Collingwood, mate,
Good luck.
they played a ripper game, Melbourne.
Oh, that was
They were hot.
If you took away the scoreboard and you went off the numbers, right?
Melbourne would have
Melbourne
won
won
by
by
10 goals.
185,000 points, yeah?
100%.
But they didn't.
Yeah.
But if they bring that next week against us, it is 185,000 points because we can't. We just can't.
I know what you're
you
saying.
can't beat
I
them.
think you're saying that because you're hoping we can win
No,
one.
no, I'm not hoping.
Well, I can't see how.
Of
with that
present form, no.
Of that
No
front
chance.
form,
No chance.
how are we going to rectify it?
I-
Who's going to stand
okay.
up? Who's going to stand up?
I don't think we will beat Melbourne.
Why would you beat Collingwood? Because, all right, so the only reason you want to reckon we can beat Collingwood is because it's Collingwood, doesn't matter where we are on the ladder.
But there's a mind shift in mentality because you know you have to win.
And so does Collingwood.
I know.
Yeah. What
I
about
know
St
that.
Kilda?
I know that. But when it
Geelong?
gets desperate and you know you have to win.
All right, so
but there's a shift because you have to focus on the outcome.
all right, but the shift has to happen with the fucking leaders, right?
Correct.
Who
I
are
agree.
those people?
Well, it's Cripps, it's Doherty.
Cripps
it's
not gonna be
Weary,
there.
What do you mean he's not going to be
He's
there?
going to be there for
Well,
2
we
weeks.
don't know.
No, he's not going to be there.
Oh,
Let's
and if he
face
is?
it. Huh?
If he is,
If he is, he is.
He might get a week. He might get nothing. I don't know.
But he's going to get 2 weeks,
But,
right?
has he been... No. I want to go
Let's
back.
do it the worst or best case
okay,
scenario.
so worst case scenario, he's not
He's
there.
not there. Because let's think about it. We got to think that level. He's not there, right? Who is going to lift?
So apparently there's Walsh, he's your leader.
Walsh already lifts.
Yep.
So he does everything he can possibly do.
A leader, Doherty.
He's been poor the last couple
He's
of
been
weeks.
poor, but all
Wiedering?
right. Wiedering's been poor. All right,
Is it
maybe he
Chera?
can lift.
I don't know.
No.
Well, I look at,
No.
you know...
So the people you've named, right, are the people in the back line.
Yeah.
Right? I know that they've got to play well, but they're not the ones
They're not
I
at
want.
the coalface.
I don't want them to
Mackay?
be...
He's
Mackay. He's
been,
the leader.
he's
He's been there for fucking 400 years, mate, the bloke.
he's kicked 3 goals in 3 weeks.
3 goals in
4
3
goals
weeks.
now. He kicked one
fucking
time.
yeah.
big well, well done. You did
Right?
your job.
So
You kicked
he's
one
got to
goal.
lift, right? You got to get a few in the middle that are going to lift, right? Who are they?
Well, yeah.
Chera?
Well, he hasn't shown it. So
Paddy Howe, sorry.
he hasn't shown a Chera.
No.
So I can't expect him to lift.
Correct.
Right? He's given me no indication that he's going to be the one who lifts.
What are you
right?
going to roll? Fisher through
What
there?
else is there left? Well, Fisher, he's not going to be the one who's
He's
going
not
to win
that
you the
player.
game. He's not that player. So
He
I
can,
can't
but he's
expect
not.
him to be in there. So who else is there? What about
Giovanni, the heart and soul.
What's he going to do? Like, yeah, he's the heart and soul. What's he going to win the game off his own boot? He's not going to win
Do
the
you
game.
think that if there is a switch in what they're saying and the rhetoric around the club, to go back to the last 3 weeks or the last 2 weeks have been diabolical? Mm-hmm. We've been terrible.
Well, if they admit fault, yes.
Do you think?
It's a start.
I still think we can beat Collingwood.
It's a start.
I still think we can beat Collingwood.
If he comes out Monday morning and they say, you know, fucking poor,
wanna think
they're
of the
gonna, but
worst.
they have to say it.
I know.
They're forced to say it now.
Why can't
when
they?
they were, you know what?
Why
they
can't
probably
we
forced to
say
say it
it?
against
Why
Adelaide, but
can't
they
we
did
say
it.
Accept responsibility.
Why
for
can't
the
we
loss.
say, listen, we've been poor, man. We're better than that, and we expect to make finals. Well, why can't we say that?
I just don't get why we can't be real
bit of
anymore. Why can't you
self-preservation.
be real?
And that's the problem. And soon as people become self-preservated, is that a word?
Self-preserve.
Preserved. You're not going to do naminga. You're going to do nothing because what's happening, you're only playing for yourself, right? And I spoke to another player who we're going to talk about later for our feature.
Yep.
And he said that the year they won the premiership, then the year after when they started to already get self-preservation because they were worried about their positions, right? And they did nothing that year.
Correct.
Right? And this is what's happening now. I've noticed, even people like Fisher and that, who have been so good, I noticed today,
He'd be great up.
Starting to creep in a little
it
bit, isn't
started to creep in a bit about the self-preservation. Harry, all right, I'm going to start naming players. Fuck him. Harry,
He's been
stop bloody trying to get the free kick for everything. Like he's sitting there, the kicks against him, and he's sitting there with his arms up. Put your arms down.
Well, Terry put an interesting start. I don't know if it's correct. I don't know. Maybe it
Who
is.
put this up?
Terry, remember in that chat,
yeah.
he goes, Harry, prior to this game,
Yeah. I don't know if this
out
is
of
correct.
59 one-on-ones, he's only won 4.
Jeez.
If that's true.
I don't know if it's true, but if that's
he's
true,
204 centimetres and 110 kilos. Or
And
whatever.
runs like Usain Bolt.
what did he do the training for?
So, and did you notice at the end, when he did do those leads, he won. Look, lead, mate. Run up and down, do the leads. There's no use running down to the fucking wing and taking off the kick. That shouldn't be your fucking job. Lead from outside the square. Let's get these fucking marks in, mate.
But
Same with Curnow, man. Start doing some more work. Start, leading up, man. Like, what are we doing? And the small forwards always can go and get fucked. I'm telling you, that bloke's useless, mate.
he
has
had
been
one inside forward 50.
And then when he did
I
have
don't
that
know
chance to
how.
kick that goal, he misses.
think
That's
we
all
had-
you do.
I think
Look,
we had 6.
And then I've heard the
I didn't
stat,
watch
but
a lot
his
of the
pressure
game.
is up.
6.
Jam it up your ass. Your
6.
job as a small
What
forward
was
is to
this?
kick goals.
6 inside forward 50s, I'm pretty sure.
Who always?
No, as a whole.
What, tackles?
Yeah.
We had 6
Oh,
tackles.
6 tackles
forward.
inside
We had
forward
1
50.
by half time.
Yeah.
1 at half time.
Tackles, yeah.
Now,
10
okay,
to 6.
Now sorry, thank you for reminding me about this. Jacob Wiedering also said during the week he made mention of the tackles,
What do you say?
about the missed tackles.
Oh, yeah? And so
Club during the week, PR 101, went up with the training gallery
Yeah.
what were the photos at the forefront?
The tackles.
How many tackles did we have inside?
Jam it
Forward
up, you know.
50.
Six. And one at
To
half
10.
time.
And 1 at half time.
So the 6 would have been...
And we had...
5 would have been in the
in the last quarter.
Have a listen to this. We had less tackles against Brisbane than we did against Adelaide.
So what the
And
fuck's
the
that
tackle
about?
count was almost even this week, and Brisbane had more of the football.
Correct. They had
That says a lot, man.
30
And
more
the first
disposals.
quarter,
Tackling.
the first quarter has got nothing to do with they were belted in the preseason and the back. The
No.
first quarter is here.
It's all mental,
between
bro.
the
You've got to be
ears.
switched on. And at inside
If you're
forward...
not ready for the contest,
What about
that
the
first
inside
quarter, you're
forward
never gonna be
50s? They
ready.
fucking smashed us again.
69
to
There's
46.
only one time
that-
I want to hear that number.
And that was also like brought back because it was 41 at half time.
100%.
Correct.
It's 41 at
69.
half-time.
Remember against Richmond was 70?
72
And-
or something like that.
And we said, whoa, that's
Yeah,
just
but
as
that's
bad."
but see, even then, right? Inside 50, territory is huge, right? It's a
course.
massive part of the game.
It's locking
But
the...
you've still got to be able to absorb the
Absorb it,
pressure
Oh, yeah.
and keep yourself. Look what Collingwood did.
And you know, in actual fact, you know that first quarter, there was a period right at the start where they were just peppering.
Bro, this is what I
and
mean.
we held the
They
pressure.
should have been 8 goals in front.
Yeah, but we held the pressure
Yeah.
properly.
In
and
the
then
first
we went
quarter-
forward.
And we couldn't hit the scoreboard.
And now he's missed that goal.
Correct.
Was this in the first or
The
second?
first quarter.
The first quarter.
There was like 5 or 6 minutes where they just
then
kept
when we-
peppering.
and
And
then when
that's what I was watching, and I thought, okay, maybe it'll be
Yes.
okay. And then I turned off, and then my mate, the fella who I was calling with, we had quarter time or half time in the game, or 3/4 time in the game. I was calling at Dandenong, and he said, "You don't want to know the life scores." I go, "Really?"
Yeah,
And I checked 30-1. I go, "Oh god."
that was that. Then it got to 83 to 24. Jeez.
Anyway, but you know what? It's
Nuts.
I love having this. I love having the arguments and discussion with
No,
fans.
it's
who-
good,
who-
man. And what
who-
do we know? You know.
No. But it's this is the way you, and you know I get not pissed off, but I get not upset, but I get a little bit frustrated with fans who say, oh, you know, we've had such a good year, such a good year, and all that, and I'm not,
That's
and that's
accepting
okay,
us,
but
that's
you've got to, we've all got to have that toing and froing for the club to go forward, and to you know the other fella, Tottenham fan who I was having a bit of a bicker with on Twitter. For you to say, and this is my biggest gripe with a lot of people, oh, what we say means nothing. The club don't listen to it. The club don't follow. I think that is the most. I think that's one of the biggest lies in one of the biggest white lies in sport. You do not understand how much influence your word has, my word has, your word has on what happens at your football club that you are financially invested in.
100%.
And don't forget that.
And
Mate, us 3 blokes got 50,000 people to woof.
Yeah, that's right.
And we haven't got the club to promote it.
That's right.
There's bloody badges
So
now.
imagine what we could all
3
do.
blokes got it going. Because you said it, I said it. And then everyone started.
Yep.
Don't be thinking that your influence on your
100%.
club is minimal. Don't ever
100%.
think that. What you say
the-
and the standards you expect are
100%.
it's what wears off
And
on the
so
club.
if we stand up and say, this is the standard we want. This is the standard
Yes.
we want. All right? This is what we want, mate. The club's got to listen, mate, and go, this is what we got to... Like,
But
if
we're
we
not-
sit there and say, we're happy with what we...
But it doesn't.
Sorry.
But that doesn't mean sack everyone.
Screensaver.
Nah, just...
But it doesn't mean sack
Thought I'd be a
everyone. That's not
dickhead.
what it means. It doesn't
No.
mean sack everyone.
Nah, it doesn't.
No.
God, and I said, God forbid a fan base
How can you not... You're not allowed to
implores.
criticise.
God forbid a fan base and all of us implore these gentlemen to do better. It's the biggest compliment you can have bestowed upon you.
100%.
We think you can do better than what you're
100%.
currently doing.
100% when people give
We
you that...
think so much more of what your output is at the moment. It's the most empowering thing.
100%. And not only that, like, we all want to achieve the same thing.
A flag, premierships. That's what we want,
And you know
and
what?
they're hard to get.
For
And
us,
you've got to demand
understand
it.
that.
we win a flag, right? For us, it would be Imagine for the players, and we're saying we
I know.
want that for you, mate.
Fucking
we
know.
want you to play.
I don't want to go out there and go, oh, yeah, here we go
When
again.
has-
That shit. I want to go there
You know
and fuck.
what?
I want to clap you
When
every time,
has,
man.
and this is a serious question, can you remember anyone at the club coming out publicly, or anything for that matter, and saying, we want to win the premiership, or we want to win it? Can you remember that at all with any of these with any of the players?
Well,
in this
recent,
group? Just any time in the last 5 to 6 years.
I haven't.
Okay, right, but that is also at a point where you're like, well, realistically, we can't get there. But the fact that you don't mention it, and you don't visualize it, and you don't see it, and you don't try to well, how the hell are you ever going to get there?
You won't.
Manifestation.
You can't, but you can't.
What's the first thing we learn? Not what the first thing. Whenever you doing these like conferences, or you do these motivational things, the first thing they say is you've got to picture it.
Yes.
Visualize it, yeah.
Visualize it. Visualize it. Now, naturally, you can't visualize it and then that's it, you stop.
Yeah, you got to work towards it.
But that's where it starts.
You've got to visualize.
So
it.
why
and
aren't
this
they
is, and I know
visualising it?
this is so stupid and so simple, but but it's not that simple. The guy who Rash, who's a mental and mind
100%.
trainer and does all the stuff with psychology.
He's a
and
star.
It's brilliant, brilliant. And he's taught me about visualization. Now, I want to know, and this might seem like, people go, oh, geez, that's preschoolish. That's like, oh, what are you, a kid? What are you, a kid? I want to know if these blokes have been sat down, the leaders at this club have been sat down and said, boys, just sit down in a room. Sit down in a room and just imagine what it's like. Doc, Cripps, Mackay, Wiedering, all of you boys, just imagine and just visualise and tell me what it's going to be like on that last day in September.
I bet you they haven't. You know why? Because they're scared to put it out there. Yeah. They are scared that they will look silly.
You know what it is? That's being scared of failure.
I'll tell you something else that I've learned recently,
Being
right?
scared of
The sooner people, right, stop worrying what everyone else thinks, right, the better you are.
Fucking oath,
right?
I don't care what people think of me.
That's right. So
Couldn't give a
why do they
shit.
sit there and go, mate, this is where it all starts. I'm telling you, like, you can do all the training, but it starts as, like, all right, if you don't visualise it, what am I going for here? What am I doing? Why do I come and play every week? Why do I come?
Yep.
At the end of the day, why am I coming? I'm going to go to the coach.
Just
If I was
have a
playing,
kick
I go,
with
what
your
am I
mates.
doing here?
Even
What
as-
am I doing here?
Even as a fan base, you've all got to visualise it. You've all got to look at Cripps, Doherty, Mackay, Wiedering, all those blokes being up there on the
All
final
of
day
them.
of September
The
and lifting up the
Setterfields.
premiership
All
cup.
The Cottrells. All of them. Not just your superstars. I want, like, the C graders and whatever. You're not your top echelon. Oh, man, how
telling
can you
you,
not want them
they're
to
doing
win a
little
flag
things
too?
that just-
Fucking Brett Reynolds won a flag.
That's true. That's true, man.
Fucking Mike Pike or Martin Pike, whatever, from fucking Sydney won a flag. From Canada.
Don't ever
these
forget
things
what
here,
they
mate.
mean, mate.
Fucking hell,
Look at
like,
these things here.
fuck, heaven forbid I want to win a fucking flag or two.
I'm telling you, there's little things
Fucking,
that they
I'm
do.
over our fucking, I'm genuinely, I'm over our fucking supporters saying, oh, we had a fucking great year, oh, we had a great,
Because
we
you-
haven't!
We haven't achieved anything. We've achieved
You're
nothing.
fucking starving to stay in the eight.
Yeah,
Don't accept mediocrity, you fucking idiots.
that's it. And if they
You're
accept
fucking
it,
idiots if you accept this year.
100%.
And being eighth
You
and
should
getting
be
knocked
upset
out in
bad.
the first fucking round of the final.
be upset.
We get knocked out, it's on you.
you should be upset.
I don't
yeah.
accept that shit.
Well, aren't we one big organism? We are, man. We're one big. We all work
Fucking
together,
over
mate.
it, bro.
All of a sudden, if we're not bloody, I'm telling you, if we aren't all thinking the same thing, we are gonna fall apart.
We're
We
fucking
should be
flat.
a union.
So if we make finals this year, we've achieved the goal that we set out at the start of the year.
Well, see,
Does that satisfy you?
No.
Okay.
because the
That's
thing,
okay.
The thing is, it's the way. I'll give you an example. The draw. When you draw a game, there's a winner and there's a loser in a draw, right? The winner is the bloke or the team that comes back and draws the
And
game.
go, oh, thank God.
The
Gets
loser-
away with it. Yeah.
No.
Right, we're the same. At the start, now if we're I'll give you an example. If Richmond make it and then go out, they've succeeded because they were. But if we were going for top 4, if we just say we lose the next 2 and we still make it on default, right? And then we lose our first final. Don't say to me that
No.
it's a successful
No.
year.
We're
It's actually
7
a
years
failure.
in. 7.
All right, so where do
7
you take
years
it
in.
from? Where do you
6,
take it
7.
from? Do you take it from the start of the year or do you take it at round 15? Or round 14, whatever it was?
The problem is, right, and this is my problem, is that
Take it from the start of the fucking bullshit rebuild.
you set the goal of
23 years
finals.
ago.
You set the goal of finals at the start of the year. You make it.
Yes.
My issue is going into next year. They go back to last year and say, "Oh, we made it. We ticked the goal last
So
year."
what is it?
So,
You win a
so,
final?
so even if we fail the year after, but even the fact that you have ticked off the goal this year doesn't mean that you are going to be guaranteed to improve
That's what
next
I
year.
mean.
And
You
that's
don't
the
know
most
what's going to
frustrating
happen
part.
next year.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I think that final, right, was a tick at the start of the year. Now it's not enough.
No.
And that's okay.
Shouldn't satisfy you.
For me, that's all right.
That's not
For
enough.
me, as an
Now it's
expectation,
not
as a
enough
demand,
because we moved on.
that's okay.
And you know another thing? We should have made fucking finals, right? Because we weren't a bad side. We picked up some good fucking plays. People can blame
yeah.
injuries, right? We
Right.
picked up apparently the best coach ever, right? In 24 hours, right? We picked him up, picked up the best CEO, picked up the best everything, and then you go, oh, we don't make... What are you talking
You
about?
had a Chera
But
too.
regardless of
We
it,
had a Cherry Hewitt, Lewis Zung become a star, Kurno's come back, kicked 60 goals, first time since Favola,
yeah.
right? We've done all that. Harry's a lot.
And where are you? 8th or 7th.
And then you go, oh, but now if we fall into finals, no, I'm not happy with that.
No.
I'm not happy. And they should come out this week and say, we're not happy with this rubbish that we've brought
And again,
out.
just-
And we apologise to everyone. And I'm going to do
I don't
everything
want-
I can this week.
I don't want them to fucking apologise. I just wanted to say we obviously we're not going to come out and say we're fucking shit, but we were in essence we were fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
But this week we're going to fucking put in a real fucking gutsy fucking performance, and we're going to come out and give against the D's and give it everything we fucking got. And these last 2 games we're going to fucking win them both.
That's
Just come
100%.
out.
We expect to win.
We expect to win both. And if we don't win, we're going to make sure that we leave everything out there, and whoever we play are going to know that you've played us.
That's
because
it.
now, these last 2 weeks, they played around with us.
I know.
Been
They
toyed with.
They
I know.
toyed with us.
All you need
Sickening.
to do is just go and watch the press conferences from the Saturday after the Adelaide
Sickening,
game
bro.
to the Thursday. That's all you need to do.
Shit.
That's all you need to do.
Sickening, bro.
So,
Mate, we're hurting, man. It's
We
like,
are.
I hope
We
everyone understands that even we might have said some statements here that really have
I actually
have
don't
gone
care.
too far.
You
and
know
that,
what? I don't
whatever,
care because because you want to win. That's why you want to fucking win,
we're
mate.
trying to find answers too. You know what I mean?
Being second is the first loser.
100%.
That's what
I
You
want
said
to fucking win,
You
mate.
are second. You are the biggest loser.
We want to win.
You're the best of all the
You-
losers.
You want to go to every game thinking we're gonna win today. I told you, I'm not scared of the other teams. I'm scared of which Carlton, but this week I was scared of the other team.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what they did to
Yeah.
us last week, Adelaide.
yeah.
They
Melbourne
put
are
the
gonna
fear
hurt us
of
this
doubt
week.
into us, and we knew what was gonna happen.
If you were Melbourne now, right? Just say you were
yeah,
one
but
of
the thing is, they won't get complacent against us.
No, but-
because that's their mentality.
Yeah, but if you were Melbourne now, you were one of the leaders, you were the coach, and you honestly going to sit with your team now,
Yeah.
right? And you're honestly, and no one's listening, what are you going to say about Carlton?
They're gonna say they're a fucking wounded animal, boys.
Yeah.
They're looking
We're
for
gonna hurt
blood,
'em.
but we've got to match their intensity in that first
yeah.
quarter, and I bet you they fucking
But
will.
if we do match them, we're going to hurt them.
That's right.
You put enough pressure on them, you know
They're
exactly
going to
what
crumble,
they're going
and
to
the upper crumble could be bad.
I'd also be saying, mate, they think they're still at 8-2. They're boys. They're in ego mode.
Yeah.
They're still cock-a-hoot about
Yeah.
what they've done in the first half of the year, and that's what they've gone back on.
And
that's
you
what's
know they'll
happened.
come out like that,
Now-
Melbourne.
Now, there is a chance to rectify it.
There's
If-
always a chance.
There's always the next week.
As I said, if they come out, if I pick up some stuff with the rhetoric and
Ownership.
the approach coming into this week, and they go, "Yep,
Fucking
got
ownership,
it wrong.
bro.
We got it wrong. We got it
Well, they
wrong."
started bad already with the first press conference.
Not great.
Yeah.
Right, so now...
Didn't like it.
Monday morning.
Let's fix it, because now
You're
they're
gonna hear the
hurting
players.
too. Straight after the game, a lot of emotions. He's trying to just fix everything up. I want him...
Trying to
hopefully they can-
suppress the fire.
I'm just going out and saying, listen, mate, just be honest, man. We're not kids.
I'd
man.
rather honesty. Just give me honest. Honest,
Kids,
you can see through bullshit, and he's giving bullshit right now. We know that. Just give us honesty.
You know what the worst thing was? And you look back at their press conference after the Brisbane game, it was, and I think sort of Pommy paraphrased it and summed it up for us in our little inbox. He said, Ross spoke about, it's great that we're in these games. This is what develops a team. We're in these big games, in these games that matter.
Yeah.
What did they dish out in games that matter?
Failure.
The worst meta that I've seen. But give me another thing then. What do you mean the games that matter?
What about the earlier?
Every
Don't
game
they
matters.
Correct.
If you've got that attitude, every game should matter. Every game. Listen to me, man. This isn't hard. They're footy players. They're not brain surgeons. You go out for 2 hours a week, man. That's all I ask.
Maximum
you to do.
effort.
I
That's
understand
it.
you
Maximum
go out and do
effort.
your training.
You're gonna
and all that.
lose. You're gonna win. No one's perfect.
But we
You're gonna hit
expect you to
targets.
be
You're
at
not
your
gonna.
best for
Maximum effort.
2 hours a week. That's all we are going to ask you. When you go out there, give, and then you can do whatever you
And
want.
they're not stragglers. We've seen that they're not.
No, we know that.
And they've lost ugly. They've won ugly a few times.
Of course.
100%.
Of
That's what
course.
good teams do.
With injuries, I don't want to hear those excuses.
No,
and
but
again, we've got another injury. Or maybe we've got another. As I said, we don't know what's going on.
But
Barton again. There.
No, but out there today was nearly our best team, bar maybe Zach Williams.
Oh no, you had Hewitt.
Oh, and Hewitt. All right, fucking fair, whatever.
Yeah.
It's two players. They don't
And
make
Kennedy.
the team.
Kennedy.
They don't make the football
No,
team.
they don't. Yeah.
There's
As I said,
22
it's
of
all
them.
mentality.
Well, of course it is. Of course.
Just give me the fucking. What you want to keep going?
Paddy Dow.
Oh, fuck
I don't want to.
him.
I don't want to land.
Paddy Howe.
No, fuck
But
him.
no.
fuck
It's
him.
not about fuck him. It's,
No,
it's
fuck
about,
him. No,
Nah,
it's not
he's
about
done.
fuck him.
He's
What
done,
I
bro.
mean
He's
is, I don't
finished.
mean like fuck him. I just mean, why
gone.
can't we say?
gone.
No,
It's
no.
finished.
And this is. I'm not saying that I was vindicated or anything, but this is what happens when you actually watch, and you're not ill-informed, and you understand why he wasn't playing and why the coaches were vindicated in not picking him.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it in raw.
And he only spent 65% time on ground because he doesn't have the
I give
engine,
you
and
raw
they're
form.
trying to.
Well, that's
He's trying to be an
Far
impact
out.
player, but he was.
wanna
He
guess?
was. Didn't notice him.
No.
13
impact.
touches, 6 kicks, 7 handballs, rah, 2 march, 1 tackle.
All right,
right?
tell me the
How
most
many? One
important
tackle was terrible.
1 tackle, huh?
How many? What was his disposal efficiency?
54%.
And how many clangers?
He had
What that would have been like
Turnovers?
6,
turnovers.
5
He
or
had
6.
3. Right? I mean, what do you want me to say about him? Pressure racks 9. I mean, 146 metres game. Whatever, make of it what you will. He didn't do anything.
Of course, it's not his fault that we lost and all that.
Yeah,
That's
but if he's
that's
an
the-
impact player, he didn't have an impact. Simple.
Yeah.
He doesn't
He's
have
come
an
in, He's had
impact.
another chance, and again, he's failed. You know, this is your opportunity.
He just probably won't make it. will
He's
he?
not
He
good
won't
enough.
make- He's not good enough.
He's not good enough.
But the problem is, people, can you just stop every time we lose? We make excuses on we should have had him in.
He was
right?
in.
We should have had Silvani in last week.
He was in.
Right
That was
now,
another
Silvani
thing.
comes in. Oh,
And what, you know what also disappointed me about that whole Silvani omission is that what did Wearing said? He goes, "Oh yeah, that we were disappointed for him. Why?
the
Yeah,
fuck?
right.
Shut the fuck up. That's what I would say. Shut the fuck up. It's none of your business. You go in there and you play your spot. It's none of your business who's in and out. What are you disappointed about? What are you That's what I would have said to Weeder.
yeah.
What are you disappointed about? You should not talk. That's my job from now on.
It should
Do
make
not talk.
It shouldn't make you like fucking.
Oh, I'm
angry to go
disappointed
down
as
the
a
field.
player. That's none of your business. Your business is you play your position. I decide. That's what I was disappointed with Voss. Voss should have said, I decide who's in the team.
Not you.
Right? And that player has to play its role. And if it doesn't, I'll get to the next player.
And
you mind your own business.
You summed it up well there, and that's what he should have done in the press conference.
He
where
should
should
have.
If you're going to double and triple down and say, I made the decision, I make the call, this is what I thought would work, it didn't work, we go back to the drawing board.
And you know what? And if it doesn't keep on working, you get the sack. I don't care. At least you die with your conviction. Is that right?
Yeah, correct.
You live by the sword, die by the sword.
That's it, man.
That's his standard. You
That's
got to
it.
uphold
If
it.
it's going to work the way I say it.
Yep.
Right? Because if I'm going to be there and gets dictated by Wiedering or by the president or by anyone, then what am I doing here? Right? And this is why at the start I was saying, I'm not saying that Voss is the right, he might still be a champion, whatever, but this is why we were saying at the start when we wanted Clarkson, right? And I'm not blaming, I'm just giving you an example. Because we know that Clarkson would have stood by his
You know what
conviction.
you're going to get.
Will Voss can do that? Maybe. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that's what you need. And you need that by each person in the line, from the top to the bottom to the last person to Dow. Even Dow
To the
should say,
fucking
this is what I
cleaner.
do. This is what I do. You don't like it? Well, I'll move on.
And, you know, Voss has also said numerous times this year, this team is not the finished product. Now, is that...
Cop out.
It's one of two things. It's probably a reality. Maybe. I don't know. Clearly with what's happened. But
Yeah.
is it also a little bit of don't just judge me yet?
Yeah, of course.
You reckon that's, you know...
100%. It's been a bit of a self-preservation there, like he's saying.
Yeah, but
And look, I also understand, of course, it's not the finished product. I don't think it ever should be the finished product. Never.
Well, never is.
Never.
Ever is.
Even when you're in the grand final.
Should
We're not
be
ready for the
evolving.
next
Keep
person.
going.
Because what happened is everyone lifts 5%, you have to lift 5% again.
going.
Or else
Go
you're gonna
another
fall
level.
back. Because look at Melbourne this year, right? The other teams are kind of like past them because they haven't lifted
Yeah, but
that
then they're
5%.
gone again.
No, don't get me wrong. So it should never be. But I don't even want to hear that. We're
That's
not the
bullshit.
finished product.
That's bullshit. That's
Because
actual
we should
bullshit.
always be
I don't
evolving.
rate that.
I'm not the finished product.
I'm not.
After 7 years, we're not the finished product.
That's the other
But
thing.
what is the finished product?
Yeah.
The finished
A
product
premiership.
is...
It's a premiership.
What, 1? What, 2?
That's right.
What, 3?
Is it 2? Is it 3?
What, 4?
That's exactly right.
That's what I mean. So what's
It's
the finished
never-
product?
it's never
What
finished.
is the,
The
finished
finished
product
product-
in sport?
the finished-
There is none.
There is none.
The
There
finished,
is none.
the finished
There is none.
product is a team that can sustainably compete for
right.
premierships.
Geelong.
Every year. Geelong. Or Hawthorn's fallen away, but they did it for a
You've
long
always
while.
got to evolve.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Sydney, for 20 years, man, they've competed.
Finished product is sustained success.
Yeah. And a mentality.
Why
and
can't he come out and say, I want sustained success? Why?
No, they do. They
they?
have said that. Yeah, they have
Good
said
on
They
that.
have said that.
always
They
say
do
that,
go,
yeah.
our aim is to have, but at the moment, they look
Well,
like
they haven't.
sustainable
Not right now.
failure.
Well,
Anyway, we're 7 years in and we're
Anyway,
still
we can
fucking
go on and on.
going up and down the fucking
Let's
chimney.
finish this off.
Yep. Votes.
We'll just quickly do the votes. It really means shit. But I really... All right, go.
Votes McGovern 5, 4 Walsh, 3 Sard, 2 to Motlop and 1 to Doc.
I can't even remember what I put. Can you,
You
read
put-
mine out? Okay, McGovern,
You
5.
put McGovern, Walsh, Saab, but you put O'Brien for 2 and 1 to Motlop.
Okay.
And I put Walsh, McGovern, Sard, Motlop, O'Brien. So pretty
Like,
much
I from what I saw it with McGovern,
Trying to take it
I
on.
liked his game.
his last 2 weeks,
Trying to
he's come
take
back
it
and
on.
I like
it's
his
exactly
game.
what he did
No knock.
when he first came in.
No knock on him.
And you know what? He takes it on.
Well, he has. That's his game.
No
That's
knock.
his game.
That's his
knock.
game.
The other
mate.
thing is, just quickly, right? I still reckon the Plowman drop. I don't care what anyone says. The Plowman dropping was the wrong move, mate.
Stiff.
It was stiff.
He wasn't playing.
It
Doc.
wasn't-
I mean, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
It was the obvious because everyone had called for it. But I
But
mean,
this
what
is
does
what
it do?
shits me.
And you know what's
hate
funny?
that. I hate that.
Defensively, we were the worst we've been.
Yeah.
Because he plays a role. And you know, last week, he only had 3 turnovers, a lot less than bloody Doherty had 9.
11.
11.
I know he had 20-something disposals, but Plowman had, what, 15?
15,
It
and
doesn't
he had 3.
matter.
Anyway,
It really doesn't
that's
matter.
enough.
It
Petty
really
issues,
doesn't.
petty
Let's have a look at
issues.
his leaderboard.
Where the fuck is it?
I don't know, 40.
Anyway,
Whatever it means.
40.
Anyway, it's up there.
Pardon me.
All right. Is it up there? Yeah,
There we
it is.
So,
Walsh 164, Cripps 105. Well, I think Walsh has won it, hasn't he? Well, close to it.
I don't see anyone.
yeah, no,
Well,
he-
if Cripps is in either,
yeah, he's won it. He's
Well,
home.
even if Cribbs gets the next 2 weeks, that's
Walsh is our
30
champion.
again.
And he didn't play the first 2, or he played?
One.
missed the first
out.
game.
Missed the one. Anyway, Doc 104, Kerno 91, Sards had a good year, 85. All right, beautiful. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, mother, for the rabbits.
This has stuffed everything up because my whole fucking schedule here. I've got things here, I don't know what I'm going to do. All right, next week.
Hold on. Let me get my telephone up.
Next week. Should be the next one. Should be 41. Should be Carlton.
Next
and
next week, round 22, Carlton v Melbourne, Carlton home game, MCG, Saturday 13th of August, 7:25. Oh, we'll be on Friday, Saturday Night Lights, Channel 7, I'm guessing.
This is going to be tough, man. I don't know how they're going to get themselves out of this. If this, look, I was speaking to say
Who? Saif, yeah.
sorry, mate, Saif, and he we were speaking about it. He's going, this could be the biggest game, Brisbane, we've had all year, and I go, yeah. And if we lose, next week will be the biggest game. And if we lose, the week after will be the biggest game. And if we make the finals, the next week will be the biggest game. They're all the biggest games, you know. But, yeah, coming into this week, far out.
No confidence.
No, I've got no confidence.
It's so hard to turn around what's happened in the
And the
last
thing
2
is, the
weeks.
way we've lost in both games.
Yeah,
So
and the mindset that they've brought
been bad.
into each game. Can we win?
Well, first of all,
I always have this. We got every game. we got every game because we think we
of
can win.
course,
That's
and
why.
I'm going, man.
You know, whether it's
I've
blind
actually
hope,
changed my
I
job
guess.
so I can get
know.
there. So I'm going to get there to the game, and we're going to watch it, and I'm going to cheer.
I want the
I'm
club
gonna yell.
to set the expectation of a win, regardless of who's in or out. And I expect to win. We'll.
You know what? Of course I expect to win. I want to win. But, man, let's just start with leaving nothing out there, man. Right?
Yep.
Just let's start with that. Yeah. Let's start with that. Let's
your
start with
prediction?
my prediction is I've been right for the last 2 weeks. I'm going to do it again.
Melbourne 34 points.
Oh, I was going to say 36. All right.
Okay.
So we're close.
Melbourne
34, 36.
by.
If it's 35, you win it.
I'll buy your fucking Souvlaki.
Melbourne by 18.
You're lucky I didn't say 70.
Melbourne by 18. I think we will be ahead for a little bit in this game, but I think Melbourne will
For the
just
first minute, we'll go
I
1-0.
think Melbourne will just go into another gear.
I think so. I'm
They had a brutal game on
yeah.
Friday.
Yeah,
They're battle hardened though.
They're
Had
used
a
to it,
very
mate.
brutal game, yeah, but they'll come back hard. They'll come back hard.
Anyway,
All right.
have we got any players coming back?
Well, this is
Get
the
all
whole
next
thing too,
week,
man.
huh?
Like
Who
at the end of the
cares?
day, they're probably like,
Hewitt's dead.
well,
He's
all the
gone.
Well, yeah,
players.
Hewitt, he could miss the season.
He's
by then.
gone.
Well, we did. I said last week.
You
it
did
just,
say
it looked
you
like
said
that.
it earlier on.
Yeah.
That he's
After
good
the
in the
second
second.
week, I thought,
Cripps
he's
might
back.
be out for a week or two.
Yeah.
So he could be out for a week.
We'll
or
know
so.
the Cripps by the time
Kennedy,
this
he'll,
comes
I
out.
don't know if he'll be
He'll
back.
miss
Maybe
Melbourne, come back
He'll
against
come
Collingwood.
back
is what
against
we're
Collingwood, and the thing
Mate,
is,
didn't he-
even people
he
like,
broke their jaw.
He
Someone
fractured. He had a little bit of a fracture in his jaw.
Nah, he won't play then.
and
No,
then
I
you
said
got
2
like
weeks.
people like
2
Balenciaga. Even if he comes back,
Nah, he
he's
won't
gonna have
play.
no.
He's gonna have no. He won't be ready. How's
He
gonna
won't
be
play.
ready?
He won't play.
So we've really got no one.
Martin will be dead again. He's got
Martin's
calf
dead again, I'm
tightness.
telling
So
you.
Kemp has to come in then. If
Well,
Martin's
Kemp's
not,
got to come in.
Kemp should have came in this week, but
That's
I agree with that.
And
I
then
think
you
Kemp
got
should have come
Plowman.
in.
You got to think about. I'm telling you,
Marchbank wasn't too bad.
He holds it. Marchbank was alright. Marchbank was alright.
Yeah, Melbourne.
And
by
then you got
18
Pitts
points.
too. Is he too sick this week?
Well, Pitternet will probably come.
Oh,
in.
but he might be too sick.
Nah, we'll be too tall for this week. So.
My fear is that
that's the
this
excuse. We're too
We
tall.
got a bloody
The myth.
my fear is that
You
this is
gotta
a
go
real
against
ugly
Gore.
one.
Good fucking. He had 31, mind you. Lazy 31. I know
Who?
they lost. Gone.
Did he really have 31? Jeez.
Best on the ground and a goal.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
good luck.
Anyway.
All right.
Yep. Hey, get to the ground though. Hey, get there.
Get
It's
down
our
there.
away game. Have we won an away game at the G this year?
No,
Oh,
it's-
Essendon. That's it. That's
it?
the only away game we've won.
No, it is our
Lost to
Is it
our
Richmond.
away game?
Yeah, it is. It's our away game.
So
Well, we played 3 away games in a
3
row
away
again.
games. Yeah.
at the G, you're saying.
That's our away game. This
At
week
the
is an
G.
away
Oh.
game. We've only won 1 away game at the G this year
Far
against
out.
Essendon. Yeah. Anyway.
And that's when they were skiv.
Yeah.
I reckon we'd lose to them now. I can't believe how far we've fallen. Anyway.
It is our away game. Fuck
All right,
yeah.
let's do this. Let's do this.
320
All right,
now to
everyone,
5 again.
relax.
What price are we?
320. Unders.
Everyone relax. It's time.
Time for what?
I'm going to have some wine.
Oh, what? What is that?
That's my wine.
What do you mean your wine? What, the one you made?
He made it.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Does it taste? Let's see if it tastes of vinegar.
Get fucked. You're just
Get the salad.
You're gonna say that.
Get the salad.
Nah, I'm gonna fucking.
Mars, get the salad.
I get the salad.
Get the salad.
Is it balsamic vinegar? I have a will.
What is that?
Oh no, it's red.
Oh,
so it's not
jeez.
vinegar. Not yet.
That looks potent.
It is.
That's full bodied.
Yeah, do you?
Nah.
You're the.
I'm not the connoisseur. Maloney is, but he gives him one of these ones first. Look at the legs. Look at the legs.
Are you gonna smell? Does it smell?
Got a nice bouquet.
It's got a nice boot. Actually, not bad.
Are you going to do that? Have you seen that on TikTok when the bloke does the wine and then he looks at him and he goes, and he shakes his hand?
I'll shake it.
The bloke, he pours it for him and he looks at, he does the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
He looks at him and then he just looks at him and he shakes his hand like to say,
Let's have a look.
Look at the legs.
That's actually got some
It's
great
actually
legs.
got some
Exactly.
legs. Look at the
There's some
legs.
great
Look at the
on that.
legs. It's actually got legs, bro. Look at the legs.
I'm telling you, we did
You're not light on the pour, Rocco.
come on, man. What are we doing here?
It's actually nice. It's not vinegar.
Come on, man.
That's not too bad.
It's actually alright.
Very smooth. That's
Should
very
be working
nice.
job. It's a
You
good
should
job.
be working at Penfolds.
It's a good
That's
job.
actually very nice, Rocco.
So, next year look for the
I'm not a
drop punch
connoisseur.
line.
Give you a real good
Next
punch.
week, you know what I'll do?
What?
I've got the cupra collars ready.
Oh, they're ready, are they?
Can I cut it?
Yeah.
I love cutting it.
What we'll do is we'll bring it out, we'll do the slicing.
Carlton need to adopt the Nutella mindset. Be ready.
Be ready.
All right.
You know what we
These are
do? We're
10.
supposed to do this. Let's look at a. Can you go to 42?
Yeah.
Let's look at a legend and a legend moment in grand finals.
Legendary moment.
Yes,
that
let's
car.
have a look at this.
Okay.
Oh, Wayne fucking
We're here in Melbourne to relive arguably the greatest moment in grand final history. Unbelievable moment. And to help us with that moment, we have the legend of that moment, Wayne Hamsey. Okay,
What's
it's
really
1979. Carlton are trailing and it actually looks like the Pies are going to win a flag. That is, until Hamsey here comes to the rescue. You better be Wayne Harms.
Good idea.
Now, Harmsy, we've set up the slip and slide type affair. You're basically going to come running in, slide along there, and it's going to be wicked. Tip it to shoulder in the goal square. How good's that? Hey? 1979 grand final. Yeah, I thought you'd like it. Do you? All right, ready? Buckley, get to that to Harms. He's pursued by Brewer. The Brewer can't catch him. He kicks it, and he's off target. It's a shocker. Goal! He goal square. He does it to shoulder. Goal square. Yes! What? Was the ball in?
Does it matter?
That's one of the best ads ever, that.
There's a few others.
What
I've
about the
got
one?
lined up.
Oh, you got.
I've got a few others, yeah.
You got the Jezelyn going.
So we've got a
surely.
few others, yeah. It's going to be Carlton, kind of centric, of course. Yeah, so that was, first of all, remember when Harmsy told us when he did that ad? Look at his bloody hand.
Hammy.
He
He
was
did his
stuffed
hammy,
for like
correct.
4 weeks,
Yeah,
mate.
I remember asking him about it, yeah.
So that was it.
Can I just give you a score update? The
Yeah,
Premier League.
Man
Man
United.
United are down 2-0
2-0
against Brighton. I like it. Fuck.
On your cheech.
On your cheek.
On your cheech.
Can I have a bit
on
of
the
water?
gutters.
Could I have a bit of
Alright.
water, please? Not for this, but I've had so much. I've had a
Feeling
bit
a
of
bit-
chocolate. I'm
Feeling a bit parched.
a bit parched at the moment. Actually, I'm going to have a...
We might have to get Maloney in to do the wine testing. And what do you reckon?
I reckon he might like that. I reckon he might like that. Then after the show, you go, oh, fucking shit.
Yeah, I know.
No, actually, no.
Thanks,
No,
man.
it's actually a good drop this year.
Not bad.
Last 2 years have been really
Where'd your
good.
grapes
We've got
come
it to
from? The
we've got it to a
Barossa?
T, man. Nah, the grass, no. We last 2 weeks. Hey, listen,
Yep.
we forgot to do this
What?
because who are we sponsored by?
Oh, fuck. We've completely forgotten about all the
It's all
sponsors.
over, man. It's
Melbourne
all over.
Coffee Roasting Co.
Yeah.
Who's our other sponsor?
Marino Bros.
Marino Bros.
And?
Thank you for. And This one here.
Top
Go
dog
to
liquor.
top dog liquor.
All
right, so we have got a couple. This is the first one. Josh Tonini.
Ciao, Josh.
What's he got there?
Chicken parmigiana con un po' di insalata,
And who's he
un
got
po'
on
di
the back?
patatine
It's
fritte.
got us in the back, which is a win.
Yep.
But I'm gonna just.
We've seen the other
Josh,
one.
Josh, you made the cardinal sin.
Oh yeah, it's absolute cardinal sin what he's done.
The chips underneath.
It's like it's
They get soggy there.
They get soggy.
no, unless you like them soggy. But
I actually don't like chips with the palm. It kind of like cheapens it.
Yeah, that's fair.
okay,
I want the veggies.
all right,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
veggies and
You're
salad.
upper class.
Upper class.
You know,
Yeah.
the wordsmith of Reservoir. That is,
But yes.
That's good. But anyway, he posed the question.
Yeah.
Is it Parma or Parmi?
Bro. It's not even a question.
People go, I want the
It's a Parma.
Parmi. And I said, who the fuck?
Having said that, if you pronounce it properly, parmigiana.
Yeah.
So if you're cutting it off, it's parmi,
So you're going to go walk around, can I have a Parmi?
not a parmi. I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to create a third leg to this. Parmi.
You got to say it with the accent.
Parmi.
Parmi.
Just say
Pardon
pardon me.
Parmi. Yeah. No, I reckon if you go Parmi.
I've got into Parma. It's a Parma.
Parma's is the real red thing.
Pot Parma. Pot Parma.
Parma.
Go down to me local, Pot Parma.
Man, I'm telling
You
you.
found a good spot for chicken palm.
Oh, I can't disclose location.
Really?
Sorry.
Is it that good? Is it cheap?
You're paying nearly $30.
Worth it though, apparently.
That's a good Parma.
He reckons he'd pay 50 for it.
huge.
Reckons he'd pay
I'd
50
pay
for
50
it.
for it.
Yeah.
Best in Melbourne.
I love the big.
That's a
I'm
big
not
call.
disclosing
Where
it.
did I go? I went
Because
somewhere
once
where-
I do that, someone will go, oh my God, I went to one of these places and you know, this and I'm not
Have
going
you
to say
always
the
finished
location.
it?
Fucking oath, I could eat
Well, I
three
went
of
You
them.
asked him if he's always finished it.
I always finish it too.
Come
When
on,
we
bro.
Yeah, but
I
I went to a
actually-
place
I feel disrespected.
in Queensland. Where did I go? No, Western Australia. I went to a place in Western Australia.
Australia.
I didn't finish it.
Nah,
Really?
even if it's shit, I'll finish it.
No, it was. I'm telling
Nah, I'll
you,
eat it easy.
he was coming off the plate. so-
Easy.
Hey, how
Easy.
did they even get? Like it's a chicken parma. How do they even get a chicken that fucking big?
They
Man? It was
don't.
like huge.
Don't know. Anyway.
They butterfly
Next.
the
Next one.
fillet and then
Stuart Cats.
Stuart Cats with a bowl of gnocchi.
What's that? Gnocchi?
Looks like gnocchi and gorgonzola with a bit of walnut.
Gorgonzola. I like it.
You know what's funny? It's
Your poo would have smelled.
It's proper.
The gorgonzola.
Lovely.
Ew. Pewy.
Now, this is your typical this is your typical sort of northerner dish.
It is.
The plate is like 50 meters wide,
In
and
diameter.
50 meters in diameter. But the food's like,
It is too.
Bro, I would
It is.
have
Tastes
gave
pretty
it back. I actually would have said I want another bowl.
They look
no.
they look homemade too.
they do look homemade.
They look
Were they better than the ones at
I
Penfolds?
reckon they might be. I don't know. I'll have to ask Stuart.
We'll have to ask Stuart.
All right. Tell me, you fraud.
So, sorry, Stuart.
Josh is the winner.
You haven't got us in the background, so unlucky.
Bad luck.
Bad luck.
Crepa.
So everyone, get onto them. Get onto our channel. This week we got a special guest, and I love this bloke. I really did fall in love with this bloke. Did you? I did. I'm telling you, champion player, and the interview. I love these old guys
A lot of champion players.
who are just passionate.
Yes.
And love it. Like, it was amazing. It was an amazing interview. So get onto our merch, right?
Yep, the merch, all of it.
Get
T-shirts,
onto
hoodies.
it. And one more thing, if anyone is out there,
Please, sir. I want some more.
What? Ask for more?
Sign up with the Jumper Punch. Become part of the channel. Sponsor us.
Might be eating
Come
big
along for
palmers
the
soon.
ride, ladies and gentlemen.
We might be eating bigger palmers soon.
yeah,
We'll-
well,
Might have
it's
food
in the
challenges.
works. In the works.
In
So
the
we'll
works.
get on to
we
that.
have had some contact with some people.
Yeah,
We've
we're
had.
not- don't
It's been
disclose.
hot.
No, I'm not disclosing.
It's been hot, and don't miss out because
I'm telling you,
limited
next year's
spots.
big. Next year's big. I'm telling you now. Let's get on. It's going to be big because we are passionate about what we do.
I want to be driving around in better cars and fucking the Carlton place.
Why not? That's it. That's it. Actually, speaking about that.
Ah, yes.
Right.
Speaking about that.
Yeah.
Mate, I would love to be driving around in this car.
Oh, what's
Let's
this?
have a look at this.
Drives. Anthony Francina's just 25 years old and already he's a proud owner of a Porsche. Mind you, it's not just any old Porsche, it's a car Anthony's built himself from the ground up.
I only take it out on nice days or good hot nights. I don't really take it that much, but when I do, I enjoy it.
So, explain to me exactly what you've done in here.
This is all blue, got it re-upholstered. The dials are blue, I changed that to white. The steering wheel was a Momo normal steering wheel. They got that specially made up. Had the TV in my old car, had a CRX Honda, and took that out and I put it just there. I put the PS2 in the glove box, which plays DVD, so why not just grab a DVD and move the DVD and put it in and watch TV on long trips. And the 2 speakers, and of course the subbies, which you saw in the boot, so which is pretty loud when it goes. So.
You've pretty much got a Land Rover in your car.
Yes, it's very comfortable. So when I go for long trips, as I said, it's really enjoyable.
So your friends must love going for long drives with you then?
Yes, anywhere you want to go, like in the beach or the countryside, everyone loves it. Let's go in the Porsche, let's go in the Porsche. Which, not much room in the back, but the front first is very comfortable.
But you wouldn't get much opportunity to actually watch TV and play the PlayStation in the driver's seat?
Nah, it's very hard for me. I just a bit of a glance and make sure I'll keep my eyes on the road.
With as much determination as he tags an opponent on field, Anthony Francina has spent 2 years turning this run-down 1982 Porsche into a dream machine.
Okay, well, when I first got it, it was a 2.8 litre, and I upgraded to a 3.6, which is the biggest engine you can get on the Porsche, so it goes pretty hard. It's a bit dirty, I've got to clean it.
A mechanic by trade, Francina has a passion for cars, fixing them up and getting them out onto the open road.
Last week we played on the Friday night, and I took it down to Rosebud, took it around all those nice curvy roads, which is pretty fun, so yeah, for sure. I'll probably this week too, I'll probably take it away too.
I wouldn't imagine you'd drive this to training or to a footy game very often.
No, I haven't driven it at a game at all. Not at all. I try to get away from the club, I don't want to really, I'll keep it pretty low key, this is my outside football, I just want to relax and drive the car around. I don't want to really get involved in that side.
Is this your pride and joy?
Yes, this is my baby, the little Porsche, so that's my little name, little Porsche.
Now,
Bro,
I just want to say
We
something.
love Francina.
Francina. I just want to say something there. Who was the reporter? Christy Malthouse?
Yeah.
That was Christy Malthouse?
Oh, what's there? I
I
didn't
reckon
get that.
she might have had a little thing for Anthony Francina.
You can see
there.
the
she,
look.
she,
That's a
and
proper,
he sort
that's
of,
a
you
proper
know.
sex spec car.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
fucking
yeah,
tech.
yeah,
I'd roll around in that. I'd roll around in that right
I
now.
would love like an old Porsche.
That's fucking tech.
Mate, that's sick.
Aren't you,
That's sick.
Francina?
I love him, mate. I love the look he
what a
gives. Everybody
filth,
goes,
mate.
he goes.
But it's a filthy wog
like
look.
it. Oh,
Like, only
yeah.
like you. That's a proper wog.
That was
Eddie's.
like the Wog Boy. Like
That was the
like,
one boy. Yeah, he loved it. Anyway, we said we're going to show it. So we are episode 47, brought to you by
North Seafood and Grill.
Spoke to Ange this week, and something could be happening. I'll let you know. So the first one is, do you know this bloke?
That
Where's
is
Lofts?
yes.
Well done.
Where's Lofts? So
Where's-
the photo on the right
Yeah,
was
yeah,
what
yeah.
gave it away.
Well, he played 167 games, 5 in this 47. 65 goals, premiership player in 68. Served as the Carlton committee from 78 to 202 and resigned shortly before John Elliott got that. Ta-da.
Yeah. Now, was he part of chairman of selectors?
Yes. Yeah.
And he was known as the Godfather.
Yep. So with him, he was part of like all the way from 79.
That guy that
Got
he
the Scarface
the
look,
guy
yeah.
that he kills, and then the security.
Oh, yeah.
That's full on.
You want a job?
What do you want a job?
That's too.
Want a job?
Hey, thanks, Donny.
and he was sweating.
And he was holding the drink like that. Apparently loved the dart. Apparently loved the dart.
So
Manager
he was. They reckon he was part of the selection from 79 to 95.
I wonder if he would have.
Every
I wonder if he would have been Darwin.
Let him.
He wouldn't have gone.
Anyway, I don't want to make
What
it.
about this bloke here?
Is that
Neil
No, I don't know.
Chandler.
No, I don't know.
68 to 74, 82,
Oh, no,
70,
know the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know the
25,
name.
22 goals, premiership player, 68, 70, 72. No mug. Played in an era when Carlton played in 5 grand finals in 6 years,
Wow.
3 flags. Announced his retirement in 1973 at the age of 25.
Really? They all did that, though.
Did he go on to maybe pursue something else potentially? No. Well,
I
obviously.
think they went and played like some
Bocce.
local football or whatever. Anyway, we got a bit of a video of him. Let's
Play
have a look at
bocce
this.
there.
Oh, we got footage, do we?
Yeah, we got footage.
He only played in 3 flags. Brought to you by Spirit of Carlton.
Oh, brought to you by Spirit of Carlton. Goal! I love the goal umpire. Just bang, mate.
The goal umpire's near like that. And they keep leaning all the way back. And you pop a C5 vertebrae.
Look at this.
That was like Danaher today.
Oh, then he changed numbers, so you're going to see 22 now.
Through they come. Picked up by Chandler. Chandler breaks clear. Puts in number 2. Nichols minor.
Oh, Nichols gets pushed. That's a free kick. Look at this.
Coming through. The Australians comes around now. Has his kick almost smothered. Up towards Chandler. Chandler takes the mark. Almost unopposed. Goes towards
Chandler wearing 22 there.
Yeah, he wears a 22.
Look at City Sid Jackson.
Yeah, City Jackson.
Hey,
Look at this.
First
The
thing
fucking
through
worm
a ball
burner.
burst.
Yo!
Bonza Blues.
Oh, I was touched. I didn't realise that.
Yeah, I'm sure the goal umpire would have seen it from 50 metres away.
No review there.
Like a
Look
real
at this.
worm boner.
Oh, just runs. Mate, look how thick they used to be too, huh?
Yeah, good legs. Look at the legs. Look at the legs.
Took a bounce.
Took another
This is a
bounce.
goal.
Don't tell me
This is
he's
a goal.
kicked it.
This is a
Oh,
goal.
magnificent!
Yo!
The goal umpire.
In the butcher's gear. I love the butcher's
I love it.
jacket. Love it.
The best one was that first goal. It just ran. So that was yeah. Hey, listen. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit of a. We're gonna have a bit of a competition, bit of a see. All right.
Okay, yeah.
We're gonna see if you can name these players.
I can't, but yeah.
Name the... Okay, all
All
right.
right, because there's a whole bunch that played like less than 10 games.
Oh,
All right.
It'd be some new ones.
No, you'll pick them. All right, let's go first one.
zoom in. I can't see that.
Come on, man.
I
I don't know.
no idea.
All right, Andrew McKinnon. 89 to 90, 15 games, 7 goals.
Okay, yeah.
Those are
All right,
forward.
this bloke played a lot more, but he only played 8 games in this jumper. Can you pick him?
Darren Hume, yeah.
Oh, you want to Paolo there. 8 games, 56
I liked him,
goals.
man.
Pup was a tough...
I like
All
him.
right, got to be quick,
Then he
huh?
wore the fucking helmet.
No, he was good, man. You know, he ended up playing 110 games.
I know.
About
Well, he's
2'1".
fucking watching at Princess Park.
About
Loved
2
it.
feet one.
Hear me. All right,
Yeah.
next one.
Don't know, you know. I don't know.
Oh,
He looks
come on.
familiar, but I don't know.
zoom in. Is
Oh.
that not...
No, I know this player.
It's not Lawrence Angle.
Yes, it is.
Hey, he was going to be a star.
Yes,
He was.
it is.
4
yeah.
games, 6 goals, heaps of potential. But he got into a bit of trouble.
Yeah, just
Oh,
ask
did he?
Kuda.
Yeah,
was
did he
the one-
ever?
Yeah, he got a
Wasn't
little bit
it?
of trouble.
Kuda said he found them like with their eyes rolled back in there, like they were.
Was he the one who was stealing out of the bloody...
Yeah, all the change
Him and
rooms.
Carl Norman got sacked
Yeah,
at the
him
same
and-
time.
him
No,
and
was
James.
stealing out of the lockers.
All the
or something.
wallets, all the cash.
Where is that?
What a scumbag.
Anyway.
I
All
love
right.
it. We got to interview him.
Yeah, I love to get him.
Go. Next one.
Next one.
Wait up.
Oh, I know exactly who that is. That's Bentley.
Bentic. Whoa, he's killing you, man.
Not
Bentic.
not Bentick.
Bentley.
Bentley, sorry, you're right.
Bentley.
Bentley.
Came from Port Adelaide.
Yes, 20, exactly right. 26, he played 5 games and 2
Fuck,
goals.
that's pure dead shitism.
Yeah. All right.
All right, this
Sorry.
bloke, let's go.
What's the score here?
No, kill
Oh,
him.
that's Kieran
Nah.
That's Kieran something. Oh, he's
I
from
know that
Ireland.
I'll be a little bit of
You
leeway.
said
there.
Kieran, so I'm gonna give it
You
to
know
him.
what last name?
Starts with S.
Kieran Sheen.
Sheen. Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
left foot kick.
Yeah, correct. And then he pissed off back to Ireland.
6 games.
I don't
No,
think we
sorry,
listed
he
him.
played 6
Oh,
games.
did we? Yeah.
Maybe he went back to Ireland.
I think he wanted to
Didn't
go
he
back
get
to Ireland.
injured? No,
Yeah.
he got
Got
injured.
homesick.
Groins.
Then he went to
Groins.
Ireland for the Christmas break, and he never came back.
Yeah, he didn't come
That was
back.
Kieran Byrne.
Byrne. That's
Oh.
That was Kieran
Yeah,
Byrne
that was
because he
Byrne.
snapped his
Yeah.
ankle or
Ankle.
something.
With too many Kierans.
Did his ACL
Byrne. Kieran.
You're
and
right.
then broke his
And he
ankle.
went, and then he
Went to-
never
and then he
came
never
back.
came back.
Yeah,
He had a lot of talent.
Beautiful left foot.
Kieran
left foot.
Byrne, no, right,
Right
foot.
foot. But he had a
Kieran Byrne had a
big
lot of
hoop, but
talent.
Anyway.
A couple. And I think he came over with,
Kieran Byrne.
Byrne.
no.
Kieran
Him.
Sheen. Zach Tui.
He came with Zach Tui. Yeah.
Him.
Yeah, I think he came with Zach
I don't
Tui.
know, anyway, but Kieran
Because
Sheen
that
was
was
a
in,
big left foot kick.
Correct.
Kieran Byrne was the right
Right foot.
foot kick who did
High
his
so-
ACL
high
against
socks.
Collingwood.
He
High
had the high
socks.
socks, yeah.
Correct.
Anyway.
Correct.
All right, next one.
Josh DeLuca.
Yeah, look at him. Josh DeLuca.
Mid-season.
Mid-season, 6 games, 4 goals. He played, I think he played for Port Adelaide or Adelaide.
Ooh, yeah.
Adelaide.
Early on he did, I reckon.
Yeah,
I
Adelaide.
reckon early on he did.
played 4
And then he
games
went
for
to WA.
Yeah.
It was Adelaide.
Yeah, and
he
he,
came
actually
over here
he left with a bit of sour taste in
He
his
did.
mouth.
He was promised a spot on the
He
list.
was. And he actually didn't play too bad when he came in.
Kicked the match winner against St Kilda.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think that, I don't know if that
Yeah,
was
that's the
it.
goal
the
there.
one.
Yeah, that's the goal
Could
there.
have been the goal there.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look at this bloke. Last one.
That's a big source, isn't it?
Nah, that's
No, it's not.
Callum
Moore.
Yeah.
Callum
Moore.
Sorry.
Used to have the massive
Richmond.
shin pad.
Yes.
Yes.
Richmond. He
I
played.
remember the
He ended up playing 10 goals, but he
tattoo.
played
Remember
2
that?
games for Carlton.
Two games, 2 senior games.
He came from Richmond.
Correct.
Yes.
Richmond
We
VFL.
had a big
Was
thing.
was he part of the thing? No, he wasn't part of it. Nah, he was just later. Anyway.
Yeah. But
Is
he
that it?
was. Nah, that's
He
it.
was Qatar.
He
Go
took it
right.
again.
Whatever.
I don't really
Fucking
care.
freak.
I knew like half of them. I knew the lowest angle one.
No,
I
he
just
just
say
knows
it.
him quicker.
Yeah.
He just knows it.
It's
like
because
when
I
you go,
work and he doesn't work. So
Yeah, no, that's
sorry.
true.
You know what I mean?
That is
Alright.
my work.
There you go.
That is your work. It's going to. Well, the other part, the racing's going to be more your work recently, we found out.
Yes, I'm not revealing too
No,
much.
we won't
but
reveal
go on.
too much. Hey, let's have a look at this bloke.
Yep.
All right. So this is
Peter Francis.
very good. Peter Francis is our featured this week. 79 to 81. He only played 47 games in the number
Yep.
47. He ended up playing
Oh, he played how many
158 games.
How many games?
47.
In the 47.
Yeah.
He played 47 in the 47.
Yeah, he did.
There it is.
He played 158 games all up for 4 clubs. In 50, and he kicked
Who did he
15
play for?
goals. He played for Carlton, Fitzroy,
Fitzroy?
St Kilda.
Richmond, and then Essendon. Right? Now, he was a 79 premiership player. Now, the funny story about Peter Francis, he was a champion, and I'm going to show you some footage, right? I'm telling you, it's as good as a winger that you've ever seen,
Really?
right? And he was traded to Fitzroy mid-season for Frank Marcazzani. Now, Frank Marcazzani at the time was like the #1 draft pick. He was the champion, right? So when it came to this, there was a chance, but they used to do the mid-season draft, they said, and they wanted to get him in. Now, the only way they were going to get him in, because Robert Walls was the coach of Fitzroy, he goes, I want Peter Francis, so you're not getting no one. And they ended up trading him, which ended up being a mistake because Peter Francis went on to play 158 games. Marcazzani only played like 20 or 30 games, always injured. Could have been thinking it was the biggest mistake. I'm telling you, one of the huge, massive mistake. Now, you'll see all this in the interview. The interview goes for 2 parts, so it's going to go over Wednesday and Thursday.
Well, you said it was how long? Over
2 hours,
hours.
and he wanted to keep on
Fantastic.
talking. I'm telling you, and this, I
Love it.
really fell in love with him. Now, let's have a look at
pictures?
Let's have a look at this picture. When we got there, bang. this bloke there. He had all
did
this-
show us
his
all this.
player, yeah.
There's
And
his match-worn
jersey,
jumper. That's
Awesome
the
stuff.
Guernsey, medals.
medals. The
Look
little
how happy,
cup.
look how proud he is.
Oh,
That's what you could be.
that's what you could be. And
I
they used
love
to
it.
wear
That to a game.
That
I
to
rate
the
that.
game.
I always rate that shit.
Bella was theatre, mate.
Yeah.
Why don't they bring that back?
Because we're dumbasses. Because we've got to be like, mate, we should go in like class. You walk in, you play,
You know what that
you
is?
feel the way you look.
You know what that is back then, wearing that, setting standards.
It is. That's a standard. Now, when we got there, he was so cute, if I may say this. He had all the stuff lined up.
Ready.
And he's showing us books and he's showing us that. And then
He's
said
proud.
He had the notes ready. He was so, and he just
Fantastic.
started talking. You're going to love the interview. Now, before we do that, I just want to show you some highlights, right? And have a look at this and tell me this bloke wasn't great.
Really takes the grab,
Oh, yes, hips.
but it's Francis now. Francis
Oh,
Oh,
it's a
little
fucking chiseler.
chiseler.
What they can't do nowadays.
into the goal from an acute angle. Magnificent
Look at
play,
this.
Carlton.
Seriously.
Kicks the ball back
I was
into
so
play, looking for
impressed.
the lead from Knights.
Look at that.
Oh.
That's Lee Matthews, man. He just knocked out
Fuck,
Lee
and
Matthews.
gets up too.
Matthews, he's groaning. It's
Look at
gone
him. He got the
all
ball
way
in hand, Chich.
down. Goes to Jezza.
Hey, Jezza.
Look at this.
Out wide to
Oh.
Francis. On to Marku.
On to Marku.
You little mongrel.
He fucking pounded through.
Look at this,
Oh,
man.
look at that. Oh, yes. Oh, hips. Oh, the hips. I love when players have hips.
I love it.
It's so good. They can dance. He's a dancer.
He's a dancer. Look at this.
Oh, good
Look at the tackle
tackles.
way. It's not over.
Oh, little fucking cheesy chicks. Oh, look at the hand. Look at the one hander.
Finally picked up by Francis. A kick across the centre half forward.
Nick gets ridden into the ground by Young.
Look at the pace on him, mate.
To pick it up and drive Carlton forward.
Oh!
Francis, a great mark.
Why did they?
I'm telling you, it was a mistake.
Right.
Look at
Great
this
core
one.
movement.
I'm gonna have to ask my old man about it.
His core, mate, unreal.
Yep.
Look at him.
This looks dangerous.
They can't fucking sausage. Roll.
Straight through the high diddle diddle.
Goal number 1 to Francis. And
Back to Do, who gave it back to Francis, and from a very tight shot in the
Oh,
stop
don't tell
it.
me!
Don't tell me!
Go. Fuck.
What the hell?
Just from the highlights. He's been the best out of the highlights so far. Oh, look at this. The gut
Steady,
run.
35 metres out. Oh yes.
Here the goal. Here we go.
Go.
Fuck. Serious footballer.
That's right. Yeah,
Now,
but don't demand standards.
I'm telling you, I watched his highlights.
Jeez.
I was so impressed. And speaking to him, did you see that? That's the
What
best
Setterfield-
highlights
That's
I've
what
ever seen.
Setterfield should have done
Yeah.
today.
That's a winger.
That's beautiful.
Did you see
Good on
his
him.
pace, his movement? It was just unreal.
Brilliant skill set. But a
And
brilliant player.
You asked, why did they get rid of him? So you'll see all this in the interview. It's an amazing interview. Just the inside of, is that the word?
Insight. Yes, correct.
Of
Yep.
not only him playing, how he got there. What Jezza made him do to get to that level. Then when he got traded, he rang up I'm going to give you a bit of an insight. He rang up David Parkins when he found out
Would've
this
been
was all
burning.
happening. And David Parkins goes, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
So he didn't even know.
Wow.
And the transfer was done, and they used to play on the Tuesday, those Tuesday night games.
that's
And
it.
it was
Cut.
done on the
Yeah,
Monday,
the
and he
Corsa
was
Cup.
playing for Fitzroy on the Tuesday.
Fuck. He would have been burning.
And you know Marcazzani? He was the one in 82 where they made him run out and didn't play in the grand final, and he ran back off again. It was kind of this scam they tried to
Okay,
do.
right, okay. Right.
I'm telling you, I was shocked, and he was,
can't
but
wait
he
for
was
this. I
such a
haven't
good.
seen it.
He didn't say one bad word, but he said, I knew like that was what I had
Full
to
of praise.
do. The club had to do what it had to do. I moved on. I'm telling you. So you know what? Let's have a look at this.
All right, let's go. You've pumped this up. I'm excited for this.
I'm telling you, I loved him. And here we have him Peter Francis, how are you, mate?
Yeah, really well, Rocco. Thanks you.
Peter,
Vince.
thanks so much for joining us today.
Pleasure, Vince. Pleasure.
Welcoming us into your lovely home.
Yeah, welcome to see you home, man.
Here in
Great to
Rosebud.
have you here. Yeah,
On the Mornington
lovely
Peninsula.
Rosebud, close to the beach. So.
Yeah, it must be a
we
great
love it.
lifestyle here.
Yeah, it is. We've been down here 3 years after sort of retiring from the AFL, and really enjoying it. Close to my wife's mother. She's only 600 metres away.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, and that's probably
that's
the reason
nice.
from the change from Gippsland down to here. But
Yeah, you spent about
really enjoying it.
25 years there.
Yeah, 25 years. First 6 years coaching Gippsland Power and worked full time for the AFL in that period, and then the next 19 years I was talent manager, which is really, they call it talent manager, but it's general manager running the whole club. And yeah, I loved every minute of it. And we had some wonderful players come through that program that are
Any of them Carlton players?
Well, yeah, like
We've got a couple, haven't we?
we have. We've got the Coleman medalist in Harry Mackay, and and obviously Sam Doherty, who was captain last year, and
inspirational.
Just
so just quickly on we've already gone in a different direction, but Sam Doherty, how inspirational is that bloke there to come back this year and see what he's done?
Yeah, no, it's just amazing. Like to come back from cancer twice, and it's hard enough to play AFL football as it is.
And a couple of very serious knee
injuries. Yeah, no, it's just an inspiration, and must be an inspiration to that team because what he's done is just absolutely amazing. Probably doesn't surprise me, given the type of boy he was at Gippsland Power. He was a real leader even then amongst the other boys. So. Yeah.
And hey, the way he's been going this year, would it surprise you if he won the best and fairest?
No, it wouldn't all be.
How good a result would that be, if Sam Doherty won?
I'd be really
That would be
happy
his
with that.
second, by the way.
I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with that. That'd be very close.
Well, you never know, because best and fairest reward players that don't necessarily get
100%.
35 possessions every game, but that sometimes they do their job, and he's very much done that, hasn't he?
Exactly.
It's been the general.
But
the
main thing we want him to do is win a premiership.
Yeah, well,
you did that with Carlton.
Very fortunate.
Very.
So let's get back onto you. Yes.
Yeah.
You're the
So
only
number 47.
Yeah.
Wow, we thought you were the only one who won a premiership with 47, but we discovered there was another player, wasn't there?
There was, yes.
Well, technically, you are the only number 47 to run out onto the MCG where people could see the 47 on your rack.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's the other 47 that technically is part of a premiership team back in 1968?
Neil Chandler.
Neil
Chandler, who wore later number 22. So
that's right.
Yeah, no, I met Neil. We were made life members together at Carlton Football Club when they made premiership players.
That's right.
Life members, and a lovely fellow, unfortunately.
Sadly now.
Passed away, just recently. And, was a terrific player, but to get 3 premierships, 68, 70, 72, in only 60 or 70 games, it's a good wonderful effort. Wonderful effort.
Yeah. You started. How did you start footy? Did you always play footy?
I did. I started with
as a young kid.
I did. I started as a young kid. I was 11 years old, and I was probably a little bit later starter, but in those days I had to play in the under-15s at Heathcote.
So you grew up in Heathcote?
I grew up on a farm in Heathcote, about 14 kilometres.
That's interesting. Do you say Heathcote rather than Heathcote? Because I think most of us who don't live there or don't know the place that well say Heathcote, but it's interesting. Is that what the Heathcote people say?
Yeah, maybe they do. I'm not too sure. Look, it was a great life for me. I had 2 sisters, Kate and Sue, either side of me, so I was the middle son, and grew up on a farm, and actually I barracked for St Kilda, and Heathcote were the Saints.
I was going to ask who you barracked for, so it was St Kilda.
Yeah, and I wore number 18.
Amazing the team, some of the people we've interviewed.
Yeah, but I wore number 18, which was Cowboy Neil, and used to... my hero was Darryl Bulldog, number 4.
Right,
That was a couple of
good Tassie boy.
Tough players,
Darryl Bulldog was tough.
Especially Cowboy.
Cowboy Neil is even tougher.
Look out for him.
Episode 47, and they lost to the team that was 7-4.
So what happened today? Jesus. Well, there you go. There's a bit of iron.
You're doing some good work, some great work.
I'm telling you, this is a great interview. I know, guys, I'm telling you, I sat there mesmerised by...
But, mate, jeez.
Mesmerised by him. I was just sitting there listening to it. And I am becoming smart.
You're AI learning.
The problem is yous are becoming dumber.
See, use.
You can't take the reservoir out, man. The reservoir stays, man.
That's great.
It's really good, man. I'm telling you, I love it.
I look forward to it because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, no, he's really good, really good. And as you saw, man, champion player. So
And proudly brought to you by the Spirit of Carlton.
Spirit of
I
Carlton.
already said that.
Yeah, I know. Just again, just even
In case
And Blue Zeum for all your information.
in case you missed it.
even though there's big logo there.
And
But
thank
anyway.
you for North
thanks.
Seafood and Grill.
Especially North Sea. We
How
went-
is Ange? What's going on with
So I
him?
went there, had another meal there.
did.
Love his food. He's
You're
I'm
weekly,
sure.
you're a
I'm sure
resident.
I'm sure he didn't say anything funny. He would have just come up, taken your
come
order, and
and
then
he
gone.
left. I'll tell you, like, there was other people, like, sitting over there, and so I'm sitting there, because I went there on my own, I was hungry, and I thought, fuck, I'll go and grab I might as well go get something. So I went there, and he talked to me for a while, and then he goes, wait a sec, and he took off, and he calls, like, this couple over, and he goes, come and sit here, and then he introduced me, and then he left, and I went, oh, man, so now I'm stuck, like he
people
just
you barely
introduced
know,
you
yeah.
people, because he wants everyone to be happy, you know, like, so... He was.
I love him.
He's actually
I'm
the best.
telling you,
He's
go
the
down
best.
there. It's not just the good food; it's like an experience.
It is.
It
It's not
actually
about.
is.
It's not always just about the food. It's about
The
the
food is great though. It actually is. So.
He runs around.
Mate,
and he sits down and talks to everybody like he's sitting there talking. Then he goes, he takes off. He's doing, just quietly. He also does when he can some of the deliveries.
He does.
He
correct.
does. He could end up.
So
at
if
your
it's
front
close
door.
and he will go out and do a delivery, so he reckons, like, imagine that, I'll have a Palmer or whatever, you know?
Yeah, he works hard.
And then you get there, there's Ange giving you like so it's
He works
cool.
hard. He actually does. So,
He does,
you know,
he works hard.
Good on
We
him.
love him.
Love
Love him dearly.
Hey, before we get to the next section, I don't know where we're up to.
Yeah. And we've got an ad.
Let's look at this ad.
Oh, do we have an ad? Bars is running the show now.
Another legendary moment from Toyota. Halfback flanker of the century, Brucey Dool. Hey, Brucey. The Flying Nomad. Brucey Dool. Sorry. Still going to the same barber I see there, Brucey? Oh.
Yeah.
That's the spot. Oh. What we really need is... And Brucey Dool's gone berserk! Bruce Dool's gone berserk! He's out of control! Brucey, we're going to recreate one of the finest moments. A streaker! Yeah. It's a streaker! Oh, my God, there's a streaker on the field! Oh, my God! See it out? Oh! What? Oh, come on, let her, Brucey, let her. The spider nudie run, interrupting the game. The Blues go on to win the flag! No! Yes! You're just freaking me out a little bit.
That was a Bristol lad.
How'd you like that, man? What a champion.
He's a champion.
And what a good
yeah,
spot.
and he had a lot to say in that ad.
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah.
that's Brucey Dool, man. But
He had
seriously,
subtitles.
we had some champions, man.
Yeah, had.
Some champions, man. Well, winners. You know, they said about Bruce Dool, a few people, I think, a few people have said this. They used to, they used to do their soccer on a Sunday.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And he had to win. Like, he would win, and they would go to him, mate, it's Sunday, take it easy, and he would have to win. And the other thing I liked about Bruce Dool was when he went to training, right, he would train
Like
in
he
full
played.
gear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Full gear,
Yeah.
the way he played, the headband, everything, clothes, everything. He'd go out there.
Just a
I'm
unit.
telling you, that sets a standard.
He's just a unit.
It sets a standard,
Anyway.
Anyway, all right. We have no rare of the reserves.
Bye.
Nope, it was a bye this weekend.
Lucky. I didn't have to
I reckon the
misery
AFL boys had a bye on the weekend.
They should have had the
Another
bye.
one.
They should have had the bye. While Brisbane thought they had the bye too. All right. Hey, listen. We have got... I've got a new intro. Let's
Okay.
have a look at this.
Oh, for AFL talk, all right. Oi.
There we
you
go.
like that?
Very
AFL
nice,
Sports News. Nice.
Sports news.
What's
All right.
making headlines today, Mr.
Well,
Rocco?
you know what made headlines this week, and I thought we'll
What?
talk about it, is
Yeah.
Adelaide's pre-season camp. That's a big one, huh?
Wow.
I got the first question.
Talk about a relic of the past.
Well, Yeah.
That's
And this is
reared
the
its
whole
head.
question. Why come out with it now?
Taken 4
Like
years to
4
work
years
it out.
to come out.
4 years to work it out. I don't know. You tell me.
I'm going to give you all the questions.
Is there ever a right time?
There probably isn't. Why did the investigation take so long? Why haven't the AFL got a hold of this straight away?
Well, how's Sam McClure?
He did.
He copped it.
But didn't
and
they
I backed him in
But
hard.
did he win an award?
He won a Quill Award for
And then
it.
they took it off him?
And now they've
And then
had
they
to restore
restored it. What a bunch
Who's
of
the
bananas.
reporter?
Yeah.
Sam McClure. But
Yeah,
I
Sam
don't care,
McClure.
mate. He's
No,
a
no,
jet.
He did. He won an award for the story that he broke about this.
Back then.
Back then. It was like a few years ago.
Yeah. But he
Then
I
they
think
took
he
it
was.
away from him.
Wait,
Oh,
I
did
think
they?
he
Yeah.
was one of the ones who sort of broke
Yeah,
it.
he
and
broke
went
it.
with
And
yeah.
then they reinstated it
And,
again.
well, I think also Tom Morris also. I mean,
Yeah, wow.
we know what happened with him, but I think he was also one to break it as well. But yeah, mate. Wow.
So the questions are this, I want to know something, right?
Yep.
The leaders at the time.
Oblivious.
What happened?
Surely they know, but they just like.
Why didn't wasn't
Hush.
they
Why?
said
But
nothing?
what? I mean, like you hear what happened. Why would they do all that stuff?
Well, why would they do it?
How is that ever going to have a positive
I can
impact
only
on
laugh.
someone?
I actually can. It's actually
Well,
like
the
a
more I
joke.
hear about it, it's like it's amazing. Like I don't know,
It's surely
So
a
you're
bad
part of-
dream.
man. But I can understand like a young player, you don't know what's going on and that. But me as a senior player, if I sit there and right, first of all, if I'm telling my psychologist my fucking deepest secrets and you dare come out,
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, I would have punched
It's
on with
breach of
everyone.
confidentiality.
You know that bloke
is it
they
not?
called?
Is
They
it-
said they had a bloke there with a mask, right? That was yelling abuse.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been put up for assault.
I would have
'Cause
killed
if
him.
he dare says that to me, mate, I'm not here to do this shit. Like,
Here to play footy. Train and play footy.
I'm astonished at what happened there,
Yeah, I know.
and they allowed it.
I haven't read too much into it, but like it just sounds like a fucking
You
joke.
just, I mean, if people have been terribly traumatized by it, it's.
Well, you would
feel
be.
for- Yeah.
It would be. Like it just didn't make sense.
Eddie Betts and Josh.
Aren't you meant to
Jenkins.
feel at home or safe, or isn't it meant to be like a?
Well, but some of the things were just beyond feeling safe.
I actually think Eddie Betts. Actually, and look, I mean, it's not my club, so I don't know. Like it's,
That's wrong.
No, I won't be
It's,
able to
I
drive.
haven't paid too much attention
'Cause
to
I'll
it
keep
because it's not
drinking
my
it.
club.
Don't
But
fill me.
I mean, from a human element,
Don't
fair
fill
enough.
me
But
up.
I think actually Eddie Betts actually said it. Summed this up actually quite well when he said like, he was talking about like our resilience and being hard about it and all that. Like, he's like, our coach got murdered and we got to a grand final and we fell at the final hurdle. Like, how are we not? You know what I mean? Like, your coach has been murdered, like
100%.
killed,
100%.
stabbed to death.
Yep.
And they've
that's
done what
fucked
they
up.
did. Like, wow. Look at.
And then they get to the grand final. Yeah, they fall over the final hurdle.
Yeah, it probably destroyed
And
their
then
club.
they wanted to.
Yeah.
That was that next level. And man, I'm the hardest there is. I always go, man, you got to be hard on and that. But then it gets to a point where you go, all right.
That's
mate,
mental abuse.
What are you doing?
With the theme song.
Well, I mean,
the
some people.
fuck is that?
I think some people were okay with it, like what actually happened to them, but then others obviously had something in their
What you
mind.
said, like with a squad, you got to treat people differently, yeah. So some can take
Yeah,
it,
but
some
like
can't.
if there's like a program, don't you all have to be in it? Like, cause
I
you're a
don't get how
team.
the club could like
You're a
before
team.
before you implement that.
Was it called collective minds?
Yes.
Yeah.
So before, and the problem
Collective
was, why did it take so
frauds.
long? I heard that they weren't releasing information and that, so that's why it took so long to gather all this.
It is, yeah.
But
Go on,
tell
sorry.
me something. So I don't even know what I was going to say. No, I forgot.
The
I forgot
wordsmith
what
is lost for
Yeah,
words.
no, I'm lost for words. Anyway, listen. My missus cooks some chili and I can taste it.
He's a bit going.
I'm telling you, mate,
I like
she's
it.
a freak,
Everyone
mate.
off at
She's
me.
a freak, man. But at the end of the day, it was just ridiculous. One of the things they were doing, which blows my mind, so they will put them in a harness.
This is what Josh Jenkins said, yeah?
Yeah. And they would there's a knife.
What?
So what they would have to do is try to get to the knife to
Yeah.
cut themselves free. And the whole meantime, they were yelling these secrets they had told.
Huh? That's surely taking the piss.
Wait, but where was the knife?
Like down there, and they would have to reach to it, and the players would pull them back, and they would try to reach to it. And every time they get to it, they pull them back.
What
and
is this? Fucking Saw the movie?
Yeah.
Bro,
That's
what
the
the
kind of
fuck?
stuff they were doing. Now, Bryce
Commando
Gibbs did the
training.
interview.
That
too.
isn't command. That's fucked.
Well, they were saying this is the kind of stuff they were doing in life.
What did Gibber say? What did Gibber say?
Gibber said he found it a little bit amusing because he wasn't involved in the grand final.
Ah, yes,
So
okay,
some of the
right.
things,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
Richmond
yeah.
theme song, he was going like, I don't get it, you know, like he's not really involved in it. So,
Yeah.
but he was finding, but like Eddie Betts and Jenkins and that, the ones that have come out, some of the stuff they were doing, like blindfolding them, making them walk in a straight line. You weren't allowed to talk to each other.
That sounds cooked to me.
I don't get out of the club. Tell me something. Don't you? Oh, that's what I was going to say. As a club, right? So now you're going to implement this
Collective
mind.
minds.
Are we looking into it, or do you just go, you know what? You look all right. You just do whatever you want to do.
Well, that's what they did.
That's what they
What
did.
was their track record prior? Who knows?
What? The collective minds
Yeah.
thing? I'm not sure.
Isn't that been dispersed? Isn't that no longer a
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think they could
go on after
survive
that?
after that.
No, that's just, bro. You have to be on some serious gear to get through that shit.
That's real weird.
That is real weird.
Oh,
yeah.
look, I mean, you take the player's word for it, I guess, you know, but...
Oh, well, you have to take the player's word. I mean, enough of them said
Well,
the
if they've
same
all
thing.
said it.
And it's not just the first time. And as I said, Sam McClure brought it out. It wasn't like they've said it. It's exactly
that's
how
cool.
it-
Obviously didn't work.
Clearly
Well,
not.
they've gone downhill.
Yeah. Well, they still beat us.
Lol.
They've been us.
Twice. When they were bad too. In 2020. Got me too.
The chili.
Nah, I've had a cough for
Yeah,
a
that was
while,
the
but
Bryce.
yeah,
Was that the
probably.
Bryce Gibbs?
Yeah, the chair off. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, look, it's... Yeah.
Oh, no good.
All right, let's leave it at that.
Yep.
What do we
Any
got
other
here?
things on your mind that...
Have you got anything on your mind? What's happened this week? It's been a pretty quiet week, except for that. I mean, there's
I thought the game on the week, Collingwood and Melbourne game was a ripper.
Yeah, great game.
Absolute ripper.
Yeah, I was out
that
watching
showed
It's
everything a
crazy.
game should be and what each competitor should be.
Oh,
like.
that's what I had to mention. You sent me a picture of... remember we were talking about Manly's Guernsey last week?
Oh, well,
I actually had to mention something.
the
So
Sydney
Callum,
Swans.
Yeah, Sydney Swans have got a similar thing, and Callum Mills came out and said, you know, the game's for everyone, blah blah blah. But little do you know that you're taking sponsorship money off Qatar Airlines.
That's right.
In which a country it is illegal to be homophobic.
Yeah.
But you're happy to take the dollars.
100%.
And happy to take the salary.
100%. It's real. It's a real weird thing, man.
How
It's real
ironic.
weird.
Lol.
It's a real. They'll take the money.
Money talks, bullshit walks.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that was real weird. Yeah, so that was another one.
They pay
so,
your wages, Paddy. It's all good, champ.
Yeah, well, they just talk. Money talks, man. Bullshit walks, man. It's all about that.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this one here.
Yep. What do we got? Muddle. Dear me, what do we got, Marzi?
To be honest, I didn't have anything. I
Oh,
don't.
did ya? So why do
It
you
was
play
gonna
the
be.
intro?
It was gonna. Well, it was gonna be the Carlton fans just accepting mediocrity
Yeah, I know.
and
but
accepting where we are. But we already went.
we
through
went
that.
over it like he.
So yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna dwell on it. So yeah, I'm just over your shit.
Yeah, it's
Over
pretty
you
hard.
accepting that it's been a great year. It hasn't.
think
Not
maybe
right now. It
We'll
hasn't.
probably have to do.
It's a
I Like
slow
Your
burn.
Sin again.
Yeah.
Didn't work last time.
I might just vanish.
All right, let's do this one.
Moving right along.
Two one.
They lost.
Unlucky. All right, banana proudly sponsored by
Marino Bros. Pay over $60, get free shipping, and if you order before 12 a.m., you get free next day delivery.
Marino
Free.
Brothers, mate.
That's the one.
See, they're the ones who always deliver.
They do.
You understand? Never shy from
Can
a
you get
tackle.
me some more water, please?
All right, I'm going to do the first one. This is going to be, I'm going to continue on from last week.
Oh, God.
Let's have a look at this pick.
Might be here for a while. We already have been.
Oh, yeah.
What's
Oh,
happened
yeah.
here? Explain this.
Nine.
Reporter Seb Costello facing assault charges over Richmond altercation.
Yeah. And let's see, what does it say?
A current affair reporter, Seb Costello, has been summoned to appear in court next month over allegations he assaulted a man and a woman in a laneway in Richmond earlier this year.
What was he doing in a laneway by himself?
What a banana! Going around assaulting people, and then you go, keep out of my space. How about you keep out of other people's space? That's funny.
And a woman too, he assaulted.
Yeah, he assaulted
Bravo,
too,
you're
man.
tough.
That's good. But then he gets tough when he, don't touch the woman, but because remember,
He's
you know,
facing assault charges.
We shouldn't.
It hasn't been proven
guilty.
that he did it. He's facing assault
sorry.
charges. Now I'm being serious here.
Sorry,
Because we do have influence.
Yeah.
We don't want contempt of court.
Sorry,
He's been
sorry.
charged with
yeah,
assault.
no, he's been charged. But
We
that's what
don't
it
know
says
it
there.
He's been charged with
That's
assault.
what it says
Correct.
there. It says there.
I'm just reading off the script.
Correct. Still a banana.
He's a dickhead.
You know what's funny?
What?
Someone was really happy about this.
I wonder who.
Let's have a look.
Police allege Costello assaulted a man and a woman in a Richmond laneway on February the 11th. The son of former Treasurer and Channel 9 Chairman Peter Costello will face court next month. Ready? 2-2.
Ricky.
Ricky had to put in the toot toot. Anyway, that's we're having a bit of a laugh here. It's funny. Can I just give, this is a bit of a
Oh, you've got a few actually.
Yeah, this has got another one. This is a
He's
bit
just
of a
gone
controversy one.
Yeah.
Right? And
Controversial one.
Controversial, and everyone has their own opinion about this.
Okay.
All right, but let's have a listen to this.
All right. Oh, no.
Kicked that goal early in the third quarter. It put them up, the Bombers, by 11 points. It's been 7 consecutive goals to the Orange team. Extraordinary momentum shift.
Yeah, I was going to give mine to her too, mate.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want it? Yeah.
No,
give it to her.
No.
That's it. We do it together.
Hold it together. Hold it together. Insieme.
Insieme. The Orange team.
The Orange team. I mean, I don't know if she was like taking the P1.
No, it sounds like she just went
Lost
blank.
for words.
Not the Giants, not GWS, not even Sydney, not even Greater
But
Western
wouldn't she
Sydney.
even have it, like, it'd be like all over in front of you,
Well,
like there's stats and everything
It's
going
just common
on.
knowledge that the Orange team is GWS.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
the controversial thing about this is everyone's pretty much
opinionated.
about Callie Underwood. Do you
And,
like her?
Yeah, I personally think she shouldn't be commentating.
Yeah.
Because I don't think.
And that's not I agree, and that's not because she's a
No,
female.
don't even make that. Don't even say that.
She's an awful.
No, it's not because of that.
She's
what
an
I'm
awful
saying
commentator.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. I don't even
Luke
like.
Darcy's a fucking awful commentator.
I don't want him.
That Bennett guy that I was listening to today, I reckon Carlton will
I don't
win.
like that.
Mate, he's shit
Russell,
too.
what's his name?
Dwayne Russell.
Oh,
Who do you like?
he ODs.
You know who I do like?
Who do you like?
You know who I love?
don't
You know, this
Hot-
fraud. This
hot-
fraud. You know who I do like, and I think he should be calling more of the footy.
Oh, yes.
It's
yes.
Matt Hill.
Oh,
Hill's
mate.
good.
I reckon he's fucking awesome.
Man, he's good. Yeah.
But and you know what? It's maybe it's I don't know. Does he follow footy?
He's well, he must, but he's calling the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah,
He's
he
been
is.
good.
Fantastic. Oh well, that's just I don't know. Maybe because we're sick racing or whatever.
Bruce-
but
Yeah.
he has he's got a beautiful knowledge of the game as well.
Bruce McAvaney also wound back the clock with his call of the 1500 metre goal.
But then,
over
but then
Ollie
the
Hurd.
person that was special comments decided to
ruined
ruin
it.
the call and go, yes!
You're right at the end.
Are you kidding me or what? But anyway, well, Callie Underwood, mate, I think it's time to leave the commentary mic and put it down and maybe just go sit your
Look,
ass on
at
the
the end of
panel
the day-
and host. That's it.
She's not my favourite.
No, she's
not my
garbage,
favourite.
mate.
She's garbage.
She's there for quotas and that's what it is. She's no good. I'll say it as it is.
Yeah.
Alright? So, well, you want straight shooter? I got one.
Banana.
I'm fat too, so I say it how it is.
At the end of the day, banana for calling
them
them the orange team.
the orange team. No,
Mike,
know who you call it.
it's a 3-pronged banana this week.
Oh, 3-prong.
Voss.
Yeah, I was going to go Voss. Yeah.
Voss, Mackay, Wiedering.
Good.
Just because of the... How many times have I harped on about these bloody press conferences?
Yeah.
Yeah, the press conference.
I don't just watch the press conferences. I listen.
Study. Study.
I listen and
But
I
you
pick
get a
up
lot
everything.
out of them, man. You
I
see
pick
what
up
they're
everything.
saying.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
I pick up everything.
But if they weren't like told what to say there, man, that was just like they were just spewing up whatever they were.
No, they needed toilet seats under their chins for the amount
Oh,
of shit
I
they
will
were
say, I can half retract the banana from the Carlton media department because they've actually tightened up the microphone and they put subtitles at the bottom of the press conferences now.
Oh, did they? I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Nah, it still stands there.
That's worked well.
The chili.
Yeah, there you go.
Money,
Yeah, that smell of the chili's really coming through.
That's
All right.
right.
Anyway.
Right.
Oh, we've got an ad again.
What's that?
Another ad.
All right, yeah, so that was it for banana. Let's do this ad. Could be one of the greatest moments
It's the best one, I reckon.
AFL.
Yeah.
Is it?
The one where they get a fucking crane.
Another moment of genius from Toyota. Most memorable grand final moment of all time. Specky of all Speckies, taken by another. Alex Jezelenko. Dave, it's 1970 Blues versus Pies. So now, Jezzy, you stand here. I'll be Mackay, and Dave, you can be Durga Jenkins. You happy? It's not. Dave, that was a really good suit. You've lost a little bit of the spring in your step. But I think all we need is leverage.
A little bit of leverage for Jezelenko.
Oh, what could go wrong? Nothing. No, that's not going to work. Not much height there.
It's time for plan B.
That's beautiful.
Mackay kicks it to the wing position. Oh,
Hey, boys, oi.
Yes.
That's fantastic. What an ad.
That is unreal, man. One of the great men. Actually, happy birthday to him, 77
Yeah,
years
yeah.
old.
Saw him at the club.
Pommy called that one.
Pulled
the
the
PR
PR
statement.
stunt,
He called it at Monday, 7 p.m.
01.
Called it.
That was always going to happen.
And Darwin.
Darwin, yeah.
Paddy Howe, sorry.
Talking Blue.
Yes.
Ooh, what's the episode this week?
Carlton v Melbourne.
Yep. From
1986, round 10.
Okay.
So
Picking out these very obscure games, you and Vince.
Well, because we know the others, right? So
I'm
we
liking
wanna
it.
see
I'm
this-
liking it.
Well, this one here, imagine this score. I'll give you the score before we start.
He's got a good breadth of knowledge, does Vince, doesn't
Far out. He's you. Like 20 years
He
down
wishes
the
he was
track.
me.
Yeah, 20 years down the track, man. He knows.
He does say that. He goes, "You're everything I wanted to be."
Yeah, good. Well, he is a...
Self-loathing.
I'm not. He said that.
Where's the fucking bucket? Laid up. It all tastes like shit, folks.
Well, he's
a great man.
He's an MC. So kind of like
He's
something
he's such a good guy.
He knows his stuff. Oh, unreal. Anyway, this game here, 25-15, 165 Carlton.
Yes.
To 6-13, 49.
Adelaide.
So
That's our
no,
biggest-
Melbourne.
Oh, Melbourne.
Is that our
Melbourne,
biggest
sorry,
ever win?
Melbourne.
I
think it is.
I reckon that could be the flip.
120.
I reckon that could be flipped this Saturday.
Yeah, that could be the flick. That's why we better watch this. Enjoy this because we don't know what's going to happen this week. Let's watch this.
We are the Navy Blues. We are the old dark Navy Blues. We're the team that never lets them down. We're the only team old Carlton knows.
All right, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Talking Blue with Rocco and Vince. How are you, mate?
Rocco, we're here in your home suburb of Reservoir. At this lovely establishment called Sycamore Meadows. Sycamore Meadows at 759 Gilbert Road, right up the top end near the Edwards Lake.
Yeah.
Very famous lake here in Reservoir.
That's it. We're over here or in the middle of a reservoir, or depending if I'm selling the house, it's going to be reservoir because then it will cost a lot more.
I'll have another latte, thanks. Thank you.
All right, so today we're about to play Melbourne. Big game.
Huge game for Carlton.
Big game.
Against last year's premiers.
against last year's premiers. So we'll go back to when we were favourites to win this game.
Yes, my word, we were.
86, round 10. We just get all these stars into the side.
Well,
Robert Walls is the coach.
Robert Walls' first coaches first year as coach of Carlton.
We've got
Kernahan, Bradley, Motley, Bernie Evans, John Dorotich, all of this influx of stars.
All of them, and we're ready to rock and roll.
And Melbourne were actually coming off 5 years of misery under Brassey. They'd really not done anything for 5 years between 81 and 85. And John Nordy took over as their coach in 86.
He did too, that's right.
So this was their season of, I guess, trying to sort out who was worth keeping and who wasn't. And they were just a middle of the road side, but it was a really fantastic performance by Carlton on this particular day.
So let's have a look at this. Where were we?
At the MCG.
We're at the MCG, and you can see the crowd at the back. There's not too many people wanting to come and see. I think
it wasn't what you'd call a lockout.
It
was in June. It was in the middle of winter.
Skiing too, so there was no
start of winter.
There's no Melbourne supporters.
All the Melbourne supporters were at Mount Buller.
So here we go. So we're going to get the highlights here. So 1986 round 10 at the MCG, and let's start.
Let's get started, just like that truck.
Here we go.
And there's Warren McKenzie.
There he is, McKenzie. Yes.
Full forward. The only number 45 to play in a premiership for Carlton.
Yes, you're right too.
And there he is. He was a full forward. He did a pretty good job, and he ended up playing in that premiership side of 1987.
He did too. Yes, McKenzie was
nice
a
kick for goal too.
Johnson, look at that.
Yeah. There's Wayne Johnson.
Wayne
Johnson. He got knocked off the ball. Straight to Wayne Blackball. I tell you what, Wayne Blackball, number 8. This is one of the best. This is one of the best games he ever played. He was a fantastic player. There's McClure, the captain.
McClure, look at this, the captain. This was his last
year. Straight to Wayne Blackball again.
Slammed it through. Was it goal?
It was a goal.
Yep. It looked like it.
There's Wayne Arms.
Wayne Arms. Look at this. That was the last year, wasn't it?
It was.
His last year.
No, it wasn't his last year. He kept playing in 88, 89.
He did play many games, didn't he? 87, 88, 89.
Well, he was still playing in 88. I remember he was playing in 88. I don't think he played in the 87 premiership.
No, he did play in the 87. But anyway, he sticks.
He sticks good.
So,
look at that for a kick. From outside 50, straight through.
This is a young sticks. What is he, like 20 years old?
Second quarter, there's Alex Marcoux. He's still in the side.
He's still in the side.
The following year, he went to St Kilda.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Tommy Alden. Those locks. Around the corner and he kicks it.
Oh, he likes it too. He likes it too. I love it. As you can see, there were plenty of goals. He's scored Carlton highlights too.
Yes. Kernahan again.
Now, this is Sticks. He's doing a dress rehearsal for the captain. Next year, make him captain.
Well, that's true. That's because Robert Walls saw in him real leadership qualities.
And he was right.
And he still stands by today that he's the best captain.
When you watch him there, he looks like he's 35 years old. He was made to be captain. He already looked like he was ready to rock and roll there.
Well, he'd already played good 4 or 5 years in South Australia.
No, we realise that.
So, a bit like Bradley, they both came over when they were 22. Peter Road, who eventually went to Melbourne. Over to Wayne Johnson and a classic Wayne Johnson.
He loves to go.
Classic Wayne Johnson goal. He gets pumped up, Jono. He's
seriously one of the best finest players ever.
He's Justin.
Harry! You know, mate, I'm telling you, he was a good forward mark, you know, when he went up there.
Yeah, he did. He kicked a lot of goals. He was a very
we highlighted this not long ago, but he kicked 5 goals for his
Look how low, look. That ball drop is very low to his feet.
No choice, this would have been 3 metres if the ball had to go. Imagine the ball all the way down there. Like no chance.
Look, there's Gary Lyon in his first season. Gary Lyon.
He's still got a bit of skill there for the old man.
Still straight to Shane Robertson. There he is on that moving left foot.
Robinson.
Kernahan over to Elvin.
Elvin kicks 2
Look at the
goals.
free-flowing football, would you? And Justin Madden takes another one. There's the free-flowing football. Did you like that? It'd be nice if we could see a bit of that again.
Let's see. Will he take it? Oh, McClure still got it.
Sellers.
He would have been happy about that.
Well, this is one of the best games McClure played for Carlton.
What did he kick here?
I think he kicked 4 goals.
Let's have a look at his kicking style. Let's have a look at his kicking style.
This is, of course, was his only season as captain. And he was a lovely kick for goal.
Let's go.
There he is, straight through the middle. Just snuck that one in on the left-hand side of that right goal post. He was a great leader, McClure. Great leader of men. Mooney Evans kicking it up into the forward line now. McClure almost.
No, who's this? Shane Robertson?
Shane Robertson over the top.
Oh, gives him a nice, easy one. He takes that.
He'll be getting a game next week, Robertson. Pass it back to the captain.
He got one there. Yeah, I loved it.
Look at this. There's Kernahan. Easy as you like.
Straight in. Kicked 4 or 5 this game.
Kicked at least 5. I'm pretty sure he kicked 5. There's John Dorotich.
Oh, there's Dorothy.
Up into the forward. Oh, hell, look at that for a mark. He hasn't been up that high since Joe Cocker saying you are so beautiful.
Look at that. He's be happy about that, wouldn't he?
Oh, I reckon.
I reckon
that'd be one of the best. That's one of the best marks he's ever taken.
That's one of the highest he's ever taken.
I don't think he really got up that high most of the time, McClure, but that was a great leap.
He's happy with himself.
Yeah.
He's happy.
Here he is.
He won't miss this. Hey, listen, there's no round the corner banana kick from 10 metres out here, is there?
No.
Straight drop punts, mate. Look at this.
Another 4-8 forward. There's McClure again. He's having a picnic.
So it looked like in that second half he started to...
the old timber seats in the Sutton stand.
The best one, because you could fit like 500 people on that one row.
When they got rid of all those, people were taking them as souvenirs.
I wish I had one.
Yeah.
Or even the signs.
McClure again, mate, I tell you what, he might have kicked more than 4. He might have kicked 5 or 6 this day. Look at that, he's kicked another one. I think he might have kicked 5 or 6 goals that day. Here we are, and all of a sudden,
everyone wants a piece
off
of
the
action.
interchange bench, Peter Kenny, number 40.
Peter Kenny. Everyone wants a bit of action here. I love it.
What would have happened here is Mackenzie would have gone off and they would have given Peter Kenny a run.
He'll kick this.
Oh, he was a very nice kick for goal. Very much a forgotten player for us.
Number 4.
Yep.
He'll kick this. Look at the kicks.
Look at that. Straight through the middle. It is a goal fest out there on the MCG.
Oh,
Peter Kenny again.
He wants a game next week.
If he keeps taking marks like this, we might have to interview him. We've already done number 40.
Don't worry, we can interview him.
But he was quite a serviceable full forward for 2 or 3 years.
Where's he kicking it from?
He's kicking it from 50. Just inside the 50 metre. But look, post high. Post high.
He's huge kicks.
He would have had the win.
That's the other thing, man. They used to kick through the ball. It was just a nice drop punch. Oh!
Who's taking the mark here? Is that Justin?
I think it was Justin.
Look, now watch this. This is one of the funniest things you'll ever see. Keep an eye on Justin Madden.
Well, we showed this
Keep an eye on
last week.
Justin Madden. Keep an eye on umpire Ian Clayton.
We showed this last week.
Peter Moore, he's saying, now come back on the mark.
He does a bit of a shifty.
Come back on the mark. And you watch Justin Madden saying, now where exactly is the mark? And look, he's coming up saying, excuse me, because it's a pretty tough angle for a left footer if he had to go right back.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
There he is. Kernahan saying, now, you sure you know what you're doing, Justin? The umpire saying, no, you stay away.
You stay away.
You come back, and then Justin goes,
bang, off he goes, mate. Hey.
How good was that? I think you highlighted this when Justin Madden was one of the number 44.
Yeah, no, we definitely highlighted that, but that was good to see again, man. That bloke.
He had a great day today, on that particular day, Justin. He had a field day. There's Johnson. Look at Johnson. Inboard. Wayne Blackwell turns around on a threatening bit and goes bang.
And he points.
There's Kenny Hunter. Better road. Over to Wayne Blackwell and another goal to Wayne Blackwell.
Blackwell's
He kicked 4 goals.
Oh, he did too?
Well, as we'll find out, we kicked 25 goals for the game.
There's going to be a few. Here we go. Oh, with the wavy, flowy hair.
Another goal to Alex Mark.
You know that was his hair from his back. He just put it over the back of his head there.
You see all the hair on his shoulders there, Alex. Anyway, there you have it. There's
so what was the score?
25-15, 165.
Yeah.
To 6 goals, 13-49. A 116-point thrashing.
Superb, mate. That is superb.
But you know what? The following year, Melbourne made the finals.
They did.
So
they made a preliminary
what you'll
final.
notice also there is they're wearing that Guernsey, which was more royal blue with red.
That's right.
The following year, they decided to go back to the darker blue. It's not quite navy, but it's a more dark blue.
Yeah, dark blue. You know why?
And ever since 1987, that's the Guernsey that they've worn as a home.
They always wanted to be like the Navy Blues.
But in the last couple of years, have you noticed what their away strip is like?
Is it?
It's that jumper again, but with white shorts.
Ah, is
Have
it?
you noticed that?
No, I don't notice other things.
Yeah, if you look, well,
they're just blues to me. But you're right. Yeah. Now thinking about it, all right.
Anyway, so there you go. It was a fantastic game for us.
It was.
It was a goal fest.
Well, coming up to this game,
it'd be nice to kick 25 goals against Melbourne this weekend, wouldn't it?
100%. Wow, we're gonna need to kick. Anyway, more goals than them. That's all we need to do. We just need to kick.
Well, it's Saturday night, 7:25 at the MCG. Let's all try and get down there and watch, our clash against last year's premiers.
That's it. Done deal. All right, that was fantastic. Thank you very much.
Great to
and we'll see you next time.
We'll look down memory lane again next time.
See you, mate.
See you.
All right, there you go, man. That was a good game. You look at, man, that's a goal fest, man. I think Sticks kicked 5, and man, there was a whole bunch of goals there. So it was a really good game, man. So yeah, love those. Love looking back. Love looking back. Wow.
I love.
Nah, it's good to see. No, of course
I
I
don't
want to see forward, but it's good to look back, man, and see these champions.
Embrace.
Play the game, man. Like it's football. It's football. I love watching football. I love watching good football. Doesn't matter when it was. You know what I mean? It was a different game.
Yep.
Completely different to what it is now, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, Fink said, I think it was Lee Matthews or someone said something interesting about. Oh, it might have been something else. I don't know. But he goes. Oh, like the game's tough now. It could have been even during our game where they collided into each other, and then they said to him, "Oh, but when you play, like imagine coming up against you," and he goes, "Nah." He goes, "It's a lot tougher now, man. We're talking bigger blokes running faster, coming from all directions."
No, I agree with that.
So definitely, So it was tougher in a different way.
Correct.
It was tougher where you're going to cop a backhand.
Correct. Yeah,
behind
exactly.
Play,
yeah.
When now it's actually tougher just because, like midfielders are 195.
I think the game is more brutal physically now.
It is brutal.
It's crazy, yeah.
And I love the way we can just bag them like on the couch. Get up! Get up! You weak prick, get up! So anyway, that's what we do. Hey, what are you doing?
Nah, it's...
What happened here?
Thought I'd bring it back.
What happened?
Underwood again.
Oh,
God.
Double banana.
Yeah, she said switch the flick.
She said switch the flick. What does that even mean?
It's flick the switch.
The cold is fridge.
Sorry. Anyway, we'll go into our favourite segment.
We love you, Callie. We might even give her a call to see if she wants to come on.
All right, next, come on, man. Please.
Che bello. Ma che cazzo sta a fare? Ma che cazzo sei? Ma che cazzo? Ma che cazzo ne so? Fatti i cazzi, qua.
Ma che cazzo?
Ma cazzo? Isn't that? Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Callie. Paula.
Che ma cazzo?
What do we got?
Hey, listen.
We're listening.
Everyone's getting involved in the market cats.
Are they?
Have a look at this beauty.
Sophia Loren.
Yeah.
Market cats. Oh,
that's a classy.
Look at the way she does it.
Yeah. That's a classy one. That one.
That's an Anonna one.
Yeah. Well, now she's hey.
She's still
looking good, man.
Mate.
She's looking. She was a. Well, she still is, but at her prime, she was a beautiful woman. Like, just
beautiful.
It is. It was.
I was going to say a babe, but maybe
there is something about the beauty of
it. Was sophisticated, but she was also Italian. She always
Sofisticata cagada.
Sophisticata. Yeah. She used to always say she'd rather eat a plate of spaghetti and have her figure than not eat.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Me
She
too.
was a real Italian woman.
Me too.
Yeah, that's it. Me too. I'd rather have this figure and eat a
That's
fucking
right.
plate of spaghetti. Hey,
You'll
listen,
die at
let's go
50,
from
and I'll die
Italians to fewer Australian heroes. That's
Plenty
how
of
it
those.
is, bloke.
Happened? Oh well, it's really quite funny. I was in bed sleeping at 2 o'clock this morning. My wife comes in and says, "Oh, the shop's been someone ran into the shop," and I said, "Oh, what?" So I jumped out of bed and all I had was my undies on. And I've walked out the front and I've seen the car smashed, and I've seen the bloke walking back to the car, and so I've walked outside and I said, "Oh, what are you doing, mate? Like, you can't be leaving the scene." And he goes, "Don't be a hero, mate." And I said, "I'm not trying to be a hero, but the police are coming." And he just decided he'd scoot up the road, and I just said, "Nah, it's not going on like that, mate." So I jumped in my car and I started chasing him up the road, and then he went down a side street and the police were coming, and I flashed him and set them off in the direction of him. But mate, all I had was my jocks on, and I was chasing him up the street, and I'm just like, mate, like,
You know, all good superheroes wear their jocks on the outside, so it kind of fits the brief, pardon the pun.
yeah, but I had nothing on but me jocks.
Well, you missed that bit of the uniform, but that's okay. You're a hero in our eyes. Well done, Daniel.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks a lot, guys.
You know,
On your cobber.
A true Australian hero there, mate.
he's a pure Auckland daring.
Yeah.
But you know who he looks like a little bit? I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit drunk, but got a bit of Dennis Armfield about him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, too, the face, yeah.
Just a little bit. Like, I'm not saying he's got
He's
that.
a mixture between him and Bailey Smith there. If they had a kid, that's
Pure
love
Ock.
child.
He's got a pure Ocker too with the Ford tank top. Usually it's Holden, but he ventured out.
Hey, listen.
Good on him.
Mate, he didn't take a step back, mate. He went out and goes, mate,
Bang.
you're not taking this, mate.
No macarean.
No macarean.
No macarean.
He's the big Australian.
Big Danielle.
Yeah, the big
Danielle.
Big Wayne.
No macarean.
What's his name? Daniel.
Daniele.
Daniele. Hey, listen, someone I would not fuck around with at the age of 53. I don't care. They give me like $1 million.
Mike Tyson?
Have a look at this at 53 or so.
Let's see.
Mike Tyson.
Do you know, I just got to chill. I chill when I watch that because the power of the man, and that's at this age.
Have you seen him working the big punching bag? There's a video of him.
Oh yeah, back in the day, yeah, he burst
mauling
heaps of them.
I love him.
He burst heaps of them.
I love him. I seriously love him, and I don't care. I'll have this debate every day.
Better than Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, and he says it because he's a humble man.
Yeah.
And
He
he
is.
cries when he talks about Muhammad Ali
does,
because
yeah.
it was his idol. But seriously, he was a machine, mate. I'm telling you, he was a fucking machine, mate. In his prime. Did you see that power there?
See the movement? Quick, like swift. Get him down to the club.
Would you take $1 million to fight?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. For $1 million.
I'd do it for free.
Just a copper punch.
I want to get knocked out by him. Like, actual lights me. Like, I don't care.
That one
Hit me here. I want to feel the power. If you break my jaw, snap my neck, gives a fuck. I got hit by Mike Tyson.
I love just to hold the bag while he punches the
I'll
bag.
beat the bag. Just hit me. Go for gold.
And you know what I do like about Mike Tyson? So he's, first of all, champion.
Yes.
And nothing got in his way, right?
Correct.
Then he had his downfalls.
Yep.
But he's turned his life around.
He has.
I love him.
And you know when you listen to him, it's like he's like this intellectual. Like he says quotes.
He's a prophet.
Yeah, I go far
like a
out.
prophet.
That's grouse, man. What a man.
You know what I love though? He's chuffing as well, chuffing away. While he does
Doesn't he
it.
have a new marijuana brand?
He's had it for ages, and
He's got
a farm.
Really?
Yeah.
So he does the marijuana, and they're building like an auditorium.
Where
they're going to go there. They have like concerts and that.
Good luck to him.
Hotboxing is his podcast.
Yeah,
Get on it. It's
I love
fantastic.
it. I'm telling you, the bloke is a king. Hey, all right. Hey, listen. I found the bloke who invented, what are they? Is the Venetian blinds?
Venetian blinds, yeah.
One that way?
You would know.
Are they the Venetian blinds? I got the bloke who invented them. Look at this.
Did he? There we go. Am I meant to know it?
This is my design. I've made a little prototype. Basically what I've done is, instead of the blind moving up and down in a level motion, I've made it so that if you pull on the string, even slightly wrongly, the blind will do something like this. How good's that?
Yeah, I don't want to be negative, but why? Like, I don't. What's the benefit of that?
It's just a bit wacky, isn't it? Because like, that side's like, oh, I'm all the way down here, and that side's like, whoa, what am I doing up here? It's just.
Okay, but does it have any like tangible benefits?
No, I guess not. And it makes it a lot more fiddly for the user. I suppose it does, really. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, I love it.
Nice.
And how does it lock in place?
Oh, easy peasy. All you do is just pull on this and it just locks in. Just pull on this and you just pull on this and it's not doing it now, but you just pull on this and it's, how did I do it like that? I just pull on this and then you just pull it down and lock it in. We could just screw this into the wall and tie it around that.
Perfect.
Is that true?
Worst point.
Anyone that's got Venetian blinds, man, you go to lock them in, you don't even fucking lock the things, mate. Like, just stay up there, mate.
The worst.
No thanks.
Garbage.
Hey, listen, sometimes, listen.
Yeah, well, fucking listening, mate.
Sometimes, right, there's the person just in the right spot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look at this.
Oh yes, well caught. She was flying.
Wow.
It was
Look at this, man. Look at this, look at
Read
this.
it like a book.
Look at him
hurt himself as well. Mitch McGovern after an intercept mark.
McGovern.
Oh, Jeremy McGovern.
Hey, I reckon, mate, that'd be close to saving her life.
Yeah, 100%.
Close to it,
She had a helmet.
Straight into the pole.
Broken skull.
Mate, sometimes heroes
Don't all wear capes.
Capes, yeah.
when we were kids, like, what are the games now?
Oh,
They're all a little bit.
on the phone and stuff and all that, you know.
These are the games that we were used to be shown and play.
All right.
The game Nightmare, the game hosted by a video.
I am the gatekeeper!
To win, you must stop it.
Roll the die!
The video board game Nightmare, the gatekeeper talks to you.
His turn as it next.
And you must answer him.
I'd go out and buy it just for the ad.
Yes, my gatekeeper. Go for it!
Nightmare, a
Go
race
for
against
it.
time for 3 to 6 very game players.
Palpatine. Yeah, Senator Palpatine. It's the Sith Lord. Jesus.
Palpatine.
They were our
The
games.
Sith Lord.
Yeah.
It's like 6 years old.
I'm telling you, that's Senator Palpatine.
Unlimited power!
I love it. Now, you reckon they could do a game like that now? They'd be done. There's no
Nightmare.
Jumanji.
Or even Jumanji.
It's not real.
Jumanji.
But yeah, anyway.
Jumanji.
Jumanji. Yep.
Hey, listen.
Yes.
I'm listening.
Sometimes
Yeah.
there's a heavy load, but then you go, why is it heavy?
Sometimes.
Maybe you're just not lifting it right.
Maybe.
Yeah?
Okay.
Let's have a look at this.
Maybe it wouldn't be so
Oh
heavy
my
if they
God.
use their Oh,
So what's
golly.
heavy? That or the
I don't know,
the
man.
box or the other one?
Oh, wow.
I reckon, yeah, as I said, man, maybe if you use your arms.
That's
it
almost as long as his body.
Yes.
Jeez, look at that. Goodness me.
It's an outstanding cult.
Oh, yeah.
God. Oh boy.
An outstanding cult.
would- I love
And
it.
what a segue.
What a segue into it.
Speaking of outstanding horses,
Let's look at it.
I mean, we'll have to for this. That's how important it is.
Oh, you got a special one. Yeah, I like this.
Yes.
As per requested by me.
What a week it's been. Now,
Up until today.
Hey, listen.
Of time of recording.
As you were saying this before, that all your sporting teams are shit.
Yeah.
Right? But you did have a winner last
We did have a winner.
we had a winner on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Tuesday or Monday, yeah.
This
Tuesday
is a
or Monday.
huge winner.
It actually is.
This is a huge winner.
So, look, I apologise for not tipping it to anybody, but we did get the info after we recorded that she was going to run on this day, and she ran earlier in the week. But Marcello and I, Marzi and I, our horse won. Darcy's debut. She won her maiden race.
Your first real winner.
The little tacker.
The little tacker. She did the job, and she was as gutsy and as gutsy as they come.
Fuck, she was. She was.
And yeah, we're two very, very happy and pleased owners. And I thought, well, given I've been in caller mode
We
for
want
the
to
last...
see this.
Yeah. So I thought I've got to get it up, but I thought I'll call the race.
Listen, she's not named the jumper punch or anything, but I think
she's the jumper puncher's horse.
She's the spirit of the jumper punch.
She's the spirit of the jumper punch.
She fucking was, man.
She's the spirit of the jumper. She was tough. She was hard. She was
Very
gutsy.
valiant.
She was. Look, I mean, she's no world beater. She's not an absolute star, but you know what she is a trier.
Hey, she beat the world around her at that.
Beat.
That's exactly. She beat the world around.
Now she was a $1.90 favourite, so I mean, you know, no absolute value for.
It would have been three.
But,
Like three would have maybe started threes in, but there was a scratching.
Yeah, but she was always going to win just based on it wasn't the greatest field of all time. But I think the hardest thing to do, and I don't know for horse racing owners out there, the hardest thing to do is actually get to the racetrack, and two, win one race, just one race. So she's won at what was her fourth start. Was it one?
Yeah,
fourth. Her fourth start.
How'd she go in the other one?
So first start was
not too bad.
Not bad.
She ran fifth at Ballarat on a hard track. Then spelled. Came back at Bendigo.
1100.
Just a little bit
sharp.
Lost her concentration. Probably a bit too sharp for her. Raced on a really heavy track. Then went up to 1300 metres on a very wet, heavy track. Led. Just got run down in the last 50.
We thought it was going to
came.
She came third. Thought she was home, and then she. Well, you'll see what happens now.
Just quickly.
Yes.
For the people who don't understand.
Yes.
Who aren't like people like me understand. What's spelled mean?
Spell means the horse goes for a break.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
She goes to a paddock.
She goes to sleeping.
She has no galloping or anything. No, she does. Yeah, she goes for a sleep. She goes for a sleep.
Yeah.
So it's basically like to fill the horse out, give it a break, recover. And she pulled up a little bit shin sore after her first run. But yeah,
they just managed it.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah, they did the pin on her.
Yeah.
No, they didn't drop her. They actually
didn't make
managed
excuses.
No,
just said it wasn't. She was late.
So this is Darcy's debut win, race 3 at Coleraine, and we're almost set. There was a little bit of wind about as well, so this added merit to what happened.
Was there?
In the race? It was very windy, really windy.
Was there
a headwind?
Was there a headwind?
Yes, there was.
I like it.
So it's an even better result than what we could have hoped for.
Well,
so
let's do this.
We're set for the third at Coleraine. Darcy's debut, the $1.90 favourite. Harry's Girl goes into the widest gate. We're set for a start in the third. Ready, and we're off and racing. And the favourite, Darcy's debut, jumped away well from the outside gate. Harry's Girl is up there on the scene early as well from out deeper on the track. Jungle Flight probes her on the rails, and the second favourite in Nijiko also goes through up on the rails, but comes one off the fence. Second last, the inside was Serene Highness, and last of all was Bloomin' Crafty. So Darcy's debut, Linda Meach looking to cross, but she's just kept out for the time being. One off the fence by Jungle Flight, who's probed through on the rails to sit in second. On the outside of those was Nijiko in third. They're not going overly hard below the 600. Out 4 deep was Bloomin' Crafty. They were then followed by Harry's Girl and Serene Highness. At the 500 metre mark, there's a line of 4. It's Darcy's debut, shading Jungle Flight narrowly. Then came Bloomin' Crafty. Haven't gone overly quickly as they race by the 500, and they've dropped off Bloomin' Crafty now. He's under the pump. Then came Serene Highness, saving all the ground on the rails. And last of all was Harry's Girl. At the point of the corner, 300 to go. Darcy's debut goes up to Jungle Flight, takes the lead. And Meach pulls the stick on the favourite. She's drawn about 3/4. Now a length clear of Nijiko, who's the only danger. Running home down the outside, ladies, Harry's Girl. She's drawn a half. A length clear now. 3/4 on the line. Darcy's debu's got it for the boys. Darcy's debut breaks her maiden from Nijiko. Harry's Girl ran on for third. Then came Jungle Flight, Serene Highness, and Bloomin' Crafty. But the favourite all too good for Linda Meach and Simon Wild. And the JP boys have got their first winner.
I love it. Not just the JP boys, the JP family.
Correct.
This is everyone's horse.
So the little queen, my little queen, our little queen, has got the job done at Coleraine.
And that was a good race, man.
Yeah.
And a good call.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So
I'm saying we'll chuck it up on TikTok.
What's
Yeah,
that?
that's his debut.
Oh,
yeah, you
100%.
can get it up. But
100%.
yeah, very positive, very happy. We don't know where she's going to race next. She pulled up really well from the run. Looks like she'll probably go into some race next week. So they'll try and. It's always. I think the toughest thing to do is win your first race as a maiden, and then go up into the next sort of class, the next grade, and then try to win there. So, but
it's a start.
It is a start.
A tick.
It's a tick.
I
It's
like
a tick
it.
in
I
the
like
right
it.
direction.
How's that? I see it, man.
We're at 25%.
What's that?
25% win rate.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
1 out of 4. That's right. That's right. That's
So
what
go
want.
you good girl.
Good.
Go you good girl.
Good little thing. Great
I
ride.
like it. All right. Did you have
Did I have what?
a multi?
No.
You've been slack.
No.
We said we're going to get a multi.
Nah, not this week.
All
Not
right,
this
so
week.
we're missing out the multi again. You
Yeah.
got to know when to hold
Hold
them.
them. Know when to fold them.
So
I
next
won a
week.
nice little multi on the weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
On what?
On the which game was it now? Fuck.
Oh,
it was a
Melbourne
Collingwood.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
done by 3/4 time.
What did you
Had
have?
touches and shit like that.
I will say, just keep an eye out for my Twitter because I'm going to be posting a few racing things on there. So, and I've
Yeah.
also had a few developments in the last couple of days, which I'm
Yeah,
not
but-
going to delve into.
Nah, don't delve in.
Nah.
Let's surprise everyone
Oh,
later on. But trust me, this is good. This is good for the man. Everyone's
Could be
very-
good for the show. As
Could be
well.
good.
It's quite-
Yeah, it could be good for everyone. But we're very proud of the man. I reckon you're doing well, brother.
Thank you.
Just like I'm telling you, you're performing like a king.
When?
Who wants to be king?
After retiring, Maradona was keen to contribute to the sport that had given him so much pleasure.
What I would like to do now is to try and give Boca everything that I learned over many years, good or bad, and put them at Boca's service, and we'll see what happens from there.
Not only did he plough his knowledge into the sport, he also put in plenty of time through numerous charity events. In May 2006, he took part in a football match called Soccer Aid, a British charity event that raises money for UNICEF. The game, featuring World Cup legends, celebrities and other football stars, is played between England and the rest of the world. Maradona joined other legends like Gianfranco Zola, Brian Robson and Marcel Desailly. 2 years later he was at it again, this time playing in Bolivia to raise money for the victims of the flood that left more than 60 people dead and nearly 100,000 homeless in February 2008. Years earlier, he'd taken part in another friendly match that was organised in his own honour. In November 2001, 50,000 fans crammed into Argentina's Bombonera Stadium to watch the then overweight striker join other football legends in a one-off match between Argentina and the All-Stars. Undeniably a little sluggish, he still managed to pull off some moments of Maradona magic, reminding the crowd of his former brilliance with deft touches and a cracking attempt from 30 metres out. However, the highlight of the match, as far as the fans were concerned, would have to be seeing their hero score twice to claim victory for his team, with both goals coming from penalties. Afterwards, the World Cup hero thanked the crowd for the tribute.
I've always tried to be happy while playing soccer, and to make all of you happy. I think I achieved that, and the truth is that I didn't expect all of this. This is too much for one person, for one footballer. I thank you with all of my heart.
Maradona. Madonna, Maradona.
Winner. So he plays a few charity matches there, gets back there, the crowd loves him. Crowd loves him, what a star. So next week's going to be the last part of the Maradona, and then we've got something special coming up after that.
Yep.
Yes, Maradona. Instagram.
TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe to the Jumper Punch page.
Channel,
Type in
let's
the
get-
Jumper Punch on YouTube.
And hit
Click
subscribe.
channels and subscribe.
We need to subscribe. We
TikTok
need
as well is
to
going off
subscribe.
too.
We're going to put up some good videos this week. We've had a break for a week or so, but we're going to put up
still
some more.
going good. I think the Sard one
it's
got up
huge.
to 200k.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah,
People love Sard.
No, they love the Sard.
How was the wolf today?
It was loud.
It was
Was it really?
Yeah, it was loud, man. No, it was.
Yeah, no, it was like...
They woofed there was the turnover kick. I think
they
they
woofed
woofed
that
Oh,
one.
you're joking.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
no.
always bad when you woof a bad kick,
That's
but
right, doesn't matter.
at the end of the day, he woofs.
It was loud.
It was loud. I'm telling you.
Let's go again.
So he was good. How many woofs next week? We forgot to do that.
14.
14? Melbourne.
18.
He's going to do 24 woofs.
Because
Jeez.
the ball be down there the whole game.
He's going to do like 19
Come on,
kick
no
outs.
defeatist attitude. No defeatist attitude.
Nah, come on, man. Come on, man. Get onto the channel. The merch.
I started the outline of the wolf head.
Oh, yeah. So by the time we get
I'm
to
drawing this,
by the
mind
time
you.
of next year, we should have that top out.
Yeah.
So we're going to get the wolf out.
Give me incentive and will to do it.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
Incentivise
right.
for Peter Moody.
No, I'm coming.
Caulfield Capri.
I'm coming down to your place, and we're going to make sure you get it done.
You want to
this
draw
week.
it?
I can draw it.
Oh, okay.
I used to draw.
Stick figures.
Just get a picture of your head and
Just
do it.
put a silhouette, put like the shadow, and just go over. my
Outline
head.
it.
Hey. Top Dog Liquor.
Yep.
He's a star.
Lyndon Hosking doing what they're doing down there.
North Seafood and Grill. He is a star.
Yep. Ange.
What would you like to do with Ange? I reckon we can do something.
What would I like to do with
Yeah,
Ange?
no, you know, like what can we do? I reckon there's got to be a kicking competition.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we can do something there.
I reckon there's got to be.
He would absolutely murder us, but anyway.
I don't know.
Okay.
What kind of kicking competition are we
I don't
speaking
know.
about?
I reckon accuracy. We're not going to go.
Like go for goals?
Yeah, we're not going to go for distance.
I'll back myself in.
For this, for goal.
Yeah.
Against.
I'm a good kick.
Against me. Don't worry about Ange.
I haven't seen you kick a football. No. Ever.
I've never seen you kick a football.
Oh. Mate.
Here we go. We can see the competitive juices coming out.
Mate.
So far, you reckon you're gonna win? You're gonna win. I'm gonna win.
I reckon Ange is $1.10
In the next few weeks, we
Tee it
are
up.
going to do a kicking competition.
tee it up.
We're going to settle this for once and for all.
All right, we'll tee it up.
Once and for all, it's over, man. Because I'm sick of this. You know who's the best. All right. Melbourne Coffee Roasting Company and Marino Brothers, we thank you very much. And Marino, guess what?
Yep.
I went down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got something to say.
All right, let's have a see. Let's have a look.
I don't know. The trouble with the beach is so many people go to him, it's hard to get a good spot. So you know what we do? We send my mother, Aphrodite, down to get the spot. You know, down early, in September. And she keep the spot. You know, and it's easy to find him because he's the only one on the old beach with a black umbrella and black beach towels. Because, you know, Aphrodite, my mother, he's in mourning, you know? Because there was a death in the family about 26 years ago. But, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, the trouble with the beach these days is that too many crazy people going on there. You know, the sun burning down,
Frying
burning.
the brains.
And the brains of the crazy people starts to go frying, you know? And they lose their brains, lose their mind. Because the other day, Marika and me, we were down at the beach, you know? We had the babysitter looking after the little gentleman. We're sitting down at the beach. We're falling asleep in the sun. Sleeping, sleeping, sleeping. Next minute, I get woken up by people throwing buckets of water over me.
Get them back in,
And
get them back
Marika,
in.
my wife, screaming out, keep them wet, keep them cool. They're digging trenches and they're using oars trying to get us back into the sea. Trying to row us back into the water. Crazy. People with their minds all burned up. What is that? Anyway, doesn't matter, gentlemen. Happy birthday.
And good luck to your family.
He always delivers.
One of the best kids. One of the best employees at Marino Bros.
Fantastic. You go down there, you get to speak to con man, he gives you the fruit, he tells you a story. Hey, we don't have that service anymore.
No.
Everything's cold now. You know what I mean? It's like, man, used to be like, used to go.
They want to
there,
get
used
robots
know
to
the-
replace us.
Used to know. Hey, listen, I'll give you.
What-
Just go down to your local bloody fruiterer.
What about
or
the
Marino Brothers.
Aussie bloke? Remember that old corner shop
Yes.
with the greasy wog?
The greasy old wog. It's true, man. It's true. The greasy. Now everything's like big and Costco. Yeah. You gotta go Costco. You gotta buy fucking 500.
It's a good word.
Litres
It's
of like,
cold.
It is. We used to have that. We used to know the local person. Used to go down to the fridge shop.
As you said, it should be an experience.
It should be. Life should be experience. Life should be an experience.
Yep.
We should put that on the top.
Life should be an experience.
Fucking Confucius
Hey, listen,
says.
we have to thank some people. Now, first of all, I'm going to show you this. Let's have a look at this photo. Nicholas Drakos.
Yep.
Drakos. It's almost like a Dacos, but it's Drakos.
Correct.
I'm guessing he's Greek.
Yes.
No?
Yeah.
Nicholas Drakos.
Nicholas Drakos. It
think
has
so.
to be Greek or
some sort of European,
He's
Mediterranean.
definitely got the
Maltese,
Greek look.
Croatian.
Yeah.
He's got a filthy wog head.
Proper.
Like myself.
Proper.
Yeah, that's proper.
This is
He's got a
him.
dirty mo too.
This
I love
is
it.
him.
I love it.
In his first game after 2 years after doing his second ACL.
Wow, that's a banger.
And
He's had 3 all up. He
Yeah.
plays for Wilson's Grange Gorillas.
Wow, there you go.
In the QAFL Brisbane, massive Blues and JP fan.
There you go, bang.
So
he's
he's
a thick boy, big fella.
Mate, it's a good effort to get back.
I'm
man.
telling
Like,
you,
down
man,
in that level.
from all of us, and that is a massive effort.
Yeah.
And you got to think
down
about
in that level, man. You fucking.
This is what I was going to say. It's not like your AFL.
Nah,
At that level, man. So he would have done it. If he's done 2 in 2 years, so he would have done his first one like at 16 or whatever. 15
How
years
old
old.
is he?
18.
I think he's 18. So
Wow.
he's done it
Good
when
on
he's
him.
16. Like me at 16, I'd do that. I'm giving up life.
Good mental willpower, I'll tell you that.
It's
Fuck,
huge,
good
man.
on
So
him.
we at the Jumper Punch,
Good
man,
on
that
him,
is
man. Seriously,
excellent,
that's
man.
grouse.
Well done, Nicholas, man. You're a star,
Hopefully
man.
that
We're a
game
star,
was
and
good
we we'll be sending you out some merch, man, just to say,
Yeah,
mate,
fucking
you're
oath,
a
yeah.
champion, mate. You're a champion. So
He's actually, and this is not to put a downer on what's happened. So the picture that you sent there. Okay, so
up, yeah.
I just want to just to give you some background on that. This was his first game of the season after 2 years after doing his second ACL. Now, the message that he actually sent us was
The
he
first
asked,
message,
the
yeah.
first message. He asked us if we were going to Brisbane, which obviously
Yes,
we didn't
yes.
get up there. But he said, my 18-year-old son Nicholas just had his third ACL. Just had his third ACL
fuck,
operation.
So he just did another one.
no,
Yes, this is what I hear. My 18-year-old
Yeah,
had
he did.
his third ACL operation a couple of weeks ago.
Fuck.
so sorry. So I got that
Yes,
wrong.
yes.
So that was
No.
when-
But that was the picture. There was after 2 years after that was his first game
But
of the
he's
season.
done
after
another
doing it.
one. That's what I meant. He's done 3, but he's actually done the other one now.
He's done another one. So he said
far out.
he
Now
loves
for
your
worse.
shows, and I thought,
Well, I hope he fucking gets back again.
You're right. I misread
Same.
that.
he said if we could arrange to meet up, it'd be great.
Yeah.
But what we have done, and what you said,
Yep.
we're going to send him out some merch.
Yeah, we're going to send him out some merch. We appreciate it. I hope you...
So just to clear that up, but from what we heard, from what he said,
No,
it
you're
looks like
absolutely
he's
right.
done
I
his third
actually misread
ACL.
that wrong. I thought
Yeah.
that would... But he had a previous one, but he just done his third.
And has had surgery again.
Far out, bro. Far out.
Chin up, mate. Chin up.
He'll get through it.
You'll get through
You
it,
got
man.
through 2, you'll get through another one, Chich.
Time up.
You'll
Chin
be
up, man.
tough and you'll be fucking gutsy.
That's it.
That's it.
Don't worry, you'll get through
What
the
is it,
next
Paul?
one.
What's he going to do?
You got to be hard. You got to be tough. You got to be rugged. But most of all, you got to be gutsy.
Yeah.
You'll get
You
through
know,
it.
So,
And listen, man, this will get you through life, man. It's not about how many times you fall over. I don't want to sound like it's how many times you get up, man. So good on you, mate. And that's from all of us.
sending
Good on
out
you,
our
mate.
sending out our love. Message
No,
the
we love
page young
this.
man as
This
well.
is what it's all about. I love these stories, man. I'm telling you, man, because we look at AFL, we look at the top level sports, but everyone's doing their battles in all levels.
Of course. Yeah,
and
exactly.
In all their lives, and it doesn't matter if it's small or big. It's about you getting up. And sometimes I find these stories more inspirational than someone winning the grand final. You know, someone who has got nothing to. Why are you getting back up again?
Yeah.
Why do you want to
Correct.
get up for your third to play like local football again?
Yeah.
We'll get your spirits up, young man.
That's it,
Back
mate.
on the high horse, mate. Get that ACL recovery going and go again.
That's it. And let us know. And actually, now you are the jumper punch star, and we're going to keep an update on this kid.
Yes.
We want to see him back.
Yep,
and we want to see him back playing his next game. All right, look at this bloke here.
Jimmy Raptus, who always comments.
Yep.
Just go watch the jumper punch player interviews with those that played alongside him in the era, and you'll get the answer rather than all this speculation bullshit. Who was that in reference to?
Chris Judd. All right, so the speculation is who's played better? You know, who more value, Judd or Kennedy over the trade? And he's right. Every time I speak to a player who says what Judd brought to the side when he came over, how do you quantify it, right?
Exactly.
Do you quantify what he done for the club at the time, or do you quantify like a premiership and 200 and something games? But I just want to say something about this 200 and games, 15 years. He was 18 years old. Of course he's going to play that many games. You know, it was always going to happen. But anyway, that's it.
Good on him. He kicked 8 goals too today in his last game.
Well, actually, it's his last game, isn't it?
At Optus Stadium.
Oh, yeah. And he kicked 8 goals, man. He's finished up, listen.
Over 700 goals, like fucking hell. Good on him.
He was a good player.
Awesome career. I loved him. You can't hate him, man.
Nah, you can't. What's he done to do?
No, but you just love him as a player.
Even that little...
Dead set gun. He used to tear us a new one anyway.
Run up.
Little stutter.
The stutter.
Bitty
What's
butter.
next?
What is next? Let's have a zoom in here. Peter 1 Chandra. Therapy. I'm watching this at 3 a.m. where I am a few thousand kilometres from Lygon Street. Going down in a few weeks to watch it live, the Collingwood game. I'm worried. One thing I want to ask, some people defend Plowman and explain I'm missing something here. Well, he was dropped, so. That's Jeffo, pissed poor last Saturday, but optimistically speaking, win 3 in a row now coming into finals and when we'll have great momentum.
All right.
Got to have glass with 2 drops left in it mentality.
All right, so that's good to have that mentality. The 3 in a row is not going to happen.
Problem is the club didn't have that
It could happen 3 in a row.
We could win that first final if we win
that's
the next
right.
2.
Anyway.
I understand that mentality and good on you, Jeff. Oh, good on you.
Fab Maselli. Boys, who distributes Boss Water? Get on it.
You know who did have it was Ange when we did the interview.
Oh,
He had
did
the
he
Boss
really?
Water.
I did, yes, you're right.
You're
right.
right. You know what?
Probably refilled it.
We should get a hold of Boss Water.
Yeah, there you go. TMC, boys, that was so refreshing. Love the honesty. That was old Carlton. I've been question marks on Voss's game plan. The best teams have a surge component built on pressure and speed. Can't play possession game which crumbles under pressure. Huge concerns. Yeah, interesting.
Well, it's pretty much what we've been saying.
Interesting.
Yeah. I guess we do have a bit of surge.
Yeah.
We
Well,
do
that's
have
when we played our
surge.
best. Yeah, that second term against Sydney seems a long time
But
ago.
you've got to have more than just that.
Seems a long
You've got to
time
have
ago.
more than just that.
Yeah.
So
Layers.
that's it. It's been a massive show, man. I'm
It
telling
is
you.
currently 1:43 a.m. on a Monday morning.
I'm telling you,
And
we're
they say
committed.
we're not
We're committed,
dedicated.
man. If you're still hanging around, really, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like hanging around. But it's amazing that.
Thank you if
people
you
still-
got through that whole show.
You know what? I feel better.
I've got a couple of quotes actually from a
I feel
comment.
better.
Comment
No, you don't feel better from the start.
after the fan cams actually. Yeah,
I'm
of
still
course we will.
fucking angry.
I wish I taped you when you first rocked up.
I'm still angry, man.
Yeah, I know you're still angry, but I do feel
I could
better.
smash the screen if I
but
see
that's
that
all we're here for. We just
boss
feel better.
interview again.
Oh, man, that's how.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, you got your...
There's a few. I just want to read a few comments on the fan cams.
Oh, yeah.
Graham Morton just watched Vossi's presser. No issues were addressed. Only said at times we just couldn't go with it.
Exactly what we were.
Graham Morton's going all in here. Let's see. Now, this is everything. Don's Tui.
I'm hyperventilating.
Darcy Moore, when asked about what is driving Collingwood's run. And this is apparently what Darcy Moore had to say. It's been a rough few years for our fans. This year, Fly's been a real driver for us about looking after the fans and keeping them in mind. We've just been trying to make them proud of us, and this shows in how they're playing and refusing to lose.
Interesting.
Now, I copped a little bit of flack.
Did ya?
I did cop a bit of flack.
You came on.
A few people agreed with me, though.
What, did you cop a bit of flack? You
A
don't like it?
little bit
You
of
gonna
flack.
hammer
No, it's not that I don't like it. I just wanted to... Shut up, dickhead. From Bluesification. on YouTube. Paul or Paulo. We're coming from so far back. Okay.
Are we?
Don't you remember where we have been at this time of the year for so long? I do remember. That's why I'm even more frustrated. Unbelievable you were slagging the club. Did I slag them? Did I?
I actually thought you were very, seduced tonight. When you went on...
He was on
Bandcamp.
Terry's level, monotone.
I just...
Season is a win. I'm disappointed as you, but this attitude you were throwing out there is embarrassing. As a club, we're not there yet. Fact. And the reason I'm saying this is because I want to change that fact.
For fuck's sake, now you're getting me upset again. I
Now
was on a level.
my response...
You don't want to go. You don't want to relive.
Now someone commented, Mars is rubbing off on him. Cannot believe how negative he's become. Have I really been that... Was I really that negative?
I think over the last few weeks you've been real.
Yeah, okay. Right.
There's nothing wrong with being real.
Rose-coloured glasses.
Now my response was this.
Let me!
My response
have
was
your
this.
response, because that's, to tell you the truth, that is ridiculous what you just read.
Anyway, okay, whatever, but that's okay.
Nah,
That's
fuck
they
that,
can
that's
say that.
ridiculous.
No.
Nah, fuck that.
All right, okay.
Full of shit, man. No wonder,
So
man.
my response was the warning
At least he watches the
signs.
show. I've rubbed
And,
off
and
on
this
him.
is how I explain myself on. I don't know what's been. Anyway, the warning signs for plateauing progress and development are there early at the moment. They're there. The season is an improvement, which is, I've said that. I've stated that.
I don't even know what that
Like,
fucking means.
Just it's come to a halt.
Oh, is it?
Plateauing, yeah. So it's gone like that and then
it's just
stagnated.
stagnated,
Like
yeah.
I like that word.
The
Plateauing.
season is an improvement, but
They
that
use
does
that
not.
in weight loss.
The season is an improvement, but that does
know.
not guarantee anything next year. In fact, this group was 8-2 and then looked brilliant against Fremantle, and the fact they have not produced this negativity is almost a bigger concern than anything we have faced. I'm furious no one has addressed the diabolical performance against Adelaide, nor did Voss take any account for what happened today. This is all about mentality. On-field has become better. I have said that all year and will stand by that given results, but mentality when the pressure is on has not changed at all. They are content with where they are, but after 8-2 and sitting 10-4 after Fremantle, the season was there for the taking to open up the books and declare yourself a contender internally and externally. My opinion is formed on my own research and listening to people speak. I'm not being negative, but I also understand feeble-minded mentality due to fear of failure when I see it. We all go through it.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Always calculated response.
At least I'm rubbing off on
And
him.
then-
It only took me 28 years to rub
And then
off on
1,
him.
2, 3,
What's
4
been
comments
negative?
after that all
I
back
don't
me
know.
up.
Or back you. I don't know.
And then actually someone said this perfectly. Best season in over a decade is a pretty low bar.
Yeah.
Good response. I like that.
No, I don't know, man. Like these people that are saying, I think you just accept
He's
it.
content with his life, that person.
Just
Take your life to
accepting.
the next level, bro.
Just accepting, man.
The
We
Ned's
should never
level.
accept
And as I
where
said,
we're at.
you've got to understand, and I know we're going back on it again. This is like how Wogs say goodbye. They say goodbye here, then they say goodbye at the door, then they say goodbye at the
This
car.
will
then
be
they
the
say-
longest show
Yeah,
ever.
correct.
Already.
Now, the frustrating thing is that you have to figure out why we have plateaued off such a strong start to the year.
100%.
And that's what we haven't addressed yet.
And if you can't address that, we will not get anywhere.
And for people who are saying, oh, it's been a great season, it's been a great season, it's been a great season, explain to me why we've plateaued.
I don't know. I just think, how is that
It's
great?
acceptance. I'm not happy with this acceptance by people that we are just
Just because you achieve the goal that you set out at the start of the year doesn't mean you should be.
But again, it depends on how you reach that goal. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny because the goal changed.
Yeah.
We made it.
So you're trying to say, I want to speak to these blokes, right? Whoever they are, right? I want to speak to them and tell me they're around fucking 11, 12, 13, whatever, what your goal was.
Yeah.
If there was just,
And
say,
if
to
your
win
goal
triple
was
games,
still just to finish 8th, well then I don't even want to listen to you anymore.
Well, that's
right?
you. It's a drop off.
That's right.
It's
But
that.
if I guarantee that most of them, their goal would have been top 6. Then what happens is we don't reach it, and then you go, Then
great
you go
year.
back.
And you look at the year as a holistic.
And then you go back and you go, oh, no, but it was, wait a second.
Yeah.
Are you accepting it from the start, or were you accepting it from where we were in the middle of the year when the goal changed? Like, come on, man. And this thing about being negative, what's negative? Is negative being what we're just stating what we saw?
I'm demanding more. I'm not saying that. Are
we going to
No. See, this is. Hang on. No, all right, let's go back over this again. Right?
It is 2 o'clock in the morning.
I think demanding more from your team tells you how much you think about them.
100%. 100%.
I think me demanding more by being of the attitude that I've shown is far more positive than someone just accepting the year.
100%. All right, I'm going to pose this question.
That's my opinion.
Devil's advocate.
No, this is not devil's advocate. What would Cripps, what would Walsh be demanding?
More than what they've dished
So
up in the
why are
last
we
2 weeks.
accepting less? I guarantee Walsh walked into that, and I name Walsh because I've never seen him smile.
No,
You know what I mean? You have, but you
did.
never. And I guarantee he didn't laugh today.
No,
right?
no.
He didn't laugh last week either
There was
after he
no
got
fucking
40
high fives and
possessions,
shit.
right? I guarantee he walked in and he goes, I'm not happy with this, right? So why are we sitting there going, oh, we're satisfied with the year if our best player isn't satisfied with the year?
They come out in the media and said that.
That is rubbish.
Yeah, I know, but they have.
Yeah, that is rubbish. But
You
I'm
said
talking
that
about,
year as a
I'm
whole,
talking
didn't you?
about supporters now.
That's what I
saying,
mean.
oh,
Yeah, but what the club says is what they say.
Yeah.
They can't form their own opinions. Or maybe they do, but they're blinded by the club and what they say through the media. And that's where he comes in with the media aspect of it. And the interviews, which is right.
It is right.
Just if I
Shit.
implore you just to listen to the club's communication.
Let's say this week.
As Pommy said, like it's very hard to be two-faced and like say one thing
then go
23 hours a day and believe in one thing 23 hours a day around your whole football and then go out for an hour with regards to media and then say a completely different thing to what you believe.
So it is what they believe.
As I said, I'm telling you,
it has to be.
I believe the club
If
is
you keep saying it.
I believe
Well, it has to be.
We've plateaued because the club, whether it's subconsciously or
that?
purposefully,
No. Oh, there you go.
whether it's subconsciously or purposely, they have plateaued because they are satisfied with where they're at.
Yep.
And that might not just be.
And that mentally, like you're subconsciously. Oh, fucking hell.
And I don't think that.
Subconsciously,
No, I don't think
would
they're
be
saying
thinking that.
Well, I would hope not, but I don't.
You have to if you keep saying it.
But I don't think they're actually saying directly, yeah, we're happy with 12 wins. We're happy with.
But deep inside.
But it's the little actions and the little things that you build
Right,
up
you
that
can
add
see
to
it.
that.
If they weren't happy, they would have gone out there today and fucking given a way better performance than that.
So
100%.
You tell me that they are happy with it.
I think so.
Performances
I think
say
deep
so.
inside, they
They're
were
satisfied.
satisfied for where they were.
They're satisfied.
And then they said, you know what? And this shows in their actions now.
Well, as I said,
Because if
the,
you weren't
Connie said
satisfied-
it in the captain's run to some fan. Said, we've come a long way.
There you
We've
have
done
it.
this,
It should never be enough. It should never be enough. It should never be enough in sport. It should never be enough in life. Now, if you get to the point where you say, I'm satisfied with where I am, fine. That's good.
You're content.
You're content.
Success
and I'm happy
syndrome.
that you're content.
It's success syndrome.
Yeah.
You set this, you get
get
there.
there.
Now what?
Yeah.
Now what?
It's like when you win
That's
flags.
why we.
It's like when you win flags. You're like, are you hungry anymore?
You want the next one.
Yeah.
Yep.
You want the next one.
That's what it is.
You want the next one.
That's what you
And just
see.
remember, when you do achieve, like sometimes they achieve that flag, and then they never see a flag again. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful because time passes real quick.
It does.
And we just fall apart, and that's why we should never be happy.
Yep.
All right. So
let's
now
call
we're
an
at
end to
the
this.
now we're at the door. We've said goodbye at the door.
Yeah.
Now we go to the
Car, and now we call to make sure they got home all right.
We're going to make it to the car.
It's fucking 2 a.m.
It is. It's been a big one. I hope everyone feels
Thank you,
better.
everyone, for listening. If you're still alive and still watching.
Yeah, no, that's freaky that people are. But we'll be there.
Go to midnight the way it's going on the Tuesday. So
No, it's good. It's good. I'm telling you, we're looking. We could be.
What?
All right, so we won't reveal, but I think there's something special coming up in a few weeks. We spoke to Terry.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Possibly, yeah.
Oh, I think it's more than possibly.
No, it's odds on to happen.
Odds on to happen. There could be.
Are we not gonna? Are we revealing it? Are we saying it? Are we?
When's it happening?
Dropping the gold, or has Terry given you the go ahead to say?
Well, he wrote the message. He said it's booked in. We just got to get it going.
Okay.
Everyone's going, what the fuck? Imagine seeing us like in person as we're doing this.
Live.
Oh God.
That's all I'm going to say. Imagine seeing everyone together.
At a table.
Yeah, and sitting at the table, use it
The
all
Godfather's table.
Yeah, talking shit.
About Carlton.
Maybe. So that could be happening in the next few weeks. So get ready. I think Terry's going to...
Goals.
He'll probably do it, but let's just hope. I can just see all the comments now. No, listen, we're looking for something. We're looking towards something. I'm excited about it. Next
There's
level.
exciting things coming up.
There is. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I'm excited.
Blockbuster interview coming up this week as well. Like this is... No one has this man.
No.
No one can get this man.
No. I'm going to tell you now.
Well, willingly, no.
I'm going to tell you now, right?
Willingly, no. Yes.
You can write all your comments you want. You're not going to guess.
Nah, no one would guess who it is.
No, there'll be some sick fuck out there.
No one would guess. No way.
There'll be one.
Maybe if they actually went and had a look.
If you look deep into it.
No, there'll be some.
You might guess who it is.
There's always one sick fuck out there.
We've got something huge,
Just
man.
as you think that, you
I can't believe.
You know,
I can't believe it myself.
I wish I could be there for this, but
it's very huge. This is big, man. I'm looking at the name.
You don't see him anywhere on. Oh, you do.
No.
You do,
on
but
footage,
you won't.
but you won't.
No, you won't see him.
He loved the.
And to tell you the truth,
this won't give it much away. He loved the cleaner. Love the cleaner.
And I think we could have. I'm not even going to say it.
That's it.
Nah.
Don't let him
tell
guess.
you off. I'll tell you offline.
Okay.
I reckon there's.
You're going to tell us offline, or you're going to say it here? Don't say it here.
I can't say it here.
Okay, all right.
I can't say it here, but I'm telling you, we're talking star.
All right, okay.
Star quality.
I don't even know who it is.
No, because I kind of just found out yesterday we're working on it.
Oh, is this the thing you messaged on our inbox that said you had to tell us something today? Something's in the
that's
works?
something different.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you.
It's all happening at the tree.
I'm getting requests everywhere, man. It's freaky. That was a good one too.
All right.
This could move us to the next level.
It's all happening,
but
man.
the
I
other
told
one,
you.
No, I'm telling you, I'm excited. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm that excited.
Anyway.
Anyway.
If you want to be part of it, thejumperpunch@gmail.com.
I'm telling you, it's all good. It's all good. All right. That's enough.
Get to the ground.
We're at the car.
Saturday night. Get to the fucking ground. Seriously.
Seriously. At the end of the day, we've got to be there supporting it.
We'll support them.
Let's give them one last
Hurrah.
hurrah. Let's get out there, fucking bomber, man. And at the end of the day, trust me, I want to beat Melbourne and I want to hurt them bad. I want to hurt them bad.
You got to lift.
You got to lift.
Got to lift.
You got to want it.
You got to lift.
All right. Is
Ready?
that it? No, that's it.
Done.
We're done.
You're driving off.
Yeah, we're finished.
Ciao, ragazzi, ciao, and
Go
Blues!
The pheasant, and it's trying to climb up this tree, and it can't climb up the tree. It doesn't have the energy. And there's this big ball at the bottom, and he's like, "Are you trying to climb that tree, pheasant?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Eat some of my droppings. It will give you energy, and you'll be able to get up the tree." So the pheasant starts eating this bull's droppings and manages to get on the first branch of the tree. He's blown away. The next day, he doesn't even ask the bull. Starts eating his droppings, and he gets to the second branch of the tree. And he's like, "Oh, this is amazing." And on the third day, he goes down, he starts eating some of this bull's droppings, and gets to the top of the tree. When this pheasant gets to the top of the tree, farmer across the road is looking out his window, and he sees this pheasant at the top of the tree. Goes out of his farmhouse, gets his rifle, and shoots the pheasant and kills it. The moral of the story is this: Bullshit might get you to the top, but it won't keep you there.